mean?
I can feel it. I can feel it.
You know what I mean?
All right, let's
Listen,
do this.
Me and you been in this thing the longest, so you know you get some little the meat vibes. You know what I mean?
We
All right.
are here.
What's going on, everybody? It's Not That Serious, the podcast. We are here. It's another week, so you already know that means. That means it's another episode. Another episode of what?
Cockfest.
You already know what it is, baby. It's another episode of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting.
WrestleMania.
You know what I mean? You know what it is, brother.
You know what's going on, bro.
When we come in for the double WrestleMania, we come in potting in this bitch. But yeah, it's a podcast, and we're here. I'm one of your hosts, hostess with the mostest, Big Mike, Michael.
It is LZ, aka Julian.
Your boy Corey.
And we have two special guests. Yeah. Last week we had a white woman guest. This week
we tried to go
in the complete opposite spectrum.
We bringing it back to the hood, baby.
We bringing it back to the hood.
Bringing it back to the roots.
You know what I mean? You ain't gonna like it.
Chicken style.
You ain't gonna like it, but the hood gonna love it. This is for all the niggas in Burlington County that don't have Wi-Fi, but they'll find it.
Facts. This is for all the niggas who listen to NBA YoungBoy on their PS4.
Hey, yo.
Whoa. Nah, this is for all the niggas. This is for all the niggas that didn't have iPods and listen to music off. This is for niggas that listen to music off their PSPs.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's
I was one of them niggas.
Niggas had the big ass PSP with headphone jacks to get out.
Yes.
How you got headphones? Like you got a
That's,
fucking gun.
you know what that's called?
What's that called?
Poverty.
Whoa.
So we got our homie. Introduce yourselves, young men.
What? You make fun of you first. Go ahead, my guy.
He said they here.
You already know it's Trey.
Okay.
I mean,
And it's your very own Davone Swain, aka I'm there.
His Henny is hitting me.
I'm about to say, do you have an AK?
I don't have an AK.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure people just call you Davone.
It's the Henny. Yeah, it's the Henny.
It was the Henny.
It's the Henny. It's the Henny.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, happy to be here with you guys, man.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Long
man.
time coming.
Before they like that.
That's me. You know what I mean? They just tried to make it feel like we were some hoodlums in here.
Yeah, nah, we got some hood niggas.
I'm gonna keep to that same name. Feel me? I'm gonna beat it.
We got some hood
got
niggas.
the opposite. Niggas went to private school.
I'm gonna say, Trey lived around the corner.
Yeah. Trey has the biggest house out of all of us.
Yo, facts.
It's a front. We all watch
It's
Ghost.
a front.
Trey got a 7-car garage
Trey has the biggest
and a Picasso in his house.
Funny story about Trey's house. So the first time I went over there, right? First time I went to Trey's house, I walk in the nigga. He's like, "Yo, it's good." You know, Trey, right? So I go to this. He's like, "Yo, you want some snacks?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, what's up?"
You want some snacks?
This nigga's snack pantry,
Elite.
bro. Like,
Elite.
like.
Ain't it like mad niggas in your house?
Gary, first of all, it's the loud house. 11,000 niggas live there.
For me, yeah.
Right? You know,
It has to be an elite snack joint for the house of like.
snack.
Like,
you
bro,
can
we had what, 6 kids in the crib?
Oh, it had to have a great snack
My
joint
mom
for
had
that.
5 boys, bro.
Yeah.
I
She had to have at least 2 gallons of milk at all times.
bro.
At all times.
I mean, she used to be crazy, bro. Like,
Nah.
she used to be crazy.
Yeah.
Like to this day, we still fighting over hamburgers, bro. Like, you gotta get it while it's getting hot.
That's like the holiday household.
bro,
That sound,
Y'all ever
you
had
know
a
what that sound
That
like?
sounded 50 when he was
Like,
with him.
Yeah.
And give us the Dosh Ryan.
Yeah, he tried to have breakfast and they took his
That's what it
shit.
is now.
They're
bro.
like, got to be quick. I was like,
Bro.
yeah, this is
Shout
shit.
out
Where we going? I'm
Who's your
telling-
daddy, Marcus?
Hold up, shout out to Avery in there. That's like having y'all ever had a holiday. I know you had a holiday at your crib before.
Yeah.
Avery ever came over your house?
Nah.
Avery ever came over your house?
I took Avery
know.
to go Harlem Globetrotters one time.
Where?
My dad did. Took
What?
him and Jared. I'll
Where?
never forget. Yeah.
Where?
We took Harlem Globetrotters like in Trenton and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Harlem Bush. I was
Yeah,
that was
that
Harlem
Nigga, that was Dipset. It was Freaky Zeke and some niggas
It was Freaky
having a
Zeke.
pickup
It
game.
was Freaky Zeke and Hell Rel.
Yo, hold up.
That video. Yo, he was like,
Speaking of,
Wait, hold up. Did
all right.
you see
Speaking of Hell Rel, I want to say this.
oh, yes.
Okay, I am 97% sure I saw Hell Rel at a township basketball game last week.
And why didn't you take a picture?
Because he was literally right, like where I am. He's sitting where Army's sitting.
Oh yeah, shout out to Army. He's here.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Army.
Shout out to all the Indians.
Yeah.
The light skinned ones. Fuck the dark skinned ones. You feel?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Caste system.
Yeah, caste system heavy. Talk heavy. Dark
Keep
niggas.
going.
Anyway, so I go to the basketball game.
You ask him.
Nah, I didn't. I wanted to, but he dipped off before I could talk to him.
Was he dressed like Hell Rel?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It was definitely Hell Rel.
Yes. So I was at the basketball game. I'm looking. I'm like, and it's us versus Bordentown. So he's rooting for Bordentown, or the chick he's with. Son plays for Bordentown.
Listen, man.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at him.
You know, random
man.
New York niggas have random connections to like
South Jersey.
South Jersey in particular, like what the hell?
Taxstone mentioned that.
Taxstone in the bio, he mentioned Burlington.
Jay-Z lived.
He had a chick out here.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did. Yeah.
He had a chick out here. He said Burlington. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
Nah, it's a weird connection.
So I think, you know why? I think this is where like niggas from like North Jersey and Newark, they go to South Jersey when they got like to get away.
Yeah.
Remember,
That's a
Troy
big
Ave
thing.
was living down
Is
here.
this
for-
South Beach?
Troy Ave.
Troy
lived in
lives in
Lumberton.
fucking Lumberton.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all don't remember? I put it on my Snapchat one time. I seen this nigga at the DMV.
Yeah. He lives in
It
Lumberton.
was literally Troy Ave. It was really him, not a joke. And I was just at the DMV. I'm like,
Is this
I'm
their
like,
South
did
Beach?
this
Like,
nigga
is this
really
their
just
version?
walk in here?
People from New York,
That's
they
crazy.
look at South Jersey as like if you
It's luxury.
Yeah.
A resort or
Like, isn't that
something.
what Donovan McNabb lived in like
Morristown.
South
Yeah,
Independent
yeah.
type shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, true.
well,
I mean, all the Eagles gonna live right there.
Nah,
Like,
Sean Andrews and his brother lived in Sunset Ridge.
Facts.
For a
I
minute.
remember he
Yeah.
let us go over there and play
Yeah.
basketball. That's
Yeah.
your word.
Yeah. No,
I'll
I'm
never
saying,
forget that,
niggas-
yo.
What the fuck is that?
Sean
He
Andrews?
was the offensive lineman.
Yeah, him and his brother.
You used to have
Him
your
and
you
Stacy.
used to have your defensive ends in hell.
except for DeMarcus Ware, that nigga was like.
T.O. lived around here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in Morristown.
Yeah.
Um,
We did the sit-ups and stuff at it.
So,
Other
so,
than our privilege, we go back to your story.
so I went in. So I'm looking. I see the dude. He looked exactly like braids. He had like a.
Hell don't have braids.
Yeah,
he
does.
don't.
Yeah,
He
braids.
did. He didn't.
Oh,
he
yeah.
don't. He do have them. I think.
No, he has waves now. I follow Hell Rel.
Why do you follow Hell Rel?
Whoa, why not?
Whoa.
He's a legend
All right.
still. Dipset.
That's crazy.
Yo,
Not Hell Rel,
No,
though.
Corey follows a lot of random people
That's why I did.
and has everybody's.
He's a
You follow the
notification.
rest of Dipset? Like, no?
Just Hell Rel.
Just Hell Rel.
Hell Rel, you don't follow.
Hell Rel is funny.
You don't follow J.R. Ryder.
Yeah, why?
No,
Yeah.
all he do was complain about why he not signed. I did follow him.
Okay.
So I seen him. He had like a long fur trench coat and sweatpants and sneakers. I'm like, this is very flashy and unnecessary. And he looks like Hell Rel. I'm like, he dresses like a Harlem nigga.
Shut
He
up.
like flashy for no reason, and it doesn't call for it at all.
Yeah.
It sound like
And I'm looking, his face looks exactly like it. I'm with Ant.
He has waves now. See?
Bro, this was fucking him. He was there,
Damn,
goddammit.
I seen Hell Rel, man.
And I was sitting here like, and I didn't want to keep staring because every time I looked over, I felt him come looking like we make eye contact. So I didn't want to be, nigga, it's a fucking basketball game. I'm not trying to be all in this man's face. And I was gonna ask him, but as soon as the fucking bell went off, the nigga dipped. Like he had a beeline. Like he
probably
felt,
saw you low key.
like he felt me coming, like I was in shade room or something.
This nigga like he went to hell. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
He probably.
He
Nah,
probably saw you, yo. His
because
hood
he got jumped
Yeah, and
a few months ago
he got jumped in a
in South Jersey?
in a
I don't know if
buffet,
it was
not
South
like in New
Jersey.
York.
No,
Oh, okay.
it was in a old country
Cameron.
buffet.
In the old country? See, that's
Yeah.
why you don't go there.
Nah,
Old country buffet is
he got
nasty.
stumped out. No,
Chill out,
He got stoned out for
bro,
being
chill out,
there.
chill out.
Nah.
I used to go there almost every Sunday when I was a kid.
Nah, but look how
Old country buffet
disrespectful.
was
Nah,
shit.
my parents
It was
church.
affordable.
My
Hey,
parents-
joint wasn't.
hey, we gotta eat, nigga.
My parents.
Yeah,
We
every
gotta
night.
eat. Like, hold
on, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Nah, yeah, chicken, fish.
He got stumped out in front of his family.
That's
That's
crazy.
flip flops. Like, that's wild disrespectful
Yeah, he was not ready to fight.
at all.
Should have been there.
Well, he had flip flops on. The problem with my daughter and my mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who-
niggas
who was
don't
it?
care, man.
You don't get props for being somebody in flip flops. I feel like
No.
I mean,
No
if you're
type of-
if you're beating somebody up with flip flops on in front of
You get
old
props,
people,
yeah.
you're not looking for props anyway. You just looking
True.
to beat a nigga's
Nah,
ass.
cause
Yeah.
but that issue. Sometimes niggas just need their ass beat.
A thousand.
What did he do? What led to that shit?
I don't know.
Like,
In
dude,
flip-flops?
what did he do to make them niggas?
Yeah.
And flip flops.
You had to do
Nah,
some,
family.
He was
Like,
running away.
you had to do some foul shit for
he wanted-
niggas that want to beat you
safari
up in
shit.
flip
He wanted
flops.
no parts of
I
that.
highly doubt he wanted parts of that anyway.
Nah,
so.
Probably didn't.
He
yeah.
ran away.
Especially with his family there.
His mom was
I don't know.
screaming and shit.
All
Oh,
right.
there's video? He got on his page?
All right.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
All right, fellas. So
What episode is this, by the way?
this is episode 94.
Is it-
Nine
Did we
four.
check?
No, it's 94.
Because you know, last time there was an episode when we kept
That's
saying
crazy.
the wrong number.
Congrats.
No, this is 94.
Okay, yes.
This is 94.
Last episode was if Gandhi had a coochie.
Yeah, with our girl
Okay.
Carrick. Check that out.
You know, I did see this.
Yeah.
Yo, props to Corey. He be pulling up these videos fast.
Hey, fast, like, bro.
I feel like he has them like
The
on
man
deck.
is a detective, low
That's
key.
a damn
But Mike, how's it feel? Like
They beat that
94
nigga.
episodes.
They
you
beat
know
his
what I
ass right next to the salads, bro.
Oh,
That's a goddamn shame.
mean? It's bad.
it's bad.
Yeah, they had his ass running out.
From what I remember, it wasn't really good. It wasn't good.
When's the last time a nigga got jumped and it was all right?
Yeah, but to get beat up by like the macaroni and cheese and
Yeah.
fried shrimp,
And it's nasty.
it's not good. You hate to see it, you hate to taste it, you hate to just be all around it.
Oh, but the real reason that we have Davone here, this was supposed to happen months ago.
Yes.
I kept
Oh, yeah.
forgetting. Davone never forgot.
I never forgot.
He would text me.
Consistently listen to the
Consistently
podcast.
listens to the podcast. He's a listener. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Word.
Appreciate that. He always reminded me, yo, when I'm getting on, I was like, I got you. I go to work all the time. I would forget. Devon text me, yo, when I'm getting on. I'm like, all right, bet. Here we go. So we're going to get Devon.
We are here.
We are here. The main reason I wanted Devon to come on is because you do something that none of us have ever done.
Yeah.
And so you're an actor.
Right. Yes.
It came out of nowhere.
Nowhere.
Because I used to see you at my job all the time. You was lifting, you was doing the realtor thing.
Mhm.
And then one day I seen on Instagram that you were in a show. So how exactly like did that come about? We usually don't do the interview style, but I
Right.
thought this was pretty interesting because
I'm
Yeah,
literally
like, we
just
actually
finding
know
out
you.
about
Like,
this
Yeah, he didn't. Mike didn't even know.
right
He was like,
now.
yeah.
All right.
So what like just you can just like you can start from the beginning. Like how did this even happen?
Okay, so it started honestly like when I was younger. I was always like in class, the class clown. Like
Yeah.
I always wanted to entertain, make people laugh, and stuff like that. I actually had to do two plays in college because my grades was on the line.
So you didn't even tell us that. We just
Yeah.
thought you was an athlete.
Yeah.
You got Will Smith. You got
Yeah.
Fresh Prince. Where they make you be in a play to save your life.
Yeah, it was like you're not gonna pass this class unless you do this. I'm like, all right, okay. So I'll
Say
do
less.
it. And then it's just like, oh, I'm pretty good at this. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, the white people was gassing me up at school. So I was like, you know what? When I get home, I'm gonna try to pursue it.
So
Again, so right now-
what school do you go to?
So I went to Robert Morris University.
Okay, and next question. No, what? Because these are things I'm asking. I want to know. You went to Robert Morris. So what was
Shout
the
out,
what was
my
what was,
cousin went there,
what was the
actually.
play?
All right. Let me rewind back. So my first college I went to was Stillman College.
Okay.
It's an HBCU in Alabama, Tuscaloosa.
Oh, you were in Alabama.
Yes.
That was
Remember that
right
shit?
across from the university.
Right across, 5 minutes away from the university.
Wow.
I fucking hated it, dog.
Really?
Like, oh my, bro. I got in the shower. It was like culture shock, kind of, because like I'm 16 hours away. I get in the shower. There's mold everywhere at the bottom.
Oh no.
Our dorms.
Well, that's
don't- our
regular.
bar-
That's
yeah.
regular HBCU shit.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all niggas are not special. Don't
dorms-
stop. Stop. Shut up.
yeah,
Yep,
our-
y'all niggas not special.
Our dorms look
filthy,
like
bro.
prison cells.
HBCU
You feel
style.
me?
Yep.
HBCU style.
Mhm.
The only thing that was good was my teammates and the food. So I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And mind you, I just came from, not saying I'm like bougie or nothing, but I was at Holy Cross.
You were at Holy
I
Cross
was, with,
Academy.
I was with the white folk. You know what I mean?
You were a fucking uniform.
Yeah,
5 days a week.
uniform.
He was
Yo.
he was with the whites.
And Trey used to get on my ass every fucking every year it feel like. But no, so I went there. The next semester I said I'm out. I hit this coach up that was recruiting me in college. I said, I'm in high school. I was like, do you still want me?
You hit
Like,
him. You hit him while, yo, you up?
please? Like, yo.
You up? 2:30 in the morning.
Facts.
You up,
And he
bro?
said, yeah. So then I went to Robert Morris. I was there. Again, it was like, it's crazy because how my life was like in elementary school, it was all black until like the end of middle school. And then I went to Delran.
You went to Delran.
All whites.
Funny story.
So,
Beat them.
What? Hold on, niggas. Now I gotta tell
We beat them
Hold on,
niggas.
no.
We beat them
That's-
niggas.
Now I have to
story,
tell
yeah.
the Delran.
21-7.
Now I have to
I
tell the-
remember
That was
it.
the only game.
I have to
That
tell
was
the
the only
Hold up.
game we
That was
won.
the
He was
only
there.
game
We were
won.
all.
The only
And-
game
and-
we
hold
won.
on, hold on.
The only game.
I'm gonna tell you why it was the only game we won because we all knew Devon's ass was over there, right?
do.
This nigga was
Lock it down.
This nigga was the running back, right?
Facts.
So on the way there, we're like, we're going to kill this nigga.
And I got a
Right?
concussion.
This nigga got a concussion and threw up on the field.
No,
Niggas
facts.
laughed
No,
him.
no,
There was
Jordan.
no-
Remember that?
There was
That
no
was Jordan.
CTE. Yeah.
I thought it was Xavier.
It was one of them niggas.
It was,
They both
that was
big,
one of them.
right?
It was one of them.
There was no CTE back then. We didn't give
Yeah,
a
they
fuck.
didn't care.
Devon left
No.
us. He moved. You want to go to Delran? We gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, nah,
right?
yeah.
And we whooped them.
Well,
niggas.
every single player
Isn't
on
that the
court-
fucking game Suquan got like a runaway?
That was different game. That was a false
game.
That was
Yeah.
different.
Like this is tournament. This is fourth and 5. They gave the ball to this nigga.
Oh man.
He got like -2 yards.
That nigga-
That was our first win.
That nigga
The
got
first one.
Listen, I was shitting on them niggas. I had like 3 touchdowns. You feel me? Like I was pooping.
The first win
Look,
in the
y'all
county at
was-
that
y'all was- I
time.
give y'all that, but I was eating.
Yeah,
I was,
until we
but
locked
let's
your
not
ass-
act like,
until we knocked your ass out the game.
You did.
Nigga threw up
You
on
got
the
it.
field. We was like, and it was an away game. We were
Nah, then he got
The
his
worst-
back our senior year. That was the worst.
Thank you, Corey.
You know why he got his back his senior year? Because he switched schools.
Nah.
Yeah.
Cheated.
No, you're right, because y'all killed Delran.
Yeah.
Corey ran back a return.
He did.
You know what I mean? I remember everything.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yeah, we had the best kick
Yeah,
returner
that's not
our
the
junior year, bro.
Yeah.
That shit,
Yeah.
Nah, you know
shit
what?
was different, bro.
All right, we gonna before we flash back out of high school. You know when we knew Corey was a good kick returner? This nigga, he scored our only points against Bishop Eustis. We played Bishop Eustis
I
that
remember
freshman
that.
year.
Yeah, I
This nigga
remember that.
took back a kick return, and Corey's my best friend. I knew he was scared, right? Because this nigga was running so fast.
He's like, fuck.
He was like, please don't tackle me. It was that kind of run.
Like he caught the ball. He ran up, caught that shit.
Oh,
Then he was out.
Boy,
Like, he didn't like he hated to be tackled.
Yeah,
bro.
he didn't want to
like,
be
He was
touched.
like, don't let him touch me.
He didn't want to touch me.
Wait, remember I made you change the whole blocking scheme?
Yeah.
He didn't want to be
Because
touched.
look,
He didn't want to be touched.
look, right. This is when I was like
Yeah.
playing running back, and Trey was playing tackle, and we had this blocking scheme where Trey and the guard would double team the defensive tackle, and I would have to block the defensive by myself. I was like, hell no. I was like, Trey, you hit that nigga too. I was like, matter of fact, you hit him first. And then I'm coming another one.
He
Yeah,
was
like,
like, Drake, remember Drake? Chip him, Drake. Don't forget Drake. Every time. That's what they knew. Like, yeah, we was going to, yeah, bro.
There's no exaggeration to this. Corey did really hated being
Hated
hit.
to be hit, bro.
So yes, I believe that.
Hated to be hit.
But
He was smart. You know what I'm saying?
no, he was smart.
He was smart.
We were little niggas back then.
Now, I remember our freshman year, we were playing Camden. And this is what I was like playing
I was
corner.
scared.
Now, I was
I had a
playing
kick- I had a-
corner.
That's when you ran through the middle.
I had a
like,
kick
bro.
return.
Wait, at Camden?
Yeah, I had a
Yes.
kick return in
Like,
Camden.
bro, like, this
Shout
is
out, shout out to fuck them niggas.
Wait, so if y'all played Camden, it had to be like
That was freshman year.
right after school.
No,
like
yeah,
2
we,
o'clock.
yeah.
Oh,
It was a freshman game, so it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
they
But
had
I
their pads
remember.
on in last period.
But I remember.
They were walking home with the pads on. Like, it was like that.
I remember. I never
Niggas
forget,
had lunch
I
with
was-
their jersey on.
I was standing next to Julian, and they were doing kickoff. We were kicking it off, so that means defense is going first. I was playing corner.
I remember their field was horrible.
It was
Terrible.
But I remember the nigga who was their running back. He returned the kick, but he was like running mad hard. And he broke like 3 tackles. And I remember he like landed in front of me, and he had like a vein popping out his arm. I was like, damn, yo, that nigga run mad hard. And then Julian looked at me, he was like, you ain't gonna tackle him. I was like, I ain't. I was like,
You had that mean.
That was my
kick
quarterback
return.
days. I had a,
Like,
I had
bro,
a kick
I remember he was a
This
quarterback. I
nigga
remember
ran,
that.
like, caught it.
straight
All
up
you see is
the
his
fucking
running.
gut.
Run at the gut. Straight at the gut. Like, you know, bro. It
You
got,
be
it got
sneaking
dark.
it?
Like,
No, it was a kick return. I was
Like this.
me and
Oh,
Corey
okay.
with a kick return.
Like
I
this
got it.
shit is clenched. Like shit is collapsing. All you see is a body just going to a pile. Hold on. She's wanting to come through. It's like,
This man, I used to
Nah.
be good once upon a time.
I never forget your catch you had. I forgot what.
Northern
junior
Burlington.
year. Northern Burlington.
No, you know,
City.
It was City?
Yeah.
That was it.
Same colors.
This nigga jumped up. Like, yo, he had to be 7 foot at the time. When he
Trey was the first nigga in my face. I was like, ah! Trey be pushing niggas now.
Yeah, but I still do that shit. You just see like this.
Like just now? Yeah.
Just a second.
Just,
Bro.
but Davone, back to your story.
Oh my bad. Yeah. Damn, that was crazy.
Yeah, we get, as you see, we get sidetracked a lot. So.
But yeah, no. So when I really wanted to kick it up was I did the show, and bro, it was like a legit show. Like I had a legit role. It was a play that they came up with, the acting teacher, and I did it. I liked it, and then after I came home, I was doing like some sports media stuff with like some local network in Mount Laurel.
Yeah.
And then after that, I talked to someone from my church. She was doing like murder mystery events, and I was like, "So what's that?" She says, "Basically a play." And I've been doing that ever since. And then I kind of told my job that I'm at now that I'm into that, and they had me doing commercials for their fucking
What?
yeah, for the company.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was fire.
How
Yeah, it
many
was
murder mysteries have you done so far?
about like 17.
What?
So,
Oh.
So
you got
that many?
So you got like a resume now.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I kind of got a little resume. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
I love them though because it's like interactive. For the most part, it's a solid crowd too. It's funny. Like sometimes it's even improv. Like it's really nice. Dinner served. People always like to eat, so it's like
All right.
Oh, so you do like dinner theater?
yes, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had to hit me up because I would actually.
No, it's really
I would
nice. It's
love
like-
to do that.
Is it like on Friday nights?
Yeah. Okay. So the first.
Yeah, when yeah.
The
What are
first,
these?
He sent me the flyer for one. I forgot. to
Yeah,
send
I'm
it,
gonna
so
post it on Instagram again, but
Yeah.
I think
it's the Saturday after Valentine's Day.
Okay.
It's only $25, but basically it's a murder mystery. It's a play where it's a '90s themed play, a house party. So basically, my role is my house. I got my first
Oh,
apartment.
you're the main character?
Yeah, I'm the main character,
Oh,
Mr. John. You know,
no,
the main
no,
character.
hold up.
You feel me? But
Was you the maker of that last one?
no, I was one of the. But basically, like I'm having a house party. All my people are coming over, and somebody get killed, and we gotta try to figure out who killed him. Like the audience has to figure out. Yeah. It's evidence packets and all that type of stuff. It's really nice, and it's interactive.
I've heard of that because
I've heard of him too.
because you know the way I heard about it is sick because you know that show Bob's Burgers where they do like their own murder mystery. They did like a murder
episode of that.
because our wife really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And it was trash, but like
Yeah, it was terrible.
No, but I think you really would enjoy it.
So
and
all right.
even the people in the crowd, like they get parts. Like if you choose to participate, there's like little small parts that are like give up clues to like who killed it. It's really nice.
So what is it? 21 and up? Is it all ages?
So
It sounds like
it's to your discretion.
Like, it sounds like it's a 35 and up event. Like niggas walking there with Stacey Adams.
Yeah, I would say 21.
Stacey Adams.
Niggas walking there with Stacey Adams.
Only linen is allowed.
Niggas walking there, the hat matches the shirt matches the pants match
Are those
the top.
ripped jeans?
No, this some
Go
old
back to college.
Some old heads with the jeans with the compression shorts tucked in. It's definitely. I meant the compression shirt
With the polos tucked in the
yeah.
jeans for no
Just a
reason.
Nike Tech shirt
just
with
the,
dress
like,
pants?
Exactly, bro.
right.
It's all types.
That's my type.
It's young and old crowds, but
The niggas who still listen to R. Kelly, basically.
But don't
but
care.
only a portion of the crowd. Don't get it like misconstrued.
All right.
But,
A turtleneck Nike Tech.
You can't knock his hits. Like, you got
See,
here you go.
see? That's why you're far
So,
away from the mic.
I would-
That's why you're far away
Nah,
from the mic.
Devon, I would-
R. Kelly's a rabbit hole on this podcast.
Yeah,
bro.
it keeps coming
Oh,
up.
we love him. Not no more. Not no more. Funny, small fact. Did you know that R. Kelly played for the Atlantic City Seagulls, which was actually a semi-pro basketball team?
Nah, he being serious. He being dead serious.
I'm being dead.
Word?
ass.
No,
Like
yeah.
what age though?
And he led. He was in his 20s, I believe,
Okay.
30s, early 30s, and he led these
The
niggas.
Seagulls.
No, I'm not
The
lying.
Seagulls.
He led these. You could look this shit up. He led them niggas to multiple championships. He was their leading scorer.
Baller.
He was
balling
balling.
the R.
these niggas.
Robert.
So where's the butt?
Pied
in this?
Piper.
Where's the butt?
There's no but.
But he should have.
the one that
But
he
he
took.
should have went pro.
But he needs to.
Should have been him
but
and R.
on
Kelly,
the
him and
same
Master P on the same team.
Oh my goodness, yeah, but no, R. Kelly was the leading scorer on the Atlantic.
So
That's
Devon,
crazy.
I have a question.
Okay.
Crazy.
How do you deal with the stage fright?
Okay.
Did you
so-
have any?
Yeah. So honestly, I was brought up in a church. So
You used to go to that little church with team, right?
yeah. God damn, it's like a little church. Yeah.
No, it was-
little church.
well, it
No,
used to
it
be
was little. It was little-ish.
Nigga,
We had.
that
No,
shit
we
was
had
on
church in our
130.
garage, bro. Like it was like a like automotive joint, like you do.
Yeah.
But no, it was
I remember that.
But like doing like at youth conferences and stuff, like doing like sermons and stuff like that, and doing like reading scripture, stuff that you did in church for my church folk. It kind of helped me with the stage fright. Like I never feel like I was that to a point where I couldn't perform, like to a point that was really messing with me. Like I would have jitters beforehand. I feel like the biggest stage fright I did have though, the mortgage company that I was at before the job that I'm at now, I got invited to present at their leadership conference, and fucking George Bush was there.
What?
And nigga, I'm looking
the young
at
one or old one?
No, George W.
Oh shit.
He was there because he was like the keynote for the next day.
Okay.
But he came to he saw our presentation, and basically we're talking about, from our perspective, what we saw the future of like
Did
mortgage.
he call you one of the good ones?
No,
Bruh,
George Bush is cool now.
Yo,
y'all ain't know?
like I'm not even like I don't.
George Bush is cool.
I know
now.
he did some shit, but like based off his like presentation and stuff like that, I was like, okay, like
Nah, he's
George Bush was just a
understand
cool
a little bit, a
dude
little
that should have
bit.
never been president. Like, he
Yeah.
should have just been a
He was a
rich,
cool
cool
dude.
dude.
Yeah,
that's
he should have
it.
just chilled out.
I mean,
Yeah.
like all presidents, he was a puppet.
But yeah, he did
low
some
key.
fucked up shit.
But I think we all. I mean, I think you can kind of tell. I don't mean to get
That-
sidetracked. You can kind of tell where his heart is at. You know, he's like cool with Michelle Obama. Like, so he does a bunch of different things that he wasn't doing during his
That
presidency.
Katrina shit, I'll never forget.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
that
nah,
was
yeah.
fucked up.
Facts,
But
facts.
like I said, he's a puppet, bro. Like,
yeah. But
So,
nah,
he's a puppet.
I asked about that because I am trying to like venture into like getting in front of people because I want to
Okay.
do stand up,
Yeah.
and I just feel like how do
first
you?
event coming soon. I'm Mike's manager, by the way. But
Yeah.
I
Okay.
digress.
Tell us about that. I want to hear about
Okay.
that.
Actually,
I
actually,
I can definitely see it.
I'm not
I
gonna.
just woke up.
It's actually coming soon, like
Okay.
within the next few weeks.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
but I'm not
You know
gonna.
Gary Sharp? I would hit him up. Too.
I hate Gail Sharp. I've talked to him.
Okay.
He's giving me some
He
advice.
got a show
He's
coming
getting
up
good.
soon. He
He's
got a
getting
show
good.
coming up.
I watched his video on his Twitter. He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually pretty
Yeah.
damn funny.
Yeah. So,
We gotta get him next.
He's getting into acting too.
We'll get him
Like,
next.
Yeah.
so I've hit him up, and he's giving me some advice, like, well, where to go to open mics and different things of that nature.
Mhm.
So I got one thing I'm coming up where I'm gonna go for my first time. I'm not telling anybody where it is or what it is. Like,
Okay.
only bringing a couple homies there.
Okay.
But man, I was thinking about that. Like, how do you like get over the jitters and just
right.
go out in front? Like, I've done that shit, like church shit, like where you go and you sing solos.
Yeah.
Do scripture, but
It's
I
not
feel
the
like
same.
it's
not
different.
fire.
The
Yeah,
church people, they gonna love you no matter what
Right.
you
It's
do.
all right.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead,
different.
baby.
Ain't nobody in the stand up that they pay this.
Yeah, that's family, nigga.
Nobody in like a show that they pay money for is gonna go, oh, it's all right, baby.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
your time now.
They just go crickets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
or like fuck off. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So
I would
that's-
say it's kind of like I kind of treat it like with my lines and stuff like that, like football. That's all I kind of know, like sports. Like just keep practicing, put your reps in. As far as like going over your material so much, then it's like it's second nature to you. So when you up there, even if you scared, you know this shit like the back of your hand.
Right.
So regardless, but I think you'll be fine. Like once you feel the vibe.
I
and
feel
stuff
like
that,
once I get up there,
right. Yeah.
It's
I
like-
think
yeah, but it's getting up there.
it's getting up.
Once
But
you
no,
warm
all you
up-
got to go in. It's like the
Yeah.
first time, bro. You just gotta do it.
Dead ass.
No, for real. Like
You just gotta stick
you
it
gotta
in.
go in.
Oh, that-
you know you want to.
That speaking of that,
Yo, that's
that made me-
crazy.
that made me think of two things. All right, so I have two topics that just popped into my head. So the first one is going to be because we've talked about this before between ourselves, but we're going to ask y'all too because
This guy.
he's
This guy.
so we're going to talk. The first one I want to do is Corey, you want to write it down. The first one I want to do is your first time you had sex. The second one I want to do. We've already had our
Right.
stories, so
Right.
we'll just let y'all explain. And then the second one will be.
Hold on, fuck that. I ain't heard his.
Yeah,
I ain't heard yours.
I've been tuning in. Like,
I don't mind.
Nuh-uh, nigga.
All right.
I
okay.
ain't never
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
I've been tuning in
Corey
too.
fucked a dog the first time.
Woo!
He fucked his dog. he hit his dog doggy style.
Nah, Corey definitely fucked the ugly bitch up his ego.
She was chopped.
Job.
You know who he was. I told you he was.
I'm the only one that told my story on here.
Oh,
He know.
Here we're going. Can we not? Whatever's about to happen, whatever you're doing, I don't feel like
Remember I said that,
editing.
though. That's crazy.
Wait.
That was your first?
Listen to what they just did.
Yo, everybody got
Yeah, bro, man.
everybody got text messages while she's in the stands watching.
Oh, you talking about joining down the street? Oh, wow, you're nasty. You're actually disgusting. You're actually a lot nastier than I
hanging
thought.
out
You got a kid
I
now.
don't give a
Yo,
fuck.
Corey is a logical thinker. He's
Got
probably
two
like,
of them?
let me get this in.
But anyway, okay.
Nah, we're just
Hold
about
on.
practice.
Let me get my reps in.
So the first one is going to be the first time you had sex. Disgusting. The
Okay.
second time is going to be, or the second one is going to be.
When you put
Trey, do you have ADD?
Yes, absolutely.
Jesus
The second one is
Christ.
gonna be, A barbershop horror story. So
Oh
the first
my
time
God.
you got like a really bad cut.
Oh,
Can I start with that?
I'm gonna win that.
No, we're gonna do the first one first.
After that, I got a couple questions.
It's like that.
I got a
That's
couple.
how bad it was.
I got a couple questions from listeners that will go around from that too.
People.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
here a while because we haven't even gotten to like the thick of the action.
All right, so we're gonna have to stay.
We'll be quick.
Okay,
We'll
we're
be
gonna-
Real
We're
shit.
gonna stay focused tonight, fellas.
We're gonna stay
We
focused.
can do this.
Trey.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Trey.
All right.
Anything.
First time.
That
you
is
had
not-
sex. First time you had sex, Trey. Bam, what happened?
Yo, so boom, I'm in the crib, right? Finally invite me upstairs. Finally, I've been fingering the joint for a minute.
What? All right, no.
Hold on.
How long were you
Slow
figuring?
down, yeah,
Nah,
slow
how long were you
No,
figuring?
like I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
All right, you can slow down. Oh, so
Oh, I thought you said like, yo, it's hour 3.
Nah. Oh no.
My
hell
fingers
no.
hurt.
Hell no.
Oh, God.
Are you ready yet?
So like what happened? So like mom was in there and shit, you feel me? So this was senior year, bro. This is the first time getting ads. Boy is hype. You feel me?
Yeah.
Senior
Hype.
year?
Hype. Yeah, bro. I was late bloomer, bro.
That's
Damn.
Like, bro, for real, I ain't catch my drip.
Nah, I was late
I
bloomer
ain't catch
too.
my stride until college. Like for real, bro. I ain't know my shit until college.
I heard.
All right, go ahead.
You know me. That's when Bizzle came.
Me and Trey was at the same school. So.
All right, go ahead.
Somebody leave.
Yeah, go ahead.
So look, she was like, if you put it in,
If you keep
gotta
tapping,
leave.
you just gonna hear
Oh,
you
she
tap.
said, if you put it in, you gotta leave right afterwards. You know me, exactly.
What?
Some weird shit
What
going on.
fucking rule is that?
I don't know, but I liked it. I got in. You feel me? I got in. You feel me? I remember I didn't come. I didn't buzz. You feel me? Because it was hurting.
Is this
her.
somebody we know?
Yeah, of course you know. You feel me? Yeah, man. I don't say no names, right? You feel me?
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a test, actually.
No, he wanted the names because he's fucking messy.
Like, we all knew who it was. For me, like type shit. But she
Word.
said, like, you put it in, you gotta leave right afterwards. I'm like, all right, fuck it. You feel me? Mind you, I'm heading out. For me, I'm
Raw or
like,
not?
this is raw.
Yeah, of
This
course,
is raw,
he's
you feel me?
Yeah, niggas
So then,
was-
like, I hit it, I didn't come, and then, like, I just did it afterwards type shit. But I came back, like, the next 2 nights later. It was on after that. I was addicted after that.
It's
Right?
crazy.
I needed it every day after that.
It's crazy.
I need it every day
I
after
need it
that.
every day after that. I
And
need
the
it
next
every
day.
day.
And the next
Like,
day.
bro, that's why I like sex
And
more than head.
the next
I got
day.
sex before I even got the head.
Wait, are y'all thinking what I'm thinking?
What?
He said he was a virgin. It was his first time. He went raw,
Yeah.
and he didn't come. Like
That's exactly my story verbatim.
Yeah, I'm about to say mine is exactly the
so.
same.
That's actually my
trash or like was it like?
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
about to
like,
say,
it was
because
like,
I was
like, she was
like-
hurting.
I know if I would have had that brawl the first time, I'd have.
You think that?
No.
Well, I was high too. I was high too.
I'm in that bitch.
I never read.
That was my first time. That was my first time like ever having
Shamanana Shabo.
But like,
All right,
All right,
Davone.
Your
Yeah,
first
mine's
time.
is not as entertaining. So
Was it a white girl?
no, it was not a white girl.
All right,
Okay.
He's the holy
My
cross.
first sexual like activity though was with a white girl,
of course it was.
of course it was.
and it was a it was a holy girl. So.
Of course it was.
Crossed on.
But anyway, so I was dating this girl. I was with her for a while, and it was about that time, man. Like it was my junior year. Yeah,
Time we didn't.
it was a year. I mean, it wasn't even a year. It was a month. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. It was a month. And she said after a month because bro, I was horny as hell, bro. We said like we about to go on.
You're right.
I was horny as shit.
Nigga,
You feel me? And she
Yeah.
was too. Like we were both virgins. You feel me? But how it happened was crazy. Was like fast and not entertaining at all. I was at my place, my place at the time, and we had like a back room.
My place at the time.
Not my place.
Yeah,
You know, mama's.
My
house.
place
Girl,
at
your mom's
the
crib.
time.
I'm trying to make that
Yeah, I
sound
was
cool
at
as
my
shit.
place and shit.
But my mom. So we had a back room that was kind of like our space, like a man cave for the boys.
Yeah.
And the living room was right next to it. And my mom and my little sister was in the other room, and it was just me and my girl at the time.
Oh, you're
I like it. I like
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
You're rolling the dice
mission-
early.
Yes.
We're still gonna get the
You know
biscuit.
what I mean? When you're determined, you're determined.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's exactly
my
what-
first time I had a condom,
Uh-huh.
but I came like
Pussy.
bro. So the first time actually she was damn, this is crazy that I'm getting into this. But she was on her stomach. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't missionary. My first time was not missionary. It was on her stomach. And that's still to this
Wait,
day.
so
is my
that wasn't her
favorite
first time, was it?
position. Yes.
On her stomach automatically?
Are you sure?
You got easy to that.
Okay.
You got easy to
So
Now
that
that you
shit.
think about
You
it.
got easy to that.
Now that you
That's not
think
the first
about
time.
My nigga, that was not her first time.
Pinky up. When in doubt,
You know what?
pinky out.
Go ahead, yo.
Because don't
Maybe
nobody
not.
flip on their back.
Wait till you,
No.
wait till you hear my story.
No,
That
this-
wasn't her first time, for sure.
No.
For sure it wasn't.
Yo.
No,
On
but
the
listen,
stomach?
no. All right, so y'all can tell me if it was. We tried missionary. It wasn't really working. We turned around. It slid in smooth. Like it was better. Yo, this is crazy.
Slid
I'm
smooth,
getting into.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I said, it was about 2, 3, 4 minutes.
What else?
Nobody's
In your
counting.
head.
In my head.
In reality, it was a
45.
vine.
But the reason why I thought that, or I still think that she was a virgin, was because what happens after, like the cherry thing, yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, you know, period blood, like versus.
Oh yeah.
So
You still go.
that was mine. And then after that, it was like that kind of woke up a monster. Like, I was like, this is what sex is like. This is what.
As I felt on the walk home. I'm walking home like.
Love it.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
feel me like.
Mike, I was about to say,
Right around the corner, Corey.
we can refresh everybody. Your
All
first
right,
time.
so my first time, sophomore year.
Really?
Yeah, it was my girl at the time.
No, Mike was
Nah,
early.
he was soft.
Mike was early. That's why.
Yeah, my girl was a senior at the time.
Wild too.
No, she was a junior. I was a freshman. Yeah, I was wilding.
Township?
No.
I was like,
No.
Goals?
Hell no. Ain't nothing good coming out of the.
Trying to narrow down the old neighborhoods. Trying to narrow down old shit.
Yeah, I felt one of them Jones out of LaGuardia, he can rob me.
Put a gun in your head.
Give me this dick, nigga.
Pull up with
It's the Cardi B.
Yeah,
But anyway, we digress.
I digress.
So freshman, you was a
Freshman, it was I was my girl. She was a junior. It was after her junior prom. I took her to the junior prom and shit. We got her little car. We parked up by the river. The river right there in Burlington.
Before the renovation.
Yeah, like it was a little parking spot you could park up at. It was like a little lot. The riverfront.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we parked up right there.
Oh, you talking about the city?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You set the move right.
Yeah.
She set the move.
Yeah. I was like, park up right here, shorty.
Yep.
So we got in the back, you know what I mean? She still had her dress on. I still had my tux on. I like pull up her like big ass Puerto Rican quinceañera dress.
She's Spanish.
No, she was mixed, but she had like the fucking big ass dress.
Outdoors.
Yeah, I had to
Shut up and take it off.
I had to peel back the
layers.
the motherfucking plátano.
Oh shit.
So, and then the coochie's laid bare before me. It's looking very nice. She had trimmed herself. Very nice. Very Vin Diesel.
Was it a square going down the middle?
Very Vin Diesel.
Very Vin Diesel of her. So, you know what I mean? I take out my tally mackle.
He said my thing.
Of course I'm going in there raw because nigga I'm a cavalier. I'm a goddamn explorer. I'm Christopher Columbus. I had to plant my flag. So I go in there. I don't really know what I'm doing. It don't hurt, but it don't feel good. I'm just like moving.
Wesley Pipes.
But she's like, I'm like, chug. And I don't come.
Stroke.
We have a pregnancy scare for about a month after.
The pre-cum.
Nah,
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the one I did after that, when I had the condom, I don't know, maybe I need a condom, but I tore that I overflew that bitch, nigga. When I busted, that shit overflowed, nigga. I was taking a bath in my juice. That shit like.
Krakatoa.
I was like, yo, why is it
Krakatoa?
I'm like, I'm doing it missionary. How do I got cum on my pubes? Think about that.
was over
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, nigga, it was like you know how
I mean, you was a big
you know how we did volume. We studied volume in class in like science class, and you did like water displacement, where you had the one test tube, and then you put water in the other test tube, and it like whoop. That's how.
And you that's funny. Did you hear what Trey said? He said that means you wasn't beaten off. He wasn't.
I wasn't.
Nah, he wasn't.
Yo, you know, I wasn't.
You was being off as a kid.
He didn't start beating
Bro,
off.
I didn't start. No,
College?
I didn't start beating off till I was 22.
Look at my hammer.
That's
When I was
crazy.
young, boy. What?
Bro, I didn't.
Damn,
I'm 27. I did not start beating off until I was 22.
We hear this is a podcast, but we're up.
Corey was telling niggas how to beat me.
Nah,
Corey was an early one.
Y'all got a really
Corey was sexually advanced.
When I met Corey, he called me Trevor.
Yeah, here we go.
When I tell you his story.
Go ahead.
All right, so this was the first day of high school, right? This wasn't even like the first day because the seniors and upperclassmen weren't even at school. It was just like the orientation first day, right?
Yeah.
And like obviously, you know, we played football, so we had camp all summer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the older classmen, all they talked about was sex. And I was already horny as hell. So I was still a virgin. All they do was talking about effing Johns, and I'm just like, I can't even comment because I just have my hand.
Yeah.
So like, obviously, the girl that I alluded to, yeah, she's infamous in this town, right?
Yeah.
So
I never touched it.
Can't believe
yeah, so like
I never. That's crazy.
So
I never touched
she was
it.
on the bus on the way home because she lives right by me. She's on the bus.
Somebody
on the way
text
home.
me who this is.
Bro, you know who it is, bro.
Just somebody just
Yeah, all right.
text
So
me.
look, so he's on the bus with me.
Little.
Stop saying things
Come on.
because I'm gonna have to edit. Just text it.
I don't have your number.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bet. Okay.
So-
I put little.
Stop.
Okay.
All right, so
Go ahead.
all right,
That's
so,
wild.
yeah. So
Yeah.
pretty much,
Yeah.
she's on the bus. He's on the bus with me.
Ew, that's who you gave
Shit to
your
these-
body to the first
Shit,
time?
he's doing low key.
So no. So then she's like, "Are your parents home?" I was like, "No."
No.
Now mind you, she's already been fucking.
Yeah.
She had already because she was messing with old boy.
When I was 4-year-old, my mama called me.
Well, my mama called me fucking.
Yeah. So
That's in her bio. But anyway.
yeah. So
What?
she gets off at my stop,
Mm-hmm.
and then she comes.
You don't live in this
She knew
neighborhood.
before you knew.
Yeah, I was still in
Well,
lava.
they always know most of the time.
Yo,
You
and
don't live around
and
here.
when you get older, you realize that they know before you.
Yeah, they
know.
definitely
I-
know before you know.
So then,
They plan shit out.
yeah. So then, get in the garage. I wasn't letting her come out of my house. I was like, you're not even that pretty, for real. So,
He's not lying.
But you
people.
still fucked her.
yeah, I had to get rid of it. Anyway,
You should know by now. Like,
Yeah, so-
you fucking anybody with pussy.
so then,
we getting
we stayed in the garage. She bent over. She knew what she was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. And like at that point, I was
17?
a freshman in high school. No,
Oh,
Oh,
freshman?
yeah,
You said
yeah,
senior
yeah.
year. Is it
No,
freshman or senior
Oh,
year?
you said freshman.
No, just
Oh,
freshman.
okay.
Freshman. So I was was I 15 or 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't understand I didn't understand
Mhm.
or know
No.
what the purpose of fingering was. So I was trying to stick the joint. I was like an engineer. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna figure it out.
Hey,
Dry as a
there's two
cactus.
holes down here. They only told me about one.
Yeah, exactly. So I made
One
her.
just
Going
stick-
in one.
I made her, gave her like 5 to 10 pumps, and she was like, all right, I'm done. And then
She said she's done.
yeah, she was done. She was like, all right, I'm done.
All right.
And then she was like, shit. So
She
yeah,
had
I was.
a premeditated.
Yeah,
conversation.
Uber days, too.
She did that to tell people that she had sex with me because the next day, who was our friends on the cheerleading team? She was like, "Yo, you had sex with such and such yesterday?" I was like, "Damn, she already told people."
Was
She
she-
was like, "Yeah, huh?
She's on the cheerleading team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah, but she had sex with me just to say, "Oh, I had sex with Corey." Blah, blah, blah. But and that was her angle. So yeah,
So hold on. This is. I want you to let you know.
yeah. I didn't.
This is very romantic. Hey, babe. You know what I want to do for my first time? Right next to the salt that we put on the driveway
The lawnmower,
when
the
it snows,
fertilizer.
the lawnmower,
Yeah, does she smell or is
and the
that
kitty
gas?
litter.
He said that she smelled.
Did she smell it or was it the
gas?
gas tank in the back?
God,
Next to the gasolina. I want to take your vagina. And you fucking, that was your first time?
I didn't have sex for like 2 years after that.
That explains the way
Yeah,
you
I can
are.
see
now.
that.
I was like,
that
this
wasn't a
fucking
good first
sucks.
Yeah, that nigga
I was like, this what y'all be gassing?
Right. This is what
You
y'all
had a
talking
condom,
about.
right?
Like,
Huh?
Yeah, this is what we
I didn't know I was having sex that day.
Oh, brother.
Bro?
Yeah, I was wild.
That was freshman year.
Yo.
Nah.
Yo, look out.
Nah. Wait. Remember the time? Wait. Remember the time? This was freshman year. She wasn't really wild.
I'm saying, like, this freshman year.
Nah, she
Debatable.
only had
That's
sex with one
debatable.
dude. Nah, she only had sex with one. She only had sex
That's
with
true.
the
Yeah, senior year is when I knew it.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
She was
Niggas,
famous.
Well, even
That nigga looked up was like, huh?
Show me the name. I think I know you.
you know, you probably know.
nah, he does know.
I'd probably say like a safe amount of people. First time they had sex, I'd probably say 80% of people did it without a condom. So that's probably. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he knows.
No, everybody knows him for
Yo,
the wrong
that's
reason.
fucking wild.
I'm sure you know.
Oh, right.
Somebody
It's
show him.
Yeah,
Hold up, real
I
quick.
mean, but you was the first.
I'm gonna show Armin the name and I'll tell him.
Or one of the first.
Yeah, I was definitely not the first at all.
One of
I could.
top 10, hopefully.
Nah, I think I'm top 4.
Top 4.
For her, yeah.
talk dirty.
Nah, I know.
No, I just meant that she.
I know the dude.
Oh, first 10.
Nah, we all played football
Oh, so
with the
you
dude.
talking about his number and shit.
I'm talking about first 10. Like of her first 10.
Yeah,
Your
I
first
think
five.
I think I'm top 3. I know the dude that's number 1. Like we all went to high school with him. Like even you know him.
We went to high school
So,
with
yeah.
Ah, man, we are
and she
getting.
was-
Yeah, we get.
Sorry, though. We
sorry.
We got
We got Julia
high
last.
school days.
Shout out to her, though. Shout out to
Damn
her. Shout out to her.
Anyway,
Brothers, the wood.
Jesus Christ.
oh man. Now my first time, I think I was in. It was either. I think it was junior year.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my. It was.
That's a pretty good junior year.
No.
Solid.
Junior, senior year is a very good time because you got to leave before college.
Yeah.
That's when you're.
Yeah.
Junior
We can't
year
get
is
into
that's
that.
the safe year.
Exactly.
Homecoming year.
17.
Junior year.
Yes.
Yeah, I was 17. So yes, junior year. On the couch. Right
Where?
shit. Her crib.
Okay.
Her whole family's upstairs. So it's like.
Wow.
Rolling the dice. Early.
Funny thing. All right. So I'm gonna like. All right. So the first time it almost happened was here, but it didn't really happen. Like
I knew it was in this
It was
basement.
like 2 seconds.
I know
No,
it
it
was in
wasn't in this basement. It was like 2 seconds, and then it didn't happen because like everybody came back to my crib. So I was like, fuck it. So the next time,
I've been there.
So the next time, right?
You've been to my crib.
So
That
next
hard
time,
reset.
Yeah, so hard reset because it didn't really count because we didn't do anything.
Right,
It just
right.
didn't happen. So you know who I go to because I know it's about to go down.
Who?
Fontaine.
My guy.
So I'm like, yo, I need a condom. Hook a brother up. He was like, I got
Did
you.
he do you like the fucking love don't cause a thing?
Yeah, he fucking
Just so-
dab that shit in my hand like this, like a drug deal, right? So yeah, so I had it. So my first time technically was with a condom.
Fontaine.
Unlike you nasty niggas, me and Devon was a smart one. Right?
Pussies.
Whatever.
The rest of y'all
Bitches.
nasty. Yeah, whatever.
Bitches.
Oh,
The first time, bro.
Yeah, first time.
Going raw, don't go
So yeah,
all.
first time it was at her crib. I don't even know how long it lasted. It didn't last long. And then after that it was a wrap. So
That's great.
yeah, it was a wrap. The first
I
time.
feel like the ones with no condoms had wilder.
Yeah. What was your? Did you hit no condom first time?
No.
Look on him different.
Who would have condom?
He getting in this bread, bitch.
Y'all not living. Y'all not living right, man. Bro.
No, I lived later.
Have y'all? I know you have. I know you have. I know you
What
have.
happened?
It's like, had to
Yeah.
go in there.
Going robo.
Going raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Going raw?
Have you gone raw before?
Have I gone raw before?
See, I don't know. See,
Mike,
not.
Mike.
This is, I'm not being disrespectful. Like,
Disrespect the guy.
Mike. Michael.
Saying the blood. He said,
Alright.
I got one in here.
see, this is why I asked this. This is why I asked this. You're not like. First of all, number one, this is the first sex story you ever told any of us.
I'm pretty sure I told
No.
the story before.
No.
All right.
When was the last time? Have you ever
Corey said
heard
no.
a story of him having
Corey
sex?
said, Corey Cobb.
Right.
In rap
So I don't know.
Yeah, I am, and that's how I don't.
I don't know. So I don't know. Like when honestly,
There's no way I could be a 26-year-old man on earth.
you
That's never.
Yo,
had
there's some out there.
sex.
Nah. There's
There's probably some out there.
I know somebody that's 26 that's never had sex before.
Well, that's his own personal problem. I'm talking about me.
I'm saying I like because I know you've been with one person, been with the
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
so that makes
but-
more sense to
But
go.
I understand that. But I don't know the nature of y'all like situation
Yeah.
because
That's
you
valid.
don't tell us
Niggas
anything.
thought we was just nuns.
I didn't think you were nuns,
Yeah.
but I thought
Nah,
it
you
was
did.
very scheduled.
Nah, scheduled.
I thought y'all made sex appointment. Like, listen, on this Thursday, on the 4th,
At 4:45.
it's sex time from 4:45
I
to
thought it didn't go down, to
4:57.
be honest. Like,
4:50.
But then when I saw you had the condoms and I saw you had the mega kit, I was like, oh,
All right.
he thrashing bad.
For everybody, all right. For everybody who always thought that we just didn't have sex, yes, obviously we did. Because for a long time, people didn't think we did at all.
I thought she would just throw your.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
I didn't think
Yeah, I
it
didn't-
until I saw it in college. I didn't see it, but I saw the con. I was like, okay, that.
Nah, I mean, we just kept up.
Right.
We just
That
kept
made
that
you
shit
feel
private.
better about
Like,
it.
No, because like
Yeah,
like
that was my girl. Like, I'm not.
absolutely.
And I respected it. Like other people who knew they weren't gonna be in relationships with one, was like, yeah, nigga, you want
See
to
to
see
me,
the video, nigga?
see,
yeah. Like,
see,
no,
Yeah,
I
nah, I
was,
was
see
never
me,
that dude, yeah.
see me. I'm the type like that's
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
That's crazy.
Oh.
yeah, this is gonna be over in 2 months. So you want to see this video or not?
Yeah, nigga, I didn't.
Nah, there was more than.
I've seen. No, you know how I do choreo section advance.
Edit point.
Edit point.
Why? How is that an edit point?
How's that,
Edit point 51.
How is that
how's that
an
an edit point?
I don't want people knowing that.
What do you mean?
Yo, I was not expecting to tell y'all the first time.
Yeah, Corey.
You good, bro?
Yo, you're wild for
What is
laughing
that?
at.
Let me see. What is that?
Who do you think it is?
Let me see. Turn the brightness up. Stop being a little bitch.
Chill out.
Yo, what is he doing?
Back up.
Back up.
He went to the other folder.
You know who that is.
Oh,
Let me see.
all right.
Wait,
no.
Let me see.
Yo, mind
Number
you,
one,
I get props
number
for that.
one,
I get props for that.
Number one, delete that.
Please let me see.
Delete that.
Let me see
Never.
before you leave.
Delete that. Because there is no reason for you to still have that.
It's my personal journal.
God, I don't even think you know who that is.
I do.
Wow.
I can't be the only one in the table that didn't read this.
I do.
Trey, you got a
But
camera
I don't
guy,
know really.
fuck this
I don't
up.
really know much about her,
saying.
but I know of her.
Listen.
She liked a couple pictures.
All I know is I'm still blocked on
enough for me.
Yeah,
Instagram.
man, that's enough for me.
I'm
Yeah.
still blocked on
Yo,
Instagram.
I don't know if it's a block. Yo,
I'm still
that
blocked on Instagram years later.
No. Church with her.
Stop.
She changed her life around. She just got baptized a couple months ago. No, no.
shit. You still in township?
Yeah.
We're not getting into this.
I guess
Not doing this. Delete that.
All right, but anyway.
We'll put it somewhere
just
else.
gave her
It should have
19.
access.
All right, let's get to
No, you don't
Shouldn't be that easily, like,
It's a
shouldn't
whole
have found it
folder.
that quick,
Like,
huh?
it's a whole folder.
He's on that. Yeah.
I had mine, but mine got deleted when I had to switch to a new phone.
I got mad. I started over. from
So
the
y'all don't
beginning.
delete like old news and stuff?
All right, when you're done with the girl, you get into a new relationship. Do you delete them?
With the
Oh, I'm gonna
relationship,
keep that. I'm
I'm
getting
gonna
more
put-
eventually. I'm gonna
Yes.
compare afterwards.
I'm gonna plead the fucking
It's
fifth.
like, nah.
on that.
relationship,
Yeah,
yes.
Davone just said I have a whole plethora.
News,
Nah.
My girl don't follow none of y'all niggas, so I keep everything.
Nah, but once you get in a relationship, you gotta let that shit
Yeah,
go.
you got it.
Yeah, you gotta put
But
it
if you're single, that can stay in the the spank room.
I think you should. Nah, I think you should delete it because let's just say you're dating A,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still jerking off to B. That's a
yeah,
problem.
when you date,
Shout out
yeah.
to B.
But if
You
you're
think
single
so?
out
You
here,
think so?
yeah,
Like, cause like I know I
Shout out
still
to
just
B.
off the B, C,
B is for
D,
beating
E,
on.
F.
you're wild.
nah, you're wild.
Nah, you're wild. You're wild.
That's disrespectful.
He said he's jerking
Nah,
off the D.
that is that? I mean, can that be considered cheating?
Because
Not cheating, but it's
Come on, bro.
it's
You're
wild.
playing with a line, though.
But it's memories. It's memories.
Yeah, but Trey.
But
nah,
Yeah, it's
that's-
like imagine like you with your shorty and she remember when she got deep dick by Daryl in college.
Damn.
You comfortable with that?
Hey, bro.
That
I
alliteration
found
was crazy.
old shit.
But she coming mad hard, like be like, yo, you ain't never come this hard when
yeah,
you
but
fucking
who's
with
to say
me.
that she's like,
Like you talking about now?
yo, if you're,
I mean, I send the pics. I send the pics now. So like, what?
yeah, but
Built for me.
Trey, you're slime.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Corey. Like,
you're
you should
not.
get rid of him.
Yeah, you should.
You should get rid of him.
All right, put it like this: if you're gonna keep them,
That nigga lying.
nah. But here's my
Get
thing.
rid
Wait,
of- get rid of all.
Yo,
nah.
mine's trying to sound good.
I'm
on
on
the
it.
Hold on.
No. If you keep them,
Yo, shut up.
Hold up.
wait, if you keep them,
Mhm.
you cannot touch yourself to them.
Yes,
That's the rule.
absolutely.
That's it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
Nah,
Except
bro,
for
why-
Trey.
I work
You
hard
want
for
it,
those.
huh?
I work hard for those.
Yeah, but I to be honest with you, and this is coming from me, I feel like I'm cheating. if I'm jerking off to my ex's photos and I got a whole girl,
I feel it. It's like you shouldn't be in that.
yeah, you
shouldn't
should
be with that person.
exactly. 'Cause
Yeah,
you still have
you
feelings.
fantasize,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I keep it.
Because it's different when you're fantasizing about somebody you don't know.
Trey doesn't count. I feel like Trey has an asterisk
Trey
next to his
is
birth
different.
certificate.
Yeah.
Like,
He said he had an
Trey got
asterisk on his birth.
Trey got hard copies of all them pictures.
This nigga said he has an asterisk on his birth certificate. What? Trey Jones.
Trey's one of a kind.
asterisk.
You're right. Like
Pending birth.
Pending.
Pending.
unknown.
Real.
We don't know. Error.
No.
My whole life
I
is
keep it all.
pending.
I keep it all.
God.
You feel me? I keep it all, bro.
So what's the next?
The second one was bad haircut story.
I'm
I'm gonna go
show you a
first.
picture.
I'm gonna
You
go
got a
first
picture?
because
I need this.
oh yeah, you have your picture. I'm gonna go first because this.
Yo, it's crazy if we have the same barber.
We probably do. Well,
Willie.
were you? Oh, okay, nah, it was
Willie.
Hold on, all right.
Hold on.
I didn't go to bed. He hate that nigga like.
Oh my god, I hated Willie.
Bro, he be in school talking about Willie, but
Hold
like.
on, you know who went to Willie for the longest? Tilly. That nigga went to Willie until like senior year. All right, but anyway, right? So I went to Cutting Zone one
Speaking
time.
of that, man, speaking of that, we gonna hash that out, bro. We gonna hash that out for me. We gonna hash that out for me.
On camera though.
Like we gonna hash that out for me. This is real
Yo,
serious.
we're talking about
Serious.
Stop
Well,
texting in the group chat.
Yeah,
Merry
right?
Christmas.
Yo,
I'm
I
not
got to.
He does it
So
on
what?
purpose.
So what?
You do
I
that-
it
you do that
purpose.
on purpose.
Every time.
And
every
none of-
time.
and none of
every
us
time. You know
respond.
why? Because y'all my niggas.
Listen.
Cause y'all my niggas. You feel me? And that shit needs to be cut.
Trey.
Like it's gonna be during my wedding day. I need that shit to go pathetic smooth.
Time heals all.
What the
You're not
fuck
getting
is
married
wrong,
no
Mike?
time soon anyway.
How do you know?
Nah, he actually lives with his girl.
Y'all don't live with my girl.
You better hide.
He beat her a lot.
All right, anyway. This topic is brought to you by shout out to super producer Kev. He's the one. I don't know if y'all remember Kev Taylor.
Oh
He's
yeah.
the one that
I used to play
he's
ball
the
with
one
him
that-
back
Yes,
then.
Kev is the homie, right?
Okay.
So he was like, "Yo, please ask us on the pod." So I'll give you my first story or my horror story. So I went to Cutting Zone in the mall.
I actually.
No, they had good barbers. They
No,
had good barbers.
yeah,
They
my,
had-
my barber now
Yeah.
used to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
they
too.
have good barbers, right? So I was in a rush. This is like when I first got my license, I believe. So
I
there
know
was
you
this
went.
one nigga in the back, right?
I know what you're talking.
This nigga never had anybody in his chair. When I describe this nigga, I am not exaggerating. I have no reason to. The nigga was about 5'2", black as shit. Mind you, we live in the northeastern region of the United States of America. This nigga had all gold in his mouth.
Yeah, I remember that nigga. Wait, did he always wear big ass jerseys?
Yes, he did. Nigga wore big clothes.
Bro.
Mind you, this is my senior year. It's 2011. We stopped wearing big clothes 5 years before that. That nigga like Flavor Flav.
No facts.
Not
No facts.
right. So I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm in a rush. The barber who usually cuts my hair, he was busy at the time. If you're in a barber shop and they hire you at a place where I get my hair cut, you should be able to cut too. That was my logic, thinking logically, right?
Facts.
If you're a barber, you should be able to do it well.
Let you in the shop.
Exactly, right?
And here's the
like,
thing, I don't want to cut you off,
Mhm.
but even if you give him like a regular cut, where it's like you just boom boom, like
Yeah.
A regular
Like,
fade.
regular,
Like, you can do a
like,
regular
please,
low
yes,
cut.
a regular
and just shake
cut.
me up.
That's all I wanted, right?
just don't. All right, keep.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, right? So I'm just like, yo, just don't fuck me up. Like, I'm good. So I get in the chair. And you know when you can feel it.
The line goes too far.
You definitely can feel it.
You know what I'm talking about. You know you can feel it.
Yo.
You know you can feel it.
And never felt the shirt right here.
Yeah,
Like,
this
position.
Like I ain't never felt the cut, the clippers
This
that
high.
high. I'm like, no, bro, no, right? So
He better just be giving me a part.
man,
Get to that
listen,
one spot, just-
yeah, like he just kept going over that one spot. I'm like, nigga, that shit's raw. Like, so he just keeps cutting. I'm like,
He said
man,
it's raw.
he's fucking me up. And he does the infamous move. He steps back.
Oh shit!
He's like,
Did you want this?
I'm like, I had the fucking glory tear. I'm like, yo, this nigga fucked me up, bro. I'm so tight. I'm fucking tight,
You
bro.
even see it,
Oh
right?
my god, I didn't even
That's
see it. I'm in the chair like,
The glory's there.
right, bro. The glory tear, bro. The fucking get out tear just dripping down. I'm like, he fucked me up. So after looking at me for 5 minutes, and and not only did he do that, he did the other thing, right? He tapped the barber next to him. He was like,
Oh,
no, bro, please
Yeah, you know, it's
Please,
like.
That
I'm
nigga
not-
went for a
Bro,
consultation.
I'm not even lying, bro. He's the oldest nigga in the shop, and he got the nigga next to him like, yeah, so what you need to do is just go over here and then just like line it up. I'm in the
I
chair
see you
like,
do
please.
it. You do it. Like,
Yeah,
you
I'm
do
like,
it.
please, bro.
Right.
You
right?
do it.
And you're just sitting there.
All I
There's
can do
nothing
is
you
sit
can do.
there,
It's
just
a helpless
victimize.
You're
What
really.
And niggas is in the shop, like niggas is cutting, like turning around, like ooh.
Nah, he got fucked up.
Right? And niggas looking over his shoulder.
It was just sitting there. Just,
And I'm just sitting there, the victim, right?
Did you pay for that shit?
Bro, I was a young boy. I did.
I'm like,
I don't think
I'm
I
not
tipped- I don't
paying
think
for
I
this shit,
tipped
yo.
him,
Suck
though.
my dick.
So-
Wait.
a
So-
20 tip.
He finishes the cut, and he puts the mirror in front of my face. And, bro, I wore a hat for the next 2 weeks, bro. It was so bad. Like, he had my shit slanted. It was back. It was just all bad, bro. And the nigga had all the audacity to go on break after that. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
It's like, nigga, you need to leave.
Shut up, bro.
You need to leave
Fire
forever.
this nigga, bro. Fire him.
You become a drug dealer,
Bro,
dude.
it was so bad.
That shit is traumatizing because,
It
like,
was
as a
bro.
kid, you gotta go to school.
Not only that, but and like I might.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
Obviously.
gonna go next. But like, sometimes you can't recover from that shit.
Mm.
Like for me, like, look, wait. Let me tell my story, right? And I'm gonna tell a story. Then I'm gonna show y'all a picture. All right, so
Send this to Q now so he can put it on the screen.
yeah, so. All right,
Yeah.
so as y'all know, I went to college in Florida, right? And like, around that time we were 18.
Is this
How
when
much-
you went to Supercuts?
Wait, no, I never.
Oh,
Wait. No, wait. How much was like the average haircut when we were 18?
Like 10,
Like 10,
maybe.
15.
Nah, it was
Like a dub, like a dub.
The dub is now.
Yeah, 15 is
That's
a
what double
So,
now.
it was
No,
this-
my cuss is 30.
My shit's
So like,
my shit's
yeah,
25.
nah.
Mine like 30.
My shit's 25 plus tip.
Yeah, so look, right?
No plus.
So look,
But yeah,
so
15,
like,
20, I'll say.
now mind you, I went to college in Florida, so like, I didn't know anything about barbers or anything because I just went to the barbershop with my pops. So it was
Yeah.
like, he pretty much shows the barber for
You know
us.
what I mean?
You know, which is normal, right?
Yeah, normal
So
shit.
when he dropped me off, he was saying like, just don't. My dad was like very big on, don't let anybody cut your hair because sometimes you can't recover from it, right?
Mhm.
So. I just let my hair grow. And y'all see me when I used to come home. I used to have
fro.
literally I used to have a fro because I just wouldn't let people. So my freshman year, second semester, I think we were going to a club. So I was like, bro, I gotta get a cut.
Mm.
And then my boy who had fucking dreads, I should have never trusted him because he had dreads. And he was like, yo, my boy
Nigga
Jose.
never had a haircut. Yo,
Yeah.
my nigga.
Yo, he's like, my boy Jose cuts people, and he's super sharp with the designs. Now at this point in time,
With the
Wait,
design.
I'm happy.
It was.
I'm
I had
happy
the
y'all
hair
caught
line,
that.
bro. Put an eye
He
in
just
your head.
kept putting an emphasis on the designs, but he never showed you the actual shape of it. So he was like, "Yeah, but look at the designs. Look at the designs." And so the dude came, right? The dude came to my dorm. Big Puerto Rican dude.
That nigga fucked you up in your own spot.
Wait.
In my own dojo.
So look, right? Wait. Wait. So he has a book of pictures of his actual cuts, right?
Yeah. But no line.
But you don't
No
see
line.
any lineups. You just see designs. I'm like, bro, I'm 18. You're not about to put no, and I don't play sports. You're not about to put no design on it. Like,
Put the
you know,
jet back in his
yeah,
head.
right?
I'm not no Mexican kid. I don't want my jersey number on my head.
Alright. Wait, right?
Cleveland Browns
Wait.
I can put that in the back.
So, and obviously, we're all
Fine
minorities.
school.
When you go to a barber and they clean the clippers or the scissors or the knife, what do they use?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
He used water.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Red flag 1, right?
Yeah.
That's
All right.
That's
So-
actually the second one.
That's really red flag
All right, so
2.
he's cutting me in my own dojo in the bathroom, and I'm like, he's in this spot, right? And I have like a mark here where I used to have hair covering, and now I don't because I still haven't recovered.
Yeah.
And I just felt him like I shout out to James, he listens to the podcast. He knows it's called a Jose cut. It's because he cleans his clippers and knife with water, so you get ringworms around the back of your neck.
No.
So look, and obviously it's not that many black people and Puerto Ricans at my school.
I'm
So
a
like if
bald boy.
Davone went there and he had like a ringworm on the back of his neck, I could tell like, oh, it's
Jose.
Jose.
Right.
So we used to call it a Jose cut.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when you used to have, and you know this because I told you this story, right? So I didn't tell you this part. So he's same thing with you. He's in that one area, but he's not doing it with the clip. He's doing it with the knife, which is like, yeah. Yeah, like yeah. So I'm like,
the razor.
wait, with the razor, right?
That's an
Yeah,
experiment.
razor. That's the
That's
word.
an experiment.
Yeah. So like, look, right. So I'm like, cause like how Aaron pitched him, he was a barber in the Navy. Like we're good. So we're
They're all
talking.
ball cuts.
Yeah. So wait. So look. All right, I was thirsty for it. All right.
All they do, yeah.
So look, right. So I'm talking to him.
It just hit me like, yo.
Yeah, wait. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like, oh, so you got your barber license in the Navy? He was like, nigga, I used to paint the boat in the Navy. What you talking about?
I ain't got PTSD. What? You got PTSD.
He's already. Nah, I'm about to pass my phone around and show you the picture. He's already in mid haircut at this point.
You paint the butt. I would have fucking stabbed this nigga. Are you kidding me?
So look.
I didn't drive it. I painted it.
So like, look, dirt on the poop that nigga.
Now, obviously, you know, in the men's bathroom in college, there's a big ass mirror, right?
Yeah.
My chair is to the mirror, so I don't see anything. He's looking at me through the mirror, doing that, and then he's like, all right, turn around. This whole shit is pushed up, and then he looking at the back, and he's like, oh, let me push the other side back. All right, now look. Now I had to wait. I was like, all right. Now when I show you this picture,
Give me this picture.
when I show you this picture,
Give it to me.
Now when I show you this picture, my head looks like this,
Like
right?
Trick Daddy.
So I used to have like this cheat code when I used to take pictures. Like, look, I used to do
Give him
this
the
thing
Trick Daddy.
when I would take pictures to make it less noticeable. I would go like this because it was less noticeable.
Do it again.
Or the one face.
You could tell there. You could tell there. You could tell. Show them on.
Wait.
Like you could tell, right? You could like look
on the
you
Corey's
could
face.
tell.
He looks so unhappy, like. He's like,
So
I
after
have
that,
never seen that much disappointment in a
after
porno.
that, I wouldn't get my. But like you could, but can't you tell? You could tell.
Yeah, he widen that.
Now,
shit.
and
You can tell he's like-
imagine if I just made a regular face.
Yo.
Look how long the
Nigga, that shit make you look like Megamind. Why his head look so fucking
Like, look.
big?
Till this day,
one side was so
if you
much.
look very closely at me, like very closely, you still see like a little bit of like my barber
left
tried
side
to.
close to the eyebrow.
Exactly, bro. I was bad. So like, look,
It's playing outside edge.
So the outside, the right side is in his fucking ear hole.
Wait, was that like for school pictures?
nah, that was for track pictures.
Oh.
So I
He
guess.
was pissed that day.
Yeah, he was.
You see his face, like, I'm not playing around, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Crazy.
and that's why like.
That side was so long.
So like now, I just like if my barber is booked up, he can't cut me. I don't get a cut because like that one time of me being impatient,
PTSD.
that one time,
Fucked it up.
it fucked it up. So it's
make
like
him mad.
you can't. Sometimes you can't come back from a bad haircut.
Yeah.
Nah,
And,
you're right.
and to be honest, we
Not
should
on the
make
way,
this
at least.
picture the fucking the fucking
The-
thing for the episode because like
This
yo,
nigga
like,
talks about this fucking cut like it was in Vietnam.
He said,
Sometimes you never come back.
Sometimes you just don't come
Nah,
back
but like
the same,
to be honest, the worst part about it was the fucking ringworm shit you would get on your
Oh
neck.
my God.
You got that and
razor,
ringworm?
This is razor bumps.
Bro.
Razor bumps.
Nah, it was a rash,
here in the Navy.
So-
Nah,
did you-
it was a severe razor bump.
Yeah,
if his clippers,
Did you pay?
if his clippers weren't
$7.
clean,
I'd have paid
I
zero.
done
Get
paid him
out.
seven
I feel like you
fucking
got
nuts.
No, that was a $7 haircut.
That was so funny.
he said you should have paid him in bullets.
Yeah,
To
so
his
it's just
fucking
like
chest.
yeah, that was
I used to cut everybody's hair.
and like watch. My
That
boys
nigga
from
said I
Red
painted the boat.
I paid the book, bro.
I used to fucking clean the
I was Jack before Jack.
But it was crazy because he would get like a Poland spring, pour it in a cup, and be like, dip, dip, dip.
Oh, no.
And you ain't say nothing?
That's the Navy.
You're not gonna clean the.
Why ain't y'all say
You're not
nothing?
gonna clean your razor, bro. Nigga.
I'm like, hey, yo, what
Nigga,
the
they're
fuck
smart
is
with it.
that?
What you talking about?
different.
They're smart with it, bro. We
That
good.
was crazy.
All right, Mike. What's your story?
Like, nigga, would you take a shower with just water, nigga? Like, you dirty fuck?
Bro, that's crazy.
Like, what's your story?
Okay, my story is not nowhere near fucking with that.
Nah, I told you that was a very
That's
bad
the
story.
shit right there.
But
But my horror story, my haircut horror story starts in with a lot of places that haircut horror stories with young men from this town area begins. It's at a shop called Williams,
Fucking
aka motherfucking,
fucking
aka
Willie, bro.
fucking
Williams.
fucking Willie,
Willie.
fucking Willie's, Willie's motherfucking.
I should have knew something was wrong when they had like the hair.
Willie's
like
fucking
the,
haircut's too silly.
Yeah.
So,
That was it.
boom. It was my fucking first day of college. It was move-in day. All right. Didn't have a haircut. No, for what reason I don't know. I didn't. Real bugging.
That's an important day of your life.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about it, but I'm like, fuck it.
That's
All right.
what it is, man.
Couldn't get my haircut done in my usual spot, obviously, because I'm getting up early to go to school.
Right.
Van is packed, ready to go. Like, yo, you need a haircut. I'm like, yeah, I do. And I don't know nobody in North Jersey, so I was like, all right, where can I go? My shop is closed. Fuck. The secondary shop is closed. Fuck, because, they niggas, they don't open up till 9:30, 10. It's 8 a.m., 7:30 a.m.
I ain't going to
So-
school. It's still this week for that whole week.
He's like, I know who's early. I know who's open.
Willie.
Or the fucking William. Because you notice the thing about shops, the butter the shop, the earlier they open. And he was open at 6.
On the first day of college?
Hold on.
He went to Willie's the first.
I went to it the first day. That's why to this day I think that's why I had to stay an extra year in college. I had to recover from that bullshit. So I go to fucking Willie's. I'm thinking, okay. Willie's is that's like the last resort, but I got one dude there that I know can take care of me and make me look.
Did you go to Black?
Black.
I remember him.
Him,
That's
Jarvis.
crazy.
The bull
we
and
always
his son
the
be
same
his son
thing,
be
bro.
singing and
Nigga always
shit.
wore a do-rag.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, all right, I know if he's there, he can make me look presentable.
Right.
I'm good if he's there. Mind you, fuck, it's still 7:30. I know his ass probably don't come in till 10.
Black
And
from City. He was not getting there.
And I was hoping and praying, boom. I go in, no one's there but William and the hairdressing bitches.
God damn.
Willie with his open chin.
And I'm like, I can't.
Come here. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm still holding out hope. I'm like, all right, maybe he coming in like 20 minutes. I'll wait it out. I'm like, yo, when is Black coming? He's like, he don't come in till 10. I take care of your young blood.
No.
That's fine. That's sign number one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, call me young blood. Yeah, call me young blood.
So I go and I sit in the chair. You know how niggas always make that joke where their fucking hand is like this?
Yeah.
Nah,
William's
he
hand
really
is
like
like this
Willie
for
really
real.
shaking.
Yo, he cut like this. Well, he cut me like this.
Mind you,
This nigga really come in with the Michael.
his shop.
This is his namesake.
Shit.
Yeah, this name. No, literally.
Imagine if you go to McDonald's and Mr. McDonald came in and made you a shitty burger.
I'd be upset.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, chicken's already ass.
Like, whoa.
Did you pay?
Chicken's fire.
Remember, it's just lettuce and mayo now. Like, you gotta throw a little something on there now. Ain't no love no more.
Get
They just throw that shit on
a
there.
slice of cheese on a cheese changes the game.
Cheese. Yeah.
Get a McChicken with cheese, change the game.
Right?
Promise you.
Try that shit.
Try that shit.
Did
Get
you
back
end up
at me.
paying?
I just had a Popeye.
I didn't pay. My father paid for it.
Okay.
All right, so how bad was this cut out?
It was bad because it was pushed back severely, and like he widened my shit out. So I'm like,
Sounds familiar.
fuck, man. And I'm not really in the hat game like that. So I just got to go. I went to North Jersey and I moved in very quickly. Moved into my room very quickly.
With a hat on.
With a hat. A Montclair hat. That's how bad it was. I got one of them souvenir caps they was handing out.
Throw that shit
And
on.
I put one of them motherfucking Red Hawk hats like shit. Put one of them bitches on, went into my room. Luckily, my floor was nothing but white people, so they can't tell the difference. So literally, my floor was white people. It was white people. There's one fine black chick. And then David Vasquez. Shout out to you, David. What's
David,
up, bro?
shout out Dave,
Shout
shout out Dave.
Shop last week.
Shout out my
Shout out
boy.
Dave. He put me on to my new barber. Thank you, Dave. And no complaints. But yeah, so it was just me and him, and then a bunch of white people. But so I wrote it out until I didn't make no appearances until I had to go to class. But he ruined my first 2 weeks of high school. I mean, college.
Yeah.
Still a bit sweet.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Nah, he Mine's pretty similar. I mean, it was with Willie.
Sounds like motherfucker. We sound like R. Kelly's victims.
for real.
The story's the same.
I too was affected by
I too was victimized by Willie.
Right. He killed my shit.
He killed
It was
my
the
shit.
same
He
shit.
killed my shit.
I was waiting. Yeah, that shit sound crazy. But
He played "Step in the Name of Love."
He said that shit sounds
He took me in the back of the studio,
Killed my
and then he killed my shit.
I was waiting for Black, just like you. I remember him. He was the only nigga that like looked
Black,
like a
yeah.
like a hoodlum. Sometimes you need like a
Black Kid Barber, because it's him, them, and then it's the old light skinned nigga in the back.
Oh yeah, don't go to him.
It was like, no, bro, you got the Sherman Hemsley. You're not cutting me.
Speaking of that, the nigga who used to cut in the back was my grandma's boyfriend back in the day.
What?
That's the nigga with the wavy
Mr.
hair.
Clay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your grandma was fucking Mr. Clay?
Once upon a time.
Jesus Christ.
He said once upon a
When you
time.
say it like that,
Small.
sounds absolutely
Disgusting.
ridiculous. But yeah, we just
I can't wait till Clay come over and set this pussy out.
We just call what?
Out of pocket.
Girl, what you doing tonight? Clay coming over. Clay got this move where his tongue vibrate like a clipper. He calls it the shape up.
Out of pocket.
Not the Clay.
Shape up.
Girl, he coming to shape me up.
Yeah, well, once upon a time,
Oh,
that nigga was my grandma's boyfriend.
That nigga, he went to my church. I don't know if he go anymore.
Was it during his tenure at Willie's?
I don't know. Nah, I think it was
Okay.
long.
Oh, okay.
Never went there.
Back in the day.
Oh, when this whole shit was in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
when
he
his whole shit was there.
He
Okay.
fucked me up, bro. He did me dirty, and the thing is, like, if you know me, anybody that knows me know, like, my mom do not fucking play
Not
Nope.
at all. And like, I went outside.
Nah, but
She's my bad.
but like certain haircuts are easy. Like
Yes.
if you have like
I just needed a Caesar.
not even that, but if you have dark, crisp hair, it's really just like drawn. Like
Yeah.
just follow the hair.
Not Willie. And again, Willie,
It's
bro,
not him, man.
I don't know if he did the same thing to you, but when he cut my shit, literally, bro, these are the clippers, and he used to take two hands and go like this to your headline, like boom, boom,
Like
boom.
He had the
And I'm
Michael J. Fox hands. Like, what the fuck, bro?
So it wasn't as bad as y'all. Like y'all felt it. So I felt it right here on the sides a little bit, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let him go because he's a nice guy. You feel me? Took off that shit, bro. My shit was up here. I There's a picture. I went to Fontaine. I went to y'all indoor meet, and I got remember the hats. It had like the little fluffy shit down here and like the Russian type of hat.
Yeah.
Jay-Z made that joint.
Nigga, it was so bad. My shit was like right here. Like the hat was like right here.
Oh my god.
My mom came in there. She said, "I'm not paying for this." And he was like, "Man," he's like, "Look what you did to my son." She started going crazy. Went. I don't know if y'all ever been to this barbershop. Right across, not too far, 3-Star.
Yeah.
I went to 3-Star. We went straight to the nigga with the dreads. We just,
shit.
I don't know. We just kind of, I don't know if it was our instinct, but we went straight to the dude with the dreads, and he like kind of fixed me up a little bit.
Okay.
And then that was the end of it. Like I was okay.
Yeah.
It was manageable,
It
but
was
he had me up here with
Yeah,
it.
like
Yeah,
what are you
you-
doing?
And when he was done, it was like he was like proud of his masterpiece type shit. Like, what the fuck?
He
Is
said,
you doing,
you got another one,
Right,
really?
you really don't know.
Another satisfied
Yeah,
customer.
Another satisfied customer.
He asked me if I want. He had,
Rent, nigga.
I don't know if you know how you have like the wave grease and all that shit, like with the beauty supply shit. He asked me that I want some like wave grease and shit after my mom was going crazy.
So they got hairline restorer, bitch?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, you got any Beijing in there so I can cover this bitch up?
Yeah.
can we rewind time, nigga? Like, God,
You got a
damn.
time machine in this hole? So I can not come here?
And so I can be like, yo, let's go to Willie's. And then somebody slaps the fuck out of me and say, nigga, no. You got a better chance with a fucking open fire and some scissors. Why the fuck? I will never go in there again.
And it's
I
crazy
will
how many
never
people-
go in there.
It's crazy how many people really got bodied by him.
He's
Like,
right.
You really got more bodies than like Tiana or something. Like, bro,
Yo, that
I'm
nigga's
not lying.
That
Like,
is crazy. He was really a
That nigga's the Bill Cosby of haircuts. He got mad victims.
He got mad bodies because he was really a staple in the community. Like everybody knew. Keenan went to him for years.
Keenan was one of them like abusers that liked it.
Still go, yeah.
He didn't like it.
Keenan was one of them niggas that was like on the show defending him. I don't see what the problem is. Willie was a nice guy. He was always on time.
I know him from years. He would never do nothing like that to me.
R. Kelly Robert would never do nothing like that.
Never.
He read me bedtime stories.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
taught me how to sing.
So that's my story, man. Like that was bad.
He learned how to cut his own hair.
Wait.
No.
He said you said Willie fucked his grandpa's hair up so bad that he learned how to cut his own hair.
Yeah, he literally went and got clippers and cut his own hair to this day. To
Wow.
this fucking day.
You really
fucked his shit up.
You really hate to see it.
That nigga said, "I'm gonna rethink this whole haircut thing."
What's your story?
Yeah, all right.
Wait.
I will let my grandmother cut my hair before I let William do that shit again.
I don't mean to sidetrack. Didn't you cut his hair one time?
I cut his hair. I cut hair. Trey's hair.
But
like
nah,
twice.
Corey was decent.
Trey looked like a
At
nigga
that time,
that
Corey
was
was
good,
decent. Like,
Nah, I just did what I just said.
Fall
If
the
you
line?
have, if you have dark hair, it's not hard. It's just like when you find people that have like not the best grain of hair. It's just like, all right,
When they got that Trey Young shit. Woo.
yeah, like that. Yeah, I don't have
Niggas
that.
shit be thin as hell. But all right, Trey, what was
I
your?
got two stories. You feel me?
Move
I ain't go to Willie's.
Move up to the mic.
I got two stories. You feel me? I'm like y'all niggas. I ain't go to Willie's or I ain't have a Navy painting a boat and shit. Like nah, I went to myself, nigga.
Oh,
he
God.
fucked this up.
You might have
So look,
the worst story.
Yeah, the first one. So I'm at my cousin Pop's crib and shit. We got clippers and shit. So I'm just,
Your uncle.
you feel me? Nah, this is like
Okay,
you feel me? It's too much makeup and shit.
Anyway,
I was gonna say, yeah, it's black people. You
Five
gotta
kids,
yeah,
yeah.
your cousin,
Five brothers, one
Listen,
sister.
I call my grandpa, my grandmom's husband.
Lot of shit.
It's not my grandpa. That's my grandmom's husband.
Fact.
yeah, you have a grandpa.
yeah, exactly.
So I was just in the mirror just playing around, bro, and I was just like, I just fucked my whole shape up. So
Did
you know how like you was a kid, you go to bed when you about to get in trouble. That's what I did.
I need to take my ass to sleep.
That's what I did.
I need to
You
go
feel
to
me?
sleep.
So they're like, yo, why you go to bed so early? Like my whole shit was fucked up. Fucked up, bro. I fucked my whole shit up.
Oh no! How old were you?
Like I was like a young boy. I want to say probably like maybe 11.
Oh,
like,
damn. Right at that age.
So like,
Right at that age.
So then,
Wait, just the one to start battery.
so then my dad was like, you know what his punishment is? You can go to school just like that. Send me to school just like, bro, my shit. They this is when I lived in Trenton too. So this is when I lived in Trenton.
Yeah.
So you know all the kids, yo, what happened to you? What happened? What happened, Trey? I'm like, bro, the barber fucked me up, bro. Yeah, like you nigga sue for that, right? I'm like,
You can sue for that.
Yeah, that's emotional distress. My nigga, I seen
You know
you
what
on Judge O'Mathis.
So for the second one,
That's
bro,
the PSTD.
the second one, I'm in my neighborhood and shit. So I'm going to Gary Sharp crib. I'm riding my little brother's bike, Isaiah bike. Niggas, the brakes still when you push back on the pedal, they still stop. You feel me? So I'm going to his crib. I come back. I'm going to my own crib. So to get in my crib, I gotta go like this. Go around, make a left and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm making a left on this, make a real sharp left on this bike.
Yeah, you was dirt bike riding.
You feel you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we
in that
ride
shit.
dirt bikes
Me
before.
mill shit.
Yeah.
So as I'm turning to the left, bro, I fall off the bike. Like, fuck, my whole arm just scraped up. It's white meat.
Yeah.
Fall on my head. Crack. I'm just rolling in the street.
Damn.
Like, bro, like my whole arm was, everything was bloody.
Yeah.
I get home. I'm like, I tell my mom what happened and shit. That's what you get. You feel me? So these niggas put paper towels on me with duct tape.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
No, look.
Wait.
These niggas-
First of all, how did we get here?
Where did that come from, bro? Like,
What?
Where?
Wait.
What was you thinking, right? Her and teacher, what were they thinking?
Wait.
Duct tape? Like, bro,
Wait, please tell
they
me.
shipped me up as a package.
Does
bro.
this tie into a haircut?
Yes.
Where's the haircut?
I was trying to figure out.
So look.
Okay.
As I hit my head, I got two big ass bumps on my head, like two big ass bumps.
Yeah.
I got a haircut that same day.
So you got
mind you,
nigga, that was a
So
bad
look,
knot,
so
nigga.
so I'm at the motherfucker in the barbershop. You feel me? Mind you, I went to the barbershop. I don't know why Charles took this here. I went to the barbershop by Gatanos. in the borough.
Nah, they good.
Nah, I went there.
But I don't know why he
You
was
went
there. It was
to-
just
you went-
random.
you went to Jimmy?
Maybe he knew.
Yeah.
Bro,
I went to Jimmy.
bro, all I know I had
Years.
2 fucking bumps, 2 knots on the side of my head.
The fuck
So, bro,
happened?
he's cutting my head.
Hard as shit.
I'm just
Over the night.
Y'all niggas know me. Y'all niggas know my haircut.
Yeah, you tell me.
Low. I want the drip. Feel me? I want it real low.
Yeah.
Feel me? Shape it up. I want the beard dark. Keep it like that. You feel me? It's
11-year-old
easy.
Trey
You
with
feel
a
me?
dark beard.
Cause my hair, yo, like a part of my hair don't grow type shit. Like
Yeah.
part of my hair does
Yeah,
not
you
grow.
fixed it, right?
It is-
I'll talk to you after.
It is not grow. It is not
Tory
grow.
Lanez, yeah.
It's for real.
Yeah.
I'll show you videos.
That's why all my haircuts is always low, like super like a 1. Like for me, a 1.
Yeah.
Next time I want to see you in only 3 or 4 weeks, nigga. Okay? I don't want to see you before then. Type shit. You feel me?
I hate him.
But I'm in the you feel me? I'm in the chair, cutting my shit, going over the same spot. Just hitting that bump.
Over the fuck.
So then he's like, so go call my dad over. Nigga still got a bump in his head, right? So I'm like, yo, mind you, bro. I'm still in the chair. I'm still in the chair with duct tape on my arms. I still have the paper towels on my arm with duct tape. It's on my leg, my elbows, and my arm.
What, you got like a hoodie over it or something?
Niggas hit the button underneath the desk like
You got like a hoodie over it?
Child services.
Bro, it was hot outside. It's in the summertime, my nigga. Like, bro.
So you can see the duct tape with paper towel.
Bro, I'm in there. UPS me.
Then what
Put
the
me in the
fuck?
mailbox.
UPS me.
UPS me, bro.
In the middle.
UPS me, bro. These niggas shit me up as I was a package, bro. I'm in the chair.
So nobody asked questions when you came in?
Nobody asked questions. For what?
Mind your business.
For what?
Mind your business.
Bro, I'm in a chair leaning like this.
Halfway dead. Because this nigga done ran over
My
your
head hurt. I broke my headphones. You feel me? My body
that was the worst
scarred
day of your
up.
life. You had a terrible, horrible
It was
news
Saturday.
day.
It was a Saturday.
What
bro.
a way to ruin a
That's
Saturday.
always some shit that can happen in the summer.
Like, bro, I'm riding this little ass bike and I just make a sharp turn. I just fall off.
Oh, man.
My body just slides on the concrete.
I got a story like that.
I just slide.
I
He
don't
just
know
hitting the same spot.
Oh, man.
Zzz,
Over the
zzz.
speed bumps, bro.
Feel me, bro?
I got
You know
a
my
story.
head used to be on. We used to have practice on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
My head steaming with the number 1 cut, bro. Got a low cut. That's
You put the
it.
alcohol in that shit. I don't know you damn near died.
Yeah, like, bro. What?
No, I got a story like that. I fell off my bike one time. But I say, I'm sure y'all got a bike riding story.
We all do.
Nigga, I was like coming from my house. I used to have this like dope ass little mountain bike, and it had like the handlebars that like went vertical, but it had the joints on the side too. So my shit was lit, right? So my boy was in his crib. So like I look over to like say what's up to my boy, and I accidentally hit like the front brake because I was being a daredevil, right? I was being a daredevil.
And there goes your face.
I waved with my right hand and pressed with my left hand. That's the front. So I said, like over the fucking.
That nigga ate handlebar.
Yo, I did the
Nigga,
same
did
shit.
a flip,
I did the
bro.
same shit.
What's that show? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bro, I did the same shit, but like with me,
Yeah.
this is when we lived in Trenton. Like to get in my crib to go down a hill and shit. My brother was like, "Yo, go down here real fast and just press the brakes."
Oh, he's
He's a dick.
Bro. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, yeah, fuck it. I'm going down the hill, bro, to my
Nigga ain't
crib.
read a science
I
book.
put my brakes super, like just grip them shits. My bike really just started turning. I'm in the middle of the street like this, and I remember because my neighbor came. He was driving down the fucking street. I'm still in the middle of the street. I just rolled over, bro. I just rolled to the sidewalk, bro. He's like, hey, get up, bro. That shit, fucked
Nigga
me.
dead.
Bro,
Oh my
I'm
god.
just flipping in the air. I remember it. Like I'm just.
Man, nothing was.
That was a steep hill. Like, I'm going down,
Man, riding
pedaling
bikes.
super fast.
Riding bikes as a young boy was the epitome of childhood.
What?
All right, y'all. I gotta
Probably
real
the
quick.
rich.
I'm gonna just read a couple questions that we're going, then we're going to do the topic. Real quick, keep y'all answers. We're gonna keep the answers real short. All right.
Touch her.
So these are that's crazy. These are questions that some of the listeners asked us. Actually, see what's going on.
What's the name? If I want to know names. Too.
I'm not gonna say them. I can't ask some.
Redacted.
All right. So one of them. Oh, Trey, you asked us about the dyke. We talked about that
But
already.
the dyke, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
get
a-
it.
we
that is-
covered
I
that
don't
already.
get the dyke
That is
shit,
a slur.
bro.
All right.
That is
You
The stud is the proper term.
Stud.
But we're
like, what you mean?
They're not trying to
Bro,
we're not getting into it.
We're not that serious here.
Yeah,
right?
they're not that canceled neither.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Champion, nigga. Say no.
Anyway, here goes one.
Mm-hmm.
Real brief. Our friend Kahina. Shout out to you, Kahina.
Follow me.
Kahina.
Happy Founders Day.
I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, happy
She's on the
found.
episode, right?
Happy
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, Katrina.
Yeah, I was-
It is the 16th today.
That's my girl right there.
Happy Founders Day to
That's my boo.
Kahina.
That's not my boo.
Yeah, word.
AKA.
Do it for me.
Zeta.
Do it for me, LZ. Do it for
Do it
me.
for Lil Saint.
Hell no.
No.
I remember her on that
Ruined my
episode.
Yeah, she'll ruin your whole
I'd
existence.
end up pregnant.
She somehow would do it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kahina though.
Seahorse.
Shout out to the Happy Founders Day. Shout out to all the Zetas and all that. So she asks, what's the weirdest sexual experiment or experience that you've ever had?
This joint I was fucking with, bro. She had a wig, bro. This is like, I'm not even really hip to wigs at this point in time. This is like junior year and shit.
Okay, wigs weren't that cool yet.
You weren't that cool yet. She had a wig, bro. So fucking around, so I'm just hitting it, right? All of a sudden, the wig just comes off. She got a regular cut like Corey.
Knowing you, I'm surprised you ain't slapping in the back of her face.
Bro.
Michael
I'm talking about palming her shit.
Michael Jordan.
You feel me? So like, I'm in a situation like, I'm like, yo, should I keep hitting this or like, should I just
And like, did she like look back or something? Like, did she like look at you? Like, did y'all like catch eye contact?
go eye
Like, was it,
contact?
like,
We
was it,
did.
Like,
We call eye contact. I'm looking at her, like looking at
She
me.
looking back at you like-
so I'm just like, I'm gonna just keep on hitting.
questionable strokes? If you still had a question mark at the end?
Like the
Nah,
animation.
like, that shit was weird, bro. Like it was weird because like the hair was on, and all of a sudden I just pull a little.
Nah,
really.
that's shocking.
Yeah, but like, should have cut like Corey though.
She had a cut
Should have
like
faded everything.
Not
fucking
cornrows.
slick
Like she didn't have cornrows. She had a cut like Corey.
She had a Caesar.
Like it was a lie from the beginning.
Oh, wow. You hate to see it.
Hate to see it, bro.
That's good.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, Trey.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
like
you.
Corey. That's all I remember.
Never forget. He's clearly scarred by that.
Yo, it was crazy, bro. Like, it was crazy. Like,
I feel like you said it was the craziest experience.
Weirdest.
All right, I feel like the weirdest experience was my first sexual encounter. Like I told you guys earlier, it was with a white girl. I will never forget her. Holy Cross, you feel me? But nah, she
This nigga's trying to go to jail. But anyway.
bro, this is how I knew it was something was going on, or she was experienced, I would say. I got in the car. We had the last period together. She left early. I went to her car. She had like a kind of like an older, like I don't know if it was a Cadillac or what, but it was kind of like that, like a big body. And I walked in. I got in the car and the seat is already back, bro. So look. So it's either A.
Your quarterback was just back there
Right.
already.
It's either A. Somebody was just in this bitch, or two. You're trying to make me super comfortable.
been here before.
And that made me weird. It kind of freaked me out because it's like, all right, so maybe like, this is my first time. Like, and I'm talking about like not sex, but the other thing.
Oh, she about to neck?
Yeah, neck. Yeah, that's first neck.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga about to get that.
And it was a great. All right, what was weird was leading up to it because it was complete silence. We didn't have small talk. It was just like. The radio was kind of going, but it wasn't 98.9. It was like 96.5. You feel me?
It was 101.
Yeah, it was one of them joints. And like she just kind of like just, and I'm just sitting there. I didn't know what the fuck. This is my first time. And then she's like, "So you're gonna let me?" And I was like, "I just did. You feel me?" And then the rest is history. But I felt like that was so weird because, bro, I'm not exaggerating. 5 minutes is a long time. It was like 5 minutes of us just not really talking to each other.
Yeah.
I'm in the car with her.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up like this, the seat's back, and we're not saying nothing. So like, that shit was weird as hell.
Nigga sitting up, but the seat was back like Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, so that was my kind of, but that was my weird moment. Mike.
kind of awkward.
I know.
Let me think.
Bro, I feel like she ain't have a cut like Corey.
All right, so I think my weirdest thing, I won't say it was more the most out there thing is when I had sex in that swingers club.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like real wild.
What you mean? Oh yeah. What the fuck is
I
going
told the
on?
story a few
He told the
times.
story.
Word?
Yeah.
I don't hear this episode.
Nah, it's actually
Oh, bro, swingers
popular.
clubs.
That was back when it was just
It's a
me.
popular
Yeah,
club.
yeah, it was.
You
Yeah.
there with a joint type shit or?
Yeah, I was there with a joint.
Okay.
Yo,
So,
it was like that.
nah, that shit is lit, bro.
It's super.
Oh, for real?
I fucked
Nah,
up
that
all
shit is
my
lit.
shit,
So basically, I'm gonna do real quick. Basically, it's like it's known. It's a swingers club in Philly. It's called Saints and Sinners. It's in Philly. They do
very popular.
very popular. They
crazy.
have
I
events.
didn't
They
have
have a
no
Philly one and there's an AC one.
Okay.
Mm.
So Philly, they have like events and stuff. Me and you still gotta go. We gotta take. I mean, yeah. So we'll set that up. So
Yeah, we'll go as a family.
yeah. I mean, we
No.
Eight niggas just walk in there?
no,
wait.
We're gonna bring our respective ladies.
Because I looked online with the girl. You have to, if you're not a member, you have to come with a female.
Yeah.
You have to, and it's like, and we know a girl that works out at Edge that has been a few times, and she's never had sex there. She just goes because
It don't have to be that type of.
like it's not
What goes down there like
All right.
that's my next one. Like SVU?
Hey,
Like,
all right,
get
all
to the
right.
meeting, nigga. What's up?
So real brief. All right. So it's like a little sex club.
This ain't our first strip club encounter. It ain't nothing like that.
It's more classy.
we were wild. We were wild.
We were
He was there
wilding,
too.
and we
smelled like
don't.
ass and garbage
everybody
juice.
Corey, we got a story. I don't know if you remember.
We was wilding.
Oh, God.
So-
All right, go ahead.
So basically, you go in. It's like a nice little club. Like it's literally like a regular club. Like it's three levels: the main level, the bottom level, and the top level. Top level
Dirty.
is no. It's no.
That's clean.
No. Very, 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 very clean. So clean, in fact, that they have people that are literally just paid to walk around and do like they do cleanups and they wipe everything. Like say like some girl's like naked and she gets on like one of the couches. As soon as she gets up, somebody's right behind her wiping this shit up.
Like
So like when
NBA
you
niggas-
went, you saw like niggas and shit? Like when you went, you saw niggas doing
Real
this
quick,
shit?
Niggas take a charge and doing that shit.
Nah, this shit
So
is
it's very classy and it's very sexually liberating.
It's
So
coming explore your talent
Exactly,
type shit.
exactly.
Like,
like I walk in,
No judgment zone.
it's a no judgment zone. Like I walked in, I seen it's like literally like a nigga on a whip and a chain, like being a submissive, like he's a dog to a dominatrix chick, right? Or something like that.
Shit. We'll get to that after that.
Oh, come on, yo. You almost like shouted on names. and shit.
Jesus Christ, Trey. So we go in and it's like I go in there and the chick I'm messing with at the time, she's a dominatrix. So we in there, she put me on all this and I'm like, all right, this shit is wavy. And so
Sound like a squirter.
Trey.
Love squirters.
Trey, let the man finish the story. Yo.
It's too good. Like this shit sounds too good. Like come on.
So we go in, we do a couple rounds of like going up to the bar, dancing like whatever. Go see like the whipping station, see the girls strip. They do like a little fisting class.
This is red, bro.
No, this is a class. Even when you look online, it says business casual.
Yeah, like nigga, like you
Like
can't.
come like yeah.
We like as we are, we could not go in.
You know, we can't go like
Suits
this.
with dick
No,
holes in.
you can't. We can. None of us would be allowed in the way we are dressed right now. Like you got to go in like you going to
With
like.
a joint. Like, you have to go in with a joint.
First of all, you have to go with a joint, and then you got to look presentable.
Yeah, like
That's crazy.
I'm walking in there with a
semi-church.
tuxedo with the booty out.
Right.
I know the perfect person.
I mean, unless you in that. And that's why they downstairs they have a changing area for you to do all that type of shit.
Okay.
So whatever, I go in there, we make the rounds. Then like the main level is the fuck floor, where it's like you got your private rooms to the side,
Yeah.
and then you got like a main area where it's like a room where it's like all like plush couch, like leather couches.
And everybody just
People can just go in there and fuck. Like when I
like
seen that,
SVU.
like I watched the like three girls have a threesome.
What episode was
I was about to say,
It was where Elliot and Stabler they was like going to the type of club and shit. That's what,
Yeah, it's like that, but it's less creepy.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's something he's describing like leather couches and shit like that. You feel me? Yeah.
So they had a shot. So me and the girl we went to one of the side rooms. We had sex a couple times, and that was lit. But it was just like being in that environment was so like, oh, and I'm like, actually trying to be intimate, and it was like, okay, but like it was dope. And like I went a second time.
Same joint.
Nah, I went with like a group of friends. That time was
It didn't go out that well.
No. Because the one girl thought she was like she was like a real church girl and thought she could handle like being there. And she didn't really know where she was going because her other friend pressured her into going like, and told her like, oh, it's just a regular club. You can go dancing. Like she didn't really know what she was walking into.
Why would you even set somebody up?
And I told her, I was like, yo, do you know where you're going right now? Because I've been there. You're not going to be able to handle it. No, I heard it's a dance floor. I mean, yes, there's a dance floor, but you got to get
fuck
through.
floor too.
You got to hit. There's a fuck floor as well. You understand? You got to get through the fuck floor to get to the dance floor. You know?
So what happened with that?
Within 5 minutes, she said I couldn't handle this, and she had to leave.
What did she handle though?
She just couldn't handle seeing all that.
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people can't handle seeing all that.
Because it's really open. Like,
maybe I'm just
people just walk around.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Nah, son, like I ain't trying to be on some shit. Like,
It's different.
if y'all, especially y'all got some ladies that would want to go, I'm down to go. I know he's down to go.
To be honest,
You should get
I
a
know
lady
myself.
just to go, just to see. It's
If I go, I doubt I'll even have sex. I'm just there for just the vibe. I know
Nah, if I go with my girl, I'm not if I go. I'm having sex with my girl when I bring her.
So you just go for the environment?
To be
He's looking
honest,
around like-
my girl's not into stuff like that. So 9 times out of 10, I can't go.
Facts.
I'd have to get another
Facts.
girl, and I'm not.
We're not doing it. And my girl's curious. I don't know if she'll be, but I don't know how she'll react when she gets in it.
Exactly.
She's asked about, she's curious.
I've
But
asked
like,
my
if
girl
I
first.
bring her in there, I don't know how she really will react.
Yeah.
So this is okay. So this was like the fun time of your life that you were not the fun time, but
The wild time of
The
my
wild
life.
time.
The
There
wild
you go.
time of my life.
Did the Joan ever approach you? Like when you was there? Like another Joan ever approach you?
No.
It's more so for women to approach other women there.
Yeah.
Not,
And then if you there, you around for the ride. Right? You know what I mean?
And the only reason I know this is because my homegirl has been there for like a few times. She's never had sex with anybody there.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a girl, so she could just go. Because if you're a woman, you could just go. If you're a guy.
I know a Joan that would be definitely into that shit. Like you feel me?
A lot of Jones
Guys
say
can't
that.
just
And when it's
walk
time to
Nah,
go.
like,
yeah, not really,
like,
yeah.
nah,
You
this
would be
Joan,
in-
it's different when you're in
nah,
the
like
sex,
this
like-
Joan is like, she'd definitely be down.
Like,
to get
my
to that
girl
shit.
is not with that shit at all.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Got one, Corey?
I actually don't have anything like that. I've never.
So I don't
But
have.
that's a great. Where's that shit at?
Philly is right in second. It's Fishtown.
Write it down.
Oh, my
Yeah, Station City. It's
Oh,
like
it's a whole website. You can go.
It's in Fishtown.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look into
Just
it.
look up the calendar.
I don't have any.
I'm gonna get denied, but
It's in
I'm gonna look into
Fishtown? That's
it.
great.
Yeah, fish down. I don't have any weird sex stories.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
Girl, cool.
Oh, that's another. That's basic response. What's your favorite album from the 2010s?
That's
Damn, what the hell?
That's a good question.
Nothing was the same.
Oh, it came out to definitely nothing was the same.
Not into like that decade. Not just one 2010.
Oh,
that whole decade.
No, yeah, what 20 cents? That's
I would-
Yeah.
Well, me personally, I would say Good Kid, Mad City, by Kendrick.
Can't go wrong with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my favorite. That was such a, and then What a Time to Be Alive was
My Crazy Life.
I knew. Okay.
My Crazy Life.
He loves
Like no. Even so,
Yeah,
like
this
from
is
start to
really-
finish.
No, it's a good
that
album.
shit-
It's a really-
movie.
it's a really
Like,
great
he paints
album.
a whole
It is.
picture.
No,
That
it's a
shit is
great
fire.
album.
Like not one song on that shit that you could.
I might. Ooh.
But like that's a lot.
2010.
That's a lot of albums. You think
That's
about.
hard.
it's like 2010 to 2020.
Super hard.
The first thing I can think of right now is probably Freudian by Daniel Caesar.
that was good.
That
Mine
wasn't
is
there. Okay.
all like after. I mean, I had to look a little bit because I just listened to so much music, but definitely whatever Kendrick dropped. And then also I would say Mac Ayres' album. So I listened to those.
Those some good ass albums.
It's hard to pick.
Those some
just
good
one.
ass albums,
It's hard to pick
boy.
just one.
Yeah.
Between
Those some good motherfucking
between
albums.
Kendrick, Mac Ayres, and her.
Yeah.
I listened to them a lot towards the end of the decade.
And then I'll throw in My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Yes.
Fantasy.
Always.
Wasn't the Carter
Wait,
3
no,
drop?
was that 2010?
Carter 3, that was like 07, 08?
I'm about to say that was actually 2010, right? Yeah.
That was exactly 20. I just looked it up.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, because that.
My Beautiful. Yeah, that.
Cause Lil Wayne didn't drop it. Lil Wayne. didn't
Can
drop
we
it.
get back
They had a lot.
Okay.
They had a lot of them.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't
what I'm
Heartless
saying.
on there?
Heartless was 808s.
Oh, okay.
Yo, I didn't get on to Kanye and Jay-Z till I got to school.
That's crazy.
Is it King?
Till like,
Yeah,
what?
like my roommates used to play that shit all the time.
Who's your roommate?
Well, I lived down the hall from these niggas. I had my own shit. Like,
Okay.
I was living white man,
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah, you.
So, I mean, no elevator, straight heat.
Trap. Facts. Like,
All right, y'all. I got a few more that we're gonna do from a listener, loyal listener. She wants to be remain anonymous, so won't say her name. Shout out to you though.
We know. He knows.
oh my God.
Jesus Christ!
He
Trey.
knows.
Shut up, nigga. Damn.
Damn.
All right.
That's all right.
First question is, Where can I go to hunt for a man?
Oh my god.
Where do chicks
That's a
go?
good question.
Where do
That's a good
chicks go?
question.
Where do we be?
Niggas just be out.
Everywhere.
Like
You just gotta go out.
It's
like they wanna be
easier.
found,
It's
yeah.
easier for women to find men than it is for men to find women. It's way easier.
Yeah.
It's way easier. Because
You
like,
just
look,
gotta go outside.
yeah, because like for me, my pride won't let me download Tinder. Not that I need it now, but I
I
just
never
won't.
get Tinder. I'm good.
Like I'm good because I just
Yeah.
feel like with Twitter, with Twitter and IG, I don't think that you need.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Like people who have that are thirsty as hell. Like to me, it's like you don't need that.
No.
And half
Not-
the Jones on there aren't.
Yeah,
from
9
what I
times
hear.
out of 10, the people who have it don't need it.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, the people that I know use it. None of them have been like successful with it.
Mm.
So it's like I say people that I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know me.
I would say definitely
I
like.
call,
I was about to say, yeah,
I definitely
you
call a
definitely-
couple of things off of it. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's cool. I'm not looking down on nobody, but I don't think it's
This nigga one day Blair hit me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm about to drive down to Stockton." I'm like, "Nigga, for what?" He's like, "I just joined on Tinder. I just seen it." She was like, "I'm like, nigga, Stockton? Are you trying to get hung?"
Yeah, I say that's a vibe.
I'm not surprised. Blair, I knew Blair was out here getting
Nah, but
that.
there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it's necessary because the same thing you
He
can do
don't
on
need that shit.
Yeah,
He just
no.
on there for shits and
the
giggles.
same thing you can do on Twitter, you can do on IG. The same thing.
That's true.
Fact.
Especially me because I used to be a fucking bandit in the DMs.
Bandit.
We know. So literally, to answer your question, I know she's asking this question because she's looking for a certain caliber of
Well,
man.
she wants
Yeah,
to
I be seeing
very,
that, yeah.
very
Specific. Very specific.
very specific.
Yeah.
damn near a nigga that doesn't exist.
Nah, her nigga exists.
It's very few. though.
It's very
Yeah.
few. It's very few. It's
go-
very few.
I would say
Go
very few, but it's few.
to
Like,
the
it's-
NFL draft.
Yes.
Nah, that's exactly.
That's a perfect.
Draft.
No, but they're not financially aware like she would want.
Well, she wants.
Niggas are done with their money.
She wants an NFL nigga who has experience in
And a
forex
and a
and
degree.
also has a master's from Harvard in marine
Yeah.
biology.
But it's
And
also in blood. Also in blood.
Also a blood and a and Latin king by association.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
yes.
But knows how to treat his mother.
So,
Like, what
she
the
want a gangster with a gentleman. A gentleman.
Yeah,
Nah, it's more than that though.
It's
Nah,
but like,
wait,
no, there's literally specific things
you
that
have to
that's-
be like 6'3" and over 220.
But shit like that, like, are you like, think about it. Are you really going to find all that shit in one nigga? Like, let's be real.
more
let's be
likely
real.
no.
More likely no, right?
Nah,
You
I
feel
think
me?
when it comes to that,
They're
you
out
really,
there.
and I told her
Yeah,
this,
you was out
you
there.
have to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah,
Because I
Yes.
tweeted, you liked it.
Yeah.
You have to pick and choose your
Facts.
battles with dating people because you're never gonna
Nobody's
find,
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're never gonna find Mr. and Mrs. Perfect.
Right.
You just have to pick and choose. Like I know, like there are some things that I just can't wrap my head around, so I don't deal with it. And because I can't wrap my head around it, you'll never leave the friend zone. But there are things that I like you. You're not good at this, but at the end of the day, that's not gonna keep me up at night.
No, that's
So,
valid.
yeah,
That's valid.
exactly.
That's valid.
Word.
Yeah.
So listen. I'll say, yo, go to some happy hours. Go to some mixers. Go to the gym.
The gym is perfect.
The gym is
and a lot of guys are looking.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
doing their thing, but
But a
they
lot,
keeping
the problem with that is a lot of girls will be trying to talk at the gym.
Yeah.
At all.
And I get that. I get it.
Yeah,
You're trying to work out. I get
They
it.
want to work out.
I say I work.
Yeah, you work
I
out.
work at the gym, so
They want to
like,
work out.
the
I know
thing
that
is,
shit.
like, a lot of people come in there to be seen, but they don't want to actually
Talk,
like
interact.
talk
It's so
and interact.
fucking stupid.
So it's really contradictory. Like,
so fucking
it
stupid.
is. It's
so fucking stupid.
like
weird,
it's like
like,
social
because-
media in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's like
bitch, you better come spot
Instagram.
me.
It's like Instagram in.
You can like my picture, but
Yeah.
don't DM me.
People want the attention, but don't talk to me.
Right.
Here's my thing. That may be true, but at the same time, if you really are attracted to a nigga, it doesn't matter where he talks to you.
That's a fact.
It doesn't matter what.
Especially if he comes off the right way.
Yeah, because
too.
like, look, put it like this. Because the same girls that be like, don't DM me, they answer DMs. They just don't answer yours.
Yeah.
They just don't answer yours. But there are niggas that they reply to, and there are niggas that they DM. So like, if she's really feeling you, it doesn't matter where you talk to her at. Like, I've seen girls get bagged in front of her parents. It just, if they like you, it's gonna happen. If they don't like you, it's not.
That's a fact.
Word. So
Would y'all ever delete? You know how like I see on Twitter like people like
Delete the
delete their
All right.
IG DMs. Would y'all ever do that?
Never.
I would
I
never do it
did-
either. Like
Never.
that's
Nah.
Unsent by sender? No.
yeah.
Nah,
Oh, no,
that's
never.
cool.
For what?
Hell no.
For what?
It is what it is.
What?
Like
I
if
did
you get
it once,
rejected,
and I did it once to a John that I used to mess with, but at the time I didn't know she had a boyfriend, so like out of respect she didn't respond.
okay.
But then as soon as I deleted it, she responded it. But she was just being cynical and petty at that point.
Yeah, cause how did she know it was you? You know what I mean? Like, she must have went to y'all thread.
She knew,
that shit gets sent. Like you should. Okay.
But she knew that was probably the only person that would do that at the time. So
And I couldn't do it. And then I would think that they would know who it was me. Anyway.
For what though?
And to be honest with you,
what?
you not replying to my DM is not like a slight to me.
Bro,
it is.
I can miss all my free throws. I'm in the game winner.
Yeah, you got a lot of level-headed niggas in here. A lot of niggas don't think that way. Like
I'm not going to DM you
I don't
twice.
care.
Yeah, because
Hell no.
niggas have egos and they don't like. They can't deal with rejection, and then when a girl doesn't talk to them, that's basically the 2020 version saying, "Bitch, you ugly anyway."
Yeah,
that's like what it is. But
I don't want to say that. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
About the girl.
A lot of dudes just can't handle rejection, and they'd rather be like, "Oh well, I don't want to talk to you anyway." Like,
You see it every day on Twitter. Every day.
Bro, I see it every day on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. People posting that shit up like, "Oh look, somebody else didn't."
Bro, that's almost as bad as like exposing a female. Like that is like
I think exposing is worse. Like, but it's up there. Yeah, those
but like even if a female like exposes me, I'm not gonna expose you. Like that to me is like the corniest shit in the world.
I used to be super petty, like.
Oh, we know.
But like, my petty was like hurtful words now, like I curse you, bitch. You feel me?
Like LZ said, some of us are level-headed, but like,
exactly.
I say used to.
Goes back to the asterisk.
Used to. For me, now be different.
What's the next question?
Maturity.
So.
My bad, Mike.
You need now. You need answer now.
When you think of next question is, when you think of bad sex from a woman, what makes it bad?
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, your head game is trash. Like you feel me?
Not even because you can
Everybody go one.
That's step one though.
One at a time. Trey, you begin.
All right, you feel me? If I gotta like keep doing some extra shit to keep getting you wet, bro, like it's over. Fun's over, bro. Like
that's not necessarily her fault though.
It's not.
Why are you not keeping it wet, Trey?
I mean, hey, sometimes people don't get wet like that. It's not my fault.
I feel like it is your fault.
It's not my fault.
It sounds like that might be your fault, Trey.
I feel like it is your fault.
You said when you feel like bad sex.
When you think of bad sex from a woman, what makes it bad? So what?
Okay, so like Corey kind of alluded to it. Like it's not always her fault. So I feel like bad sex to me is like if we just not connecting or vibing at all. Yeah. Because if I can't stimulate her.
That's what you're trying to say?
To say if you can't stimulate.
if you're not wet off just me alone.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't stimulate, if you can like I look at a girl in the face when I have sex. Like I want that connection, bitch.
Yeah, no, me personally,
I want a connection, bitch.
Trey has sex like a murderer.
Yeah. That nigga has sex like. That nigga has sex like Joe Goldberg from You.
Yeah, a lot of bitches though. Get a lot of bitches low key.
Nigga has sex like Will Bettelheim Strokes.
Just staring him in the eyes.
Hello there. I see you.
Blood it up.
Oh my god.
Blood it up.
All right, Mike.
But yo,
I see you.
But no, if I can't
I still don't do that. That's crazy.
I'm the type of dude like when I'm into like you can be the baddest whatever, but if I'm not stimulated mentally, it's kind of hard for me to like get into it.
You really are a Drake ass nigga.
I love Drake. I don't say I'm a Drake ass nigga, but like when your mind is in it mentally, it's just better. Like so, I feel like if I can't do that to her and we not connecting, that's bad sex. Like,
at that point, I don't even want to do the shit.
Right? Exactly.
Like,
I'm out.
It's trash. You know some shit trash.
Yeah, because like,
you feel me?
No, but sometimes it might be trash because she's not trying to. I don't know. When she gets to that point, it's like, I'm not really feeling you. Like,
what about you?
If you're not putting in no effort,
I've never had that problem.
if you're not putting in no effort, if you're just laying there and you expect me to do all the work,
You got no ride game. Your head trash. Like
you're not
clenching up and shit.
Like if you don't have no like we're having sex. Like we're not fucking doing a business transaction. We're here to be nasty. Like if you're not trying to be disgusting,
talking shit, man.
Then what the fuck you doing here? Like bitch, we're not fucking swapping recipes. No. We're fucking. We are fucking. We are fucking right now. You understand? Like we are fucking.
My dick
inside is in your vagina. I'm not asking you how many fucking pumpkin seeds you put in your pumpkin pie. I'm putting my cock in your puss. You understand? My balls are slapping your puss at high speeds. Do You understand me?
He said at high speed.
High speed.
At fucking at maximum, like plankton, bitch. I put this shit in maximum overdrive. You understand?
That's funny, but
Like when you land there and you just like and you not like putting a little hip action in it, or
you just all timid up.
your head is mad dry.
Wait.
My balls are dry. You're not spitting on it. There's no spit. There's no like. What are you doing?
Sloppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It don't even got to be sloppy, but like I gotta know that you.
What do you bring to the table? Like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
I'm not bringing a lot too, but I'm bringing a penis.
Saying, what do you wear?
I'm bringing a penis, and I'm bringing effort.
Yeah.
And if you can't at least match that, you trifling bitch, then why are we even doing it?
Mike is the James Ennis of sex.
Hell yeah.
I'm bringing you rebounds and hustle.
I'm mad hustle. I'm mad hustle dick.
I might not score 30 points, but I'm gonna have 3 steals and a block.
I'm gonna give you mad screen assists.
Screen assist.
Screen assist dick.
Mike got brick wall dick.
Yo, I got mad Kendrick Perkins cock. I'm giving you fucking quality hustle minutes.
I'm giving you this Amir Johnson dick. Hustle play it out. All right.
Pat Bev.
Here, yo, mad. Oh my God! Wild Pat Bev cock. I'm slapping the floor.
Listen, wild dick. Wild role player.
Mad Bruce Bowen dingaling, baby. Let's go. I am on your ass for 48 minutes.
4 quarters, 94 feet. I'm on it.
I'm on the from the tip
Slap the ground.
from the tip off. My dick is in a full court press. You understand me? From the
Boxing one.
boxing you out from the 3-point line.
I think for me, like as you get older, you start dating, you realize that you don't have sexual chemistry with everybody.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like no matter how bad she is or anything, it just might not be there. But then you have women who you don't have to speak to for months at a time, but as soon as that time, you just fire every time, And it's just like
Are you okay?
I think for me,
Motherfucker gotta fucking poke the hole in his sweatpants.
I think for me,
they're gray.
head doesn't matter because you could teach that. That can be taught. Like, all right, especially me, I'm like a low kid hooker.
They talk just like that.
All right,
Take it to the base.
So what you gonna do now? Is you're gonna ride. Oh, what we're gonna do here is you're gonna ride this dick to completion. We're looking at about 60 degrees and overcast skies.
Nah, just don't be lazy. Like, just put the effort in because, even if how I look at it for me. Even if it's not like, let's just say like her ride game isn't good, but she's giving me effort, I can coach that. Good, I can harness that.
At least you're coachable.
Yeah, at least you're coachable.
If you're coachable,
You got potential.
Because like usually what I've noticed, like the prettier chicks, they're not really all that. They
can't do shit.
Yes,
they can't do shit.
The really
they can't do shit.
The really pretty chicks that I've
Darts though. Hold on.
the really chicks that are just like the chicks that I look like, damn, I can't believe she'll be like clip that. I'm like, what's really work?
Yo, have y'all ever had a chick where it be like, yo, I can't believe she's letting me do this.
Yeah.
Me? She's letting me clip? This is wild.
So that being said, it's like if I can get a girl that like she might not be like the best at this or that, but I can like coach her, like that's perfect.
Yeah. If she's coachable, that's clutch.
That's clutch, and especially because Greg Popovich. Like I like
turn to a pro in a minute.
Like I'm not perfect. Either coach me because everybody's different. Everybody
likes different things.
Everybody likes different things. So it's like
you gotta be coachable.
Yeah, like teach me to. And I don't tell them like teach me to please you.
Boss.
Exactly.
Nah, same thing though. Just don't be lazy. Like, just don't be out here like this.
Just sitting there.
Just don't give me the death fish.
Yeah, like if you want to do this, then let's fucking do it. Like,
you already
did. Like,
you already did. My
dick out. All right. Act like your shit out. All right, let's fucking do this.
Let's mix it up.
Let's get mixing.
What's the next one?
Facts.
One more. Two more. One. What's the longest distance / time you consider for being in a long distance relationship?
Never happened. So I don't know.
I mean, I was in one.
Long distance.
Like, how long would you like? How far would they need to be, and how long would you need to be in
Up
it?
north, bitch.
I would say over 2
Up
hours.
north.
Over 2 hours away.
Yeah,
long
that's
distance.
if you're
Because you got to plan out a day to go that
Yeah.
far.
If you're past north, you're past my.
No. Not for it to be considered long distance. Like, how long would you? How far would you be willing to be away from someone, and how long would you be willing for that to be the case?
Oh, how long would I actually like deal with that?
Yeah.
That's
I
tough.
wouldn't. I couldn't be in a long-term, long-distance relationship. I mean, if it's like just some temporary shit, all right, yeah, depending on the relationship
Right.
we had before it happened, or if
Like,
we know that we're
yeah.
gonna come together. But like I said, if I'm like at this point in my life, like if I'm more than like an hour and a half, 2 hours, slow.
Yeah, 2 hours is my limit.
Yeah,
Super
I'm
hours.
not doing it. I'm not.
2 hours.
I say,
I'm
yo,
not
past
doing
Newark,
it.
it's over.
Not doing it. Yeah, past Newark. I just
Yeah.
feel
At our
like,
age
slow.
right now, it's hard to even have one. Like for
It
me,
is.
it's hard for me to go back. Like maybe when I was younger and more optimistic about relationships and love and stuff like that, I could have did it. But now,
I'm not
hell
talking
no.
anything.
Yeah,
Like I know me personally, like I need ass to death type shit. Like
Nah, he's crazy. He's being
Trey's
serious.
gonna have a
I'm
lot.
sure like if you really live like that far away, I'm going to cheat. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I need ass, and knowing me, I'm going to get some ass some way somehow.
Sound like a crack addict.
see fucking sex.
Now, when you live in New Jersey, the most important thing is booty. Now, we can do this the easy way on the highway.
You could blame somebody for
Yes.
that. I mean,
Now, that's.
And that's tough on both
And
people.
that's
It's
real
just-
shit, though, like-
I feel like it depends on what stage you are
Mm.
in a relationship with that person.
That's true.
Because it might help the
When the
relationship.
distance
Yeah.
comes into play.
miss you more. And,
Now, if you first meet somebody, be like, yeah, but I'm in fucking California, or I'm in like fucking North Carolina.
You did out California?
So like when I graduated college in Ohio, my girl went back to California. I went to Chicago.
So you went to Chicago and she was living in Cali.
how that worked out?
How long were y'all?
It lasted 5 months.
5 months?
how long were y'all together?
You
when y'all was
need ass, right?
We were together like almost. We started dating right at the beginning of my senior year, so like 10 months, 11 months.
Okay, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't a year yet.
Right.
Okay.
I agree with your point.
Do
Though,
you
like,
think if you guys
depends where you're at.
were together
Yeah.
longer, that it would have lasted longer after y'all?
Like that distance, but like
That was it?
That's too long. That's wild.
So look, I have a wilder one.
That's a mandatory flight.
My sweet mate from college wasn't going to college in Florida, and his girlfriend lived in Singapore. He didn't see her for over 4 years.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. That's like, come on.
It's not a relationship.
Am I tripping?
I gotta say
Right.
Neneno, my brother.
Yeah.
I got to say Neneno.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Not doing nothing.
No.
So everybody's saying like the limit's like 2-3 hours.
2 hours, and
At
it
this
depends on
point in life?
stage.
Yeah, at this point right now, you're like 2-3 hours.
Yeah,
Max.
2 hours.
Max. Maximum.
If you like you
3
got
Ls
time in,
going
if you got time in,
If you got time in,
It's easier.
the distance might not matter.
Yeah.
It depends how much time.
at that point the distance might not matter, but there still is a limit on the distance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not going over 2
Not-
hours.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter as much
Like
if y'all
if-
have time
like-
in, but it's still gonna it'll
Yeah.
affect you after a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
Even
right.
even whatever y'all consider as the perfect woman, even if it was the perfect woman, y'all still would. If it was over 3 hours,
If it's the
If I
chick
feel
that
like
I,
it's a perfect woman,
if it's-
if I feel like it's the perfect woman, I'll
Yeah.
travel. Like that's
Okay.
yeah, if it's like the woman I think I'm going to marry,
it's worth it.
like if my girl right now was like, yo, I'm going to fucking
Maryland.
like fucking Florida.
Mhm.
Oh, Maryland ain't shit.
Yeah, Maryland. Yeah.
Maryland, but Maryland is 2
That
hours.
is 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
ain't-
that's
that ain't-
drivable
For her, that ain't shit.
Okay.
But like, if she was saying I'm going to Florida, I was like, well, let's plan this Disney trip, baby. Like you know what I mean? But like, you know, it depends on who it is and what the time you got in, and I mean,
Yeah, and I'll say
whatever.
this: if you really like a person, you're gonna do whatever
Yes.
to make it work. You're gonna
Sure.
turn because, like, when you really like a person, all the red flags you don't look at them.
Yeah.
It's when you really not feeling them is when
Yeah,
you
bad.
look at the red flags. And when you don't like a person, nothing they ever do is gonna be enough.
Mhm.
When you really like a person, they can do the bare minimum. The bare minimum. You.
Yeah, and it don't got to be red flags, but just like
You
as
looking for any
simple,
sign,
as simple as
Exactly.
Yeah.
as simple as like because you like them, you want to make it work.
Exactly.
And it's not even a red flag, but you're like, all right, you know this is a clear obstacle, like okay, but you feel like you're willing to overcome any obstacle.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean?
if both parties want it to work,
It'll work.
it'll work regardless. It don't care if
Yeah.
you're in New York and she's in Alaska.
Yeah.
If both parties want it to work, it will work.
Yeah.
What happens is when you have one person that's 60% and the other person's at 100, that's when shit goes this way. I don't care if you live off the block from me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
What's the next one?
Okay. Last one. Then we will proceed. All right. If a man cheats on a woman,
No.
Oh boy,
No, he didn't do it.
I know this one.
He didn't do it.
All right,
He didn't
go
do
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
if a man cheats on a woman, would you advise her to leave, or do you think men can have one fuck up and actually do better?
Nah, let me go first. When men, this is the difference between men and women. When men cheat, we're literally just trying to get our rocks off, right? And it's probably something that the woman is doing that you're with. It's just not enough, right? So like, let's just say you with her. Nah, wait.
Trey's about to take this
Wait.
actual decent point and ruin it.
Let's just say
Facts.
let's just say you're with her, but like she's not really coachable and she just doesn't she just doesn't
Do what you would like. Do what you want.
yeah, like she's not nasty enough, right? Which is a red flag. But like relationships are underway, right? Women actually like the nigga they're cheating with. That's the fucking
How
problem,
you know that?
huh? Because sex with women is not just sex. Like me,
Yeah.
like who I lost my virginity to.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about you.
But at the same time, how many times have you seen a nigga start fucking a joint and then
They get attached,
and then they get together? It happens a lot.
Couple times.
But
It happens a lot.
They do that so they can keep fucking her.
yeah.
Because she probably says, you can't keep fucking me unless we're together.
No, we've all seen
But
that.
like,
when they
I know,
actually
like,
get
I
together.
really
like
that's
them.
their
Yeah. Like I got a couple of niggas like you feel me that end up with side with
Yeah.
doing B.
Yeah, they end up
That,
with
that,
side.
left they
They left
feel
the
me, that
main
main
joint for
joint.
the side
And you know what I don't
and they
like?
fuck with the side joint even more than the main joint.
Very true. Okay, all right. You're right.
that
You're
is
right
true.
about
But
that.
at the same time, for me, and I'm talking for my what I see, like when women cheat on men, it's because they actually have feelings for that other nigga.
Mm.
So like,
Yeah, I've never heard of no nigga just. I've never heard.
I'm
No,
a
no,
firm
no.
believer. I don't think that's true. I think it's the same thing. I think women cheat because that other nigga will give them something, but that the other nigga is not giving.
but
them.
here's the thing.
Like attention. That's usually what it is.
Here's the thing. Men can have sex with women they don't like. They can do that. Like they can do that. Sometimes they prefer it that way. Women, that thing not getting wet unless they like you.
Exactly, bro.
Like you gotta make
I'm
them
telling
laugh.
You have to, bro, like, it is a process. Like if you're cheating on you, bro, you have to go
That's
by
true.
the-
That's true.
And 9 times out of 10, they're dirty because they cheating up. That's the issue.
That sounds personal, though.
It sound real personal. He got crazy.
But no,
on that one.
I think that both of them can kind of separate it.
He
But
lost
I
me.
see what
He
you're
lost.
saying. Maybe
He got real for a second. I know how.
I feel like all men are kind of like how you were saying, but I feel like there are some women that have that man's.
I mean, yeah, but
Very
those
few.
are the
They're
freaks
very
of nature.
few. They're very
Because
few.
I've seen them
And-
where they
and
just
it's
like
a
I'm
man
just
that
friends
made
with them, but
them
they
that
just
way.
like I'm just with this.
Yeah,
dude,
but
you
a
know what I mean?
man made them that way. That's
Listen, man.
Ah.
I understand what you're saying, but I just can't get jiggy with the excuses, bro.
No, but here's the thing.
I just don't get jiggy.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Raise your hand if you can have sex with a woman and never speak to her, never speak or see her again.
It's business talking.
Exactly.
I think women
A
do the
woman
same
is
thing.
not gonna
No.
do that. A woman is not.
No.
Because they have to like you, Julian.
I don't think so.
And it's not. It's the.
You don't think girls have like shit that they just regret and they never talk about again? Like,
Exactly.
bodies.
Like the-
But here's the thing. Like,
Women
look, we have
dead ass block niggas.
Yeah.
Like women do that way more than
But like,
men.
think about it. We're men. Our penis just get hard. We're ready to go. They actually have to. It's like a process. The foreplay. Like they gotta get that thing wet. Like they have to like.
I will say this: there are women out there that do function like that.
Yeah, they're the few. They're the proud.
Yeah, they're like the Marines. They're the Marines.
Nobody wants to be a
They're the
Marine.
Marines.
No Marine.
You know how
That's the worst one.
you know how all Marines
dangerous.
are soldiers, but not all soldiers are Marines.
Same thing.
I like that comparison.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a rectangle is a square, but a square is not a
I
rectangle.
don't know. I think we might. I think some people underestimate women, bro. Like,
And like, look.
No, I
look at
don't.
what you
I
said, though.
don't. I don't.
Like, look at what you said. Why is she cheating? Oh, you're not giving me enough attention. He's nice to me. Like that is a process.
Like, bruh.
That's a
but you
process.
like to play devil's advocate, like it's bad. Like if she's not just giving you like, oh, she just don't fuck enough for me. Like That could be the same reason. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but she
attention.
also likes him.
That's
Because
attention.
think about it, if a woman is not gonna fuck her husband or her boyfriend, but she'll fuck another nigga, she really likes that nigga.
But do you think
She might eat. No, I wouldn't be surprised. Look,
a reason for it though.
Example, Ozark. When she was having an affair.
Yeah.
Bro, she was in love with that dude.
Yeah.
She wasn't married.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
That's a fact.
Like,
She planned, like, bro, like
yeah,
she was playing shit out,
What-
bro.
and y'all heard the episode like,
Bro,
No, remember, hold on. Stop.
It's not like-
Stop.
Niggas do that too.
But, bro, no. But they must know off the jump when
Niggas
they
get
about
their
to do
wives
Wait.
murdered.
that is true. Men are crazy. I'm not saying
Niggas
that.
will be like, hey, yo, bro, this bitch gotta go. Put hits on her wives.
But here's the thing, though. But
To get a side
wait,
put a side to
wait.
her.
Remember the episode? Oh, the Corey Chronicles when I was saying how women just operate different.
They do.
Yes.
They
do.
But
They're
look,
very smart though.
as of me and you that have been in long-term relationships that have
Yeah.
severed, right? And I said this before. When women break up with you, they did it 2 months before.
Oh, yes,
they just
absolutely.
didn't tell you.
I definitely believe that now.
They
Like,
Yeah.
operate different.
Yeah.
Look, like this. Look, it's January. Let's just say I'm with A, and we break up in January. She broke up with me in November. She just didn't know how to tell me.
Right.
So she was acting weird from November to
Right.
January until
I
we
know.
got into a small fight that we would have recovered. And then she's like, you know what? I can't do it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I know you can't.
I know.
Because you left me 2 months ago.
Yeah, I know. I knew.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
That's crazy.
But anyway, like men and women just operate different. Like,
Corey funny as hell. DeMarco.
No, I feel you on that. Like, and I feel like it's kind of more fucked up. Like if
women are
in their head
smart.
they're not being fucked up. They're being kind of like they're trying to.
Because it probably
Save
ain't
your
that
feelings
fucked
or-
up.
And
No, it's not them.
I
I'm saying, like,
understand
yeah.
the reasoning. Like when you're in a long term relationship, and from like the woman's angle, if she's leaving you, she's like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. And to be honest, I don't know how to say it.
That's the same thing when niggas cheat. Like, oh, shit, I ain't tell you because
Yeah.
I ain't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't really like her. I don't really like her.
Yeah, but I was gonna
That's
stay
it.
with.
Well,
I was
that's
gonna
like-
stay with you.
It's like a parallel universe.
You wanna leave.
You know what I'm saying? It's a parallel universe.
But
Y'all
like-
in the same direction. They just,
But like, all right,
the
so-
reasons just don't cross. You feel me?
Why is it that when men cheat, 9 times out of 10 the women will stay? Let's be honest, they will, right?
Because women are
But-
stupid.
But why is it that when a woman cheats,
Niggas ain't. It was heartbroken.
Because of niggas
not
like
only
you, let
wait,
another
not
bitch
only
fuck this
wait, when women get caught cheating,
Yo.
not only. But I feel like this. I feel like. All right.
What are you
I feel
doing?
like when women get caught cheating, it's because they want to get caught. Like versus.
If they want to get away with it, they can. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like with men, I feel like we get caught because sometimes you're sloppy, you're just not really that smart, you're not going about it the
Got
right
people
way.
signing
Not
their
to say that
books.
it is the right way to cheat, but at the same time, I just feel like when women cheat and you find out it's over and they're kind of okay with it because they like that nigga.
Bitches have backup plans.
Yeah, because women
They
are
have
a lot smarter than we give them credit.
I mean, we.
But bro, I mean, I get what y'all saying, but I've seen the same thing for niggas.
I'm about
I've
to say,
seen
niggas definitely
cheat-
have backup
see
plans.
Niggas cheat who don't care.
No,
if they
wait.
get caught.
Men,
We got
but like
backup
this,
Catch me.
What?
Please,
As a
beg
man,
you, catch me.
I'll say this. Wait, I'll say this. When a man, look, and I said this before, a man will stay in a relationship that he's unhappy in because he's familiar to it, right? A man, and ladies, listen.
Bro, you're preaching right now.
A man is not going to break up with you to be single. That's not how we operate. We are going to break up with you because we have somebody else that is ready to replace you. Okay? Simple as that. Men, I'm telling you, men don't leave that whole. Wait, look, and I hate this shit. That whole, I'm just not ready for a relationship, or I got a lot going. Nah, I just don't, bitch. I just don't like you, right? And this is what I hate. Women are notorious for like.
too much game right now. Like,
Women
damn,
are so
like-
notorious for like giving the most bullshit excuses, like, oh, he got this going on. He's just not ready for a relationship. No, that doesn't exist. You're just not it for him. That whole I'm not ready for a relationship, it just doesn't really exist. And like I feel like women always want to sugarcoat bullshit. He just don't like you that much, sis. And Mike said this on Twitter.
He's saying some.
Most things are quite simple. It's just women, they just overcomplicate it. Like it's not. It's simple.
I'm gonna say how that.
It's simple. Like some things are not that complicated. Like, and women get caught up in this just finding excuses.
They sprinkle their little stupid woman juice over.
No,
it.
they just sprinkle.
They fucking
their pussy over.
They sprinkle
that
stupidity.
dummy woman sprinkle fairy dust
all right,
over some
well,
shit.
This is my favorite. Well, why didn't you and such and such work? Oh, he's just emotionally unstable.
What was the problem?
No, he just don't like you that much, or he doesn't see himself in a relationship with you. It's that simple. Because like I don't know how y'all operate, but for me, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
When you don't know, because I don't really fucking like you. Simple as that.
That's very true.
And uncertainty in gray areas. It's not it.
Yeah.
A gray area exists because you're just
Niggas operate. Men
Yeah.
operate is a yes or no. I want you. I don't want you.
men are so simple.
We're
too.
gonna show you. We're gonna show you.
Yeah.
If he's like, yo, he doesn't text me, he doesn't call
Yeah,
me,
you'll know.
cause he don't want to
You'll know.
motherfucking talk to you.
The
Duh.
moment.
Like, oh my god, why are you so fucking dumb? Y'all so fucking stupid. It's just like it's fucking a horse will fucking kick you in the teeth, and you be like, yo, where the fucking dolphin come from? You guys are fucking dumb. Holy shit. You have a fucking horseshoe on your cheek, and you're looking for motherfucking chimpanzees. Like, there's gotta be something deeper. No, bitch. You just got kicked in the face of the horse, you fucking stupid ass.
Certain things are just a lot simpler than what they appear to be. It's simple as that. And I think that, like, moving forward, I think women would be better off if they just took uncertainty in gray areas as a no. Because, like, women are so quick to say men ain't shit. Man, yo, you mess with niggas that don't like you. That's not my fault.
Right.
You know what happens though? Niggas think sometimes, like, so as soon as you know, it's like niggas are toxic. So as soon as John stops talking to you, and you can see you're like, oh, she doing this now.
Well, like
What's
this.
up?
Wait, put it like this.
I mean,
I'll say
not all
this.
people.
I'll say this.
Oh, stop. That's bullshit. Because women do that same fuck thing.
Yo,
That doesn't mean
I tweeted
it's
that last
So don't
night.
say men are toxic.
Women definitely have a sixth
Dude,
sense
bruh,
of
they
when you're happy. and
they
what's
can
going.
smell it.
Yes.
They can.
I
Oh
promise
my
you, yo.
god, my
And
nigga. They can
know.
fucking smell it.
They know.
It goes from
They
their
know.
I
toe.
think it's human nature because both sides do it.
I never did
they
that to
do.
a
Both
chick.
sides do it.
I've never. I don't think I've ever done it. Not like the future memes. Like I've never done no shit like that.
Yeah.
Like
No, the future means
You don't have to take
funny,
that.
yo, that's funny as hell, yo.
Oh, no, I've never done
And
that.
it's too accurate.
If you
too.
going, you going. Like, I really don't care. Like, too far. Like, if you gonna walk out, you gonna walk out. Somebody else come right back in as soon as you leave. Like,
Well, I'm not trying.
I just
Yeah, you're right.
nah, that's real shit.
But they both do it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, we both do it.
I think it's hard to say one does it more than
But-
one. That's what I'm saying.
I'll say this: women aren't guilty of all of it because, like, if you look at a female and you see her like doing crazy shit or like weird shit, I know that he made you that way.
Yeah.
Like I know because I've seen my friends do it to women, and I'm not gonna lie, I've done it to women myself. So it's like we're not innocent here. But at the same time, there's got to be some accountability.
I feel like at this age, like, you're supposed to know, like, separate what's real and what's bullshit.
Exactly.
Like, if a nigga really talking to you talking some bullshit, you gonna know.
Yeah.
Like, if he canceling you multiple times, he don't want to chill with
Exactly.
you. Bitch. Like, you feel me? If he going out his way, like, oh, I'm trying to do this and that and that and that.
If he hangs out with you and it's not anything physical, it's just like y'all
He
going
fucks with
to
you.
a movie or
Feel me?
Yeah, if he can hang out with you and he's not thinking about or trying to fuck you, then he likes you. But if all of your situations end in a nightcap or him trying to have a nightcap, that's bullshit, and that's fine. Like if that's what your intentions are, cool. But at the end of the day, if you're a female, you entertain 3 dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all bullshit situations.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear you venting about how men ain't shit.
Yeah.
Look at what you're entertaining.
You're in that.
Like
You're in. You're
look at, like,
in the
kinda-
fucking. You're in the fucking sewers.
And when
Talking about why it stink.
When Todd was here, she was saying that men put on an act. Like, and she's right. Cool. But that shit don't last forever. And you could see through it after a while. Like, to be honest with you, when you're talking to someone and you don't have to talk every day, but if you really like he or she, you're going to.
Yeah. Just naturally. Like,
Naturally, right? after talking for he or she for a month,
You're gonna pick up on
you're gonna
shit.
pick up on shit, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're hanging out with them in person, you're gonna notice things. And just because, and I said this to Top, just because you choose to turn a blind eye to fuck signs doesn't mean that it's men that are the problem.
Oh yeah, nah.
Because you're just
Yeah. Oh yeah, women definitely ignore red flags.
yeah, that's not men.
Definitely.
It's literally
I definitely
it's literally like, yo,
You ignore
it's
red
like,
flags?
Oh yeah.
it's
Yo,
like,
When you like somebody,
Yo,
it's hard
you're
not
go-
to. It's
yo,
like, yo, I like her.
That goes for men too.
100%.
I've
definitely
It
ignored
is
red
very easy to
flags.
ignore red
oh,
flags.
bro, I've ignored a bevy of flags, and I went in there like an asshole, like, yeah, this is gonna work.
This is great.
But like, that's literally like, yo, you see the sky's gray, you see the clouds forming, and you be like, yo, you surprised that it rains on you. Like, bro, it was coming.
Yeah.
You just gotta like
Yeah.
take the proper action.
Right.
Get your umbrella.
Yeah.
Go inside. Don't stay at the park because you're gonna get wet. And when you get wet, don't blame the storm.
Yeah.
The storm was coming, baby. You gotta know.
Maneuver.
You gotta maneuver.
I feel like, cause so like, say like you smacking the joint within the first week. Cause I have a feeling like smack the joint the first week.
Okay.
So that kind of like gave me like a little like impression, like, all right, she's like a little. I mean,
I
little,
disagree because I don't.
No,
I don't
no.
think that.
I don't know. I'm saying it's half and half.
Because I think like what you said earlier, we're at the age.
Yeah.
Niggas is grown.
Yeah,
Niggas
like
ain't
I
got
say,
time.
we're at-
But no, I'm saying like in school, like this is why I'm in school.
Yeah.
Even in school though, we're
Nah.
older. Like
I
I'm
put
about
like
19, 20, 20,
She could
21
have
type
like,
shit.
she could have been at the
Like,
same mindset. Like, yeah, we just
bro, like I knew this Joan. Like I got
Like,
her
I like
number.
you, and I also want you to
Like,
have
bro, I
this
got her
pussy.
number on Thursday. I said good morning, beautiful on Friday morning. Had her in my room before I was done with class by 2:00, and I was hitting it before 3.
That Friday.
that. I
Like that, bro.
me personally.
Like
No,
that,
I
like
get
that.
Sound
that.
like she was just trying to fuck.
Yeah, but like,
it's college.
She was like her first question was, "Do you like my toes?" They were painted all white. I said, "Yes."
Oh well, there are. She
Well,
had the all white.
She was right.
She was right. Came out
Yeah.
with booty shorts on and a tank top. I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah, it's going
yeah, like okay." And to be
I say,
honest,
contrary
that's
to
different,
popular
I feel
belief,
to be
sometimes
honest,
women
like
just
to this
wanna
day, like
fuck
that's
guys.
one of my
Yeah.
closest friends.
Yeah, but like,
we don't even
And
fuck.
I learned that in
Yeah.
college. Like girls really
Sometimes
just want to
women-
fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
at that, especially at that scene.
It's
But at the end of the
shocking,
day, I don't put a timetable.
So
on
I'm saying,
sex.
like, does
So
that
it don't
like
matter
make you think less of her? Like,
I don't know.
nah.
I don't know.
Nah, and not anymore. I don't do that. It's like,
I
yo,
don't know.
man.
Definitely
Yeah.
not now.
Bitch,
Yeah.
you got
That
needs
was
too.
body. That sounds like it was during body count phase. Like, what's your body count?
Yeah.
Damn.
Women-
If it's more than 5, then I
If
ain't
you had
fucking
sex
with
with me
you.
on the first date,
You
I'm
still-
not.
You still ask for body count? Or-
No, I don't ask.
I
But
don't
No,
if I'm here, if I hear a certain number, I'm looking at you.
Whatever
I'm sorry. I'm
happened-
sorry.
think-
Whatever happened before me.
No, no,
Nah,
no.
put it like this. I don't have a
I'm
problem
telling
with
you,
body count, but if I'm close or like you, like one of my mans,
Fucking with my homies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I know,
Yes.
if I know
Yes.
2 of them niggas, you're done.
Wait, funny
Wait,
story,
you
right?
If I know 3 of them niggas that you hit, and I know them,
Yeah.
it's done. I don't. Nope. No.
All right, so look, I have a story, right?
No.
So not this December that just passed, the one before that. I went on a date. or
December
whatever.
2018.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she was like, we're talking, and because I just came from the barbershop.
And bitch, you better tell me before I find out.
Wait. So, no, this is a real story. So she's like, you just came from the barbershop. So she's like, who cut your hair? So I told her. She's like, oh. And I was like, oh. She was like,
Oh,
not the barber.
She said, I just want to let you know, I had sex with your barber maybe like 2 or 3 times. And she was like, and this is after the date because that she waited. She wanted to text about it, I guess.
Yeah,
so
I
she's
respect
like,
that,
so
though.
she's like, yeah, I know, of course. But she's like, you know, like if you don't want to talk to me anymore, you know, I understand. In the back of my mind, I'm like, he's more important to you. I need to talk to him, see if I can still go out with you, bitch.
Yeah. My barber.
That's a good way to
That's
take that.
fucking
That is
real.
my barber.
Yeah. He doesn't
That's my part.
I was a barber.
He's on my payroll.
I need to make sure I'm not getting petty cuts.
Yeah, facts.
I need sharp cuts. I don't want any more Jose cuts. I had one too many. Yeah, but like, and even then, like, things didn't progress or work out between me and her. It's not because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, to me, putting a timetable on sex is not something that like I do.
Mhm.
Like, and if you have sex with me on the first day, I'm not gonna think any less of you. There is other shit that I will think less of you. One thing,
that's one of the
one thing I'm big on is like, if let's just say I'm dealing with a chick and she is Davone's ex, or she used to mess with Davone. Don't talk down on Davone to me.
Oh yeah, that's
because that's corny, and it makes me feel like you're gonna do that once we're done.
Ain't that a form of dirty macking?
And it's not because it's a female doing it.
But it's a form though.
And here's my thing: don't talk down on me. Don't talk down on Davone to me, because I know that wasn't the energy that you had when you were messing with him, and it wouldn't be the energy you had if he was standing right here.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, you're not bringing me and you closer. You're pulling us apart, because now I'm thinking I can't trust you, because you're just gonna put me down to the next thing.
Right. So, and you sound more hurt than anything.
Yeah, so now I'm thinking like,
why are you still thinking about this shit?
Like, about him. I'm sitting here with you. Why you talking about
like even with the chick that messed with my barber, she never put him down. All she did was just say like, "Yo, we did this two, 3 times, and then we moved on." Like, I could mess with her because one, she's honest and she's not putting him down. If she's trashing his name, I'm like, you might still got
you hate.
I kind of do that. Like whenever I kind of get with a person, like if that's my girl, I ask about their exes, and I want to see how you talk about them. And all the people that I've been with, like for a long time, they don't. I'm gonna say that some of them talk highly of their exes, and some of them just like it was never negative. You know what I mean? Because you can sense that. All right, she kind of still has some type of something.
If a chick is too bitter or angry, you gotta leave her alone. Because she's not even ready for you.
That's
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Red flag.
But we got any more questions, or we get into the topics?
No, we don't have any more questions. We can get into 2.5 hours in.
God,
we're gonna get.
I told you we be here.
We're gonna get into
what else? What do y'all really want to talk about? I mean, other than sports.
We had sports, and then we had Aaron Hernandez.
We got what I have here was
we got to cut it down. We ain't gonna have time to do all that.
Right.
Ari Lennox and
we don't have time for that.
Lonnie Love, Black Men Can't Be Faithful.
Oh, we might have to say that.
That's bullshit.
Okay, Boozy versus the Kappas.
And I heard was that a rumor with the Hernandez with George Zimmerman?
He came out today, so that was a rumor.
Oh, okay, that would be fire.
Yeah. What was the rumor?
He beat up
that he beat up George Zimmerman.
In Walmart.
At Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Nah, but he came out and made a video today. Said I never met that man.
Okay.
Yeah. Those sound like that's.
All right, we'll skip the pop culture.
We want to just go to sports.
We'll go to sports.
Because as soon as somebody tweets something about.
All right, so what are we talking? Okay, so sports. All right.
Well, I guess sports. We can start with the Aaron Hernandez.
Yes, start with Aaron Hernandez.
So did y'all watch?
Aaron Hernandez.
I didn't
Corey
watch it,
finished
but
it. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, so
I finished
crazy
episode
so
1.
far.
Yeah, I finished the first one too.
So I'm a binger, so obviously y'all know I'm a binger, so I finished it already. It was 3 hours. It was 3 episodes, hour each. Pretty much, it was actually kind of cool because you got to see the recordings that he had while he was in jail with his fiance and his mom and his ex teammates that he used to play with.
Wasn't he like an agent or something?
Yeah, his agent and the Pouncey, one of the Pouncey twins. He's talking to them. That nigga's crazy.
Both the Pouncey.
Nah, but it's just like, and I don't know if you probably picked up on it, but the way he was talking to his agent and the Pouncey, he was talking like he was gonna get out.
Yes, regular
like,
shit.
Like he thought he was gonna beat the case.
Yeah.
Like he really thought, and it's just like in the documentary it shows, bro, that was like the sloppiest murder.
He didn't care, like,
bro. The nigga dropped the guy's body off
right down the street from his house.
Down the street from his house.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was a mile away.
Yeah, like, bro, really?
It was a mile away from the crib.
He wanted to get caught.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and it's just like he didn't get rid of the videotape at his house.
Yeah.
You see him walking around with the murder weapon in his living room.
Literally
Hired
pacing
a
back
whole
and
cleaning crew and everything.
Yeah,
pacing back and forth
He
with the murder weapon.
He barely.
Yeah, and it's just like, all right, so.
Oh, that's why they say that shit was swipe clean and shit because he's walking around with the shit. His video cameras and shit. They say it was
No, he didn't wipe it.
He wiped some footage, but he didn't wipe like the most important.
Yeah, he didn't wipe the footage of him in the house walking around with the
Yeah,
he's not a
dumbass.
He's not a video tech, so he didn't do everything right. It was just very
I
sloppy.
think he was fucking
And it's just
up.
like,
What was interesting was the dynamic between the sisters. So, Aaron,
crazy.
Aaron Hernandez's fiance.
Say what you want about her, she held him down.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But it was you can tell, like, you can just see it in some people's faces, like, when you know you lying straight to somebody's face. Like, you can just kind of tell. And I think they asked her something like, where did you drop off the bag? I think that had the gun in it. She said the dumpster. Where at?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. What?
Yeah.
He was like, so you're saying that you remember certain things, but you don't remember other things? She's like, yeah.
They said the jury was laughing at her.
Yeah, it was literally laughing.
Yeah.
But the dynamic between the sisters was Aaron Hernandez's fiance was the sister of the man
that he killed.
That he killed.
Well, I'm sorry, that was the girlfriend. So like the girlfriend of the dude that he killed was sisters with his fiance, so they had a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever explain as to why he did it?
All right, so look, no, I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
They don't know the motive, but they have ideas. I think that Odin, the guy who got murdered, I think that he found out Aaron was gay.
Yes, that's what I heard at work.
Yeah,
too.
I think he found out he was gay, and throughout the documentary of the 3 episodes, and it goes back to his days in high school and his days of college at Florida. He has a history of anger issues, right? And I think the guy found out he was gay, and Aaron didn't want him to tell anyone, and I think Aaron was just so upset that he found out that he killed him, because it wasn't about any money or anything, because that would have come to light. And even they got Odin's girlfriend, his fiance's sister's phone, and he texted her like, I'm with NFL.
Yeah.
So he had an idea. He knew that they were gonna
He
kill
did text. He was like, "Yo, just so you know,
I was NFL." Yeah. So he had an idea that he was about to die.
That was a dead giveaway.
Yeah, no,
I know you know that.
And at the end of the day, like it's just like, I kind of feel bad for his daughter and his fiance, because like even
I feel
like
bad for everybody.
especially like his mom.
Just really doesn't make. I don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad for the mom.
No, I feel bad for Odin's mom. I mean,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yo, she lost her
Not
son.
Aaron's
mom.
Nah.
She tortured that.
Yo,
man.
yeah, and it's like,
Alright,
just
so
like,
I'm about to say backstory real quick,
remember when she asked for the money?
bro. So Aaron Hernandez's dad passed away when he was 16.
Right.
From a hernia surgery.
Yeah, from hernia
Crazy.
surgery.
Not supposed to happen.
Sudden death. Yeah. So
13%.
like, what did they say? A month later,
A month later, she was messing with one of the family members.
His mom was messing with his cousin's husband.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They had an affair, and then the nigga eventually moved in.
He was at the courthouse.
Yes, he was there with his mom at the
That
courthouse.
is like, just visualize
yeah,
that.
so like he's been fucked up, and then the relationship about how he was gay. I know we kind of just jumped into that. So he had a relationship with his high school quarterback, like on and off, and the quarterback was explaining that, like back then they didn't know it was really a relationship because they were so young. But when he looks back on it now, he's like, damn, we were really like on and off. Like it was.
Yo, I gotta.
So what were they doing?
Because the way he was
Were they
explaining
moving
it,
around?
the way he was explaining, my fault.
Yeah,
I got all
the
hype.
quarterback was like hella like charismatic.
Yes.
Like he wasn't like flamboyantly gay. Like
Nah, but he
you wouldn't
was-
be able to tell. Like
You could tell he was excited to talk
barely-
about
yeah,
it.
he was
finally,
very
finally,
excited.
finally.
He's like, oh, finally.
Yeah, like he was letting some weight off his chest. Like,
Yeah.
because he's been holding that secret too. Like,
And he made that shit sound like a fairy tale. Like he
He
was
did.
like, yeah, like we weren't around a lot of women, and
yeah, not
Which
just
is like-
it just happened.
he
Like, it was
we-
beautiful.
He was
or
like, we
some
were
shit like that.
teenagers.
Like,
We were just around guys around each other all the time.
Nigga.
They would go. He said they would smoke.
What?
They would just fucking like it was crazy, bro. Like,
Now, two things.
dog,
Two things.
it was wild. Bro.
Those things.
Those things.
There are girls around.
I mean, they were on the football team, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
I would just rather
Okay,
just say, like,
everybody at this table.
yeah, like
Everybody at this table has played organized football in high school.
absolutely,
Were there girls around?
absolutely.
but listen, like when you hang out with the dudes, like when you like right now, there's not a pussy in sight.
All right, so then
That doesn't mean I want to fuck you,
But
Elsie.
they were gay. Nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They were gay.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. That
They
means
were gay.
That's what I'm saying. I said you are. That means you are just gay. Don't preface it by saying there were no girls around. No, nigga, you were just gay.
No, he wasn't blaming it on that. He was just saying.
But why even say that? Like just
no, yeah, that's true.
that when you say there are no girls around, it's like you make it sound like there was no option.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah,
the
no.
fuck
He
you
wasn't
say,
all
nah,
boys
nigga,
school.
you're
He
just
He
gay.
wasn't saying it like.
Cause it's it's a whole bunch of niggas right now,
No.
and I don't want to
It
fuck
wasn't.
nobody in here.
I don't think he was making that as like a
No.
condition.
I
He was
think
just
they
saying
was.
like, oh,
And
there
it's
was
just
no
like,
girls,
I think in the last episode, Aaron's brother says that something happened in a tent and he was molested. Doesn't say by who or anything. So I think obviously, I'm not saying that triggers that because I just don't want to get into it. That's a rabbit hole. Yeah,
Psychological side.
yeah, exactly. Because So I think he had a lover in prison.
Yes.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't get to that
Yeah,
part.
that story came out. I remember.
Oh, I do remember that part. You're right.
Yeah,
But for some reason, I thought that was the quarterback that he was talking
Nah,
about.
By
Because I never
technical
put-
Because I heard
terms.
about that
Did they
before I
mention his
heard.
brain?
Huh?
Did they mention his brain and shit?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. But obviously, they interview another gay male that played it in the NFL.
On the Patriots.
Yeah, on the Patriots. And what he pretty much
I remember.
says is what Aaron was doing is called a beard. Beard is when you are a gay male, but you do other things so that
To seem heterosexual.
to
To
seem
show niggas
heterosexual.
like you.
Like
feel
yeah,
me?
like
So he's a fraud.
Yeah, so like I have a daughter. I'm in the NFL. I'm big and strong. I lift weights. So yeah, and
That
it's
was
just
his
like
beard.
yeah, and the thing is, if and I paid close attention to what Odin's friend was saying. He was like, we never thought he was like hood. He was just perpetrating something that he wanted to be a part of.
Yeah.
And I think his brother, I think it was his brother in the last episode. It might have been the second episode. Him getting drafted by the Patriots was like the worst.
The worst. Because I remember
It
them hurt.
brought
I don't know who was.
home and shit.
I don't know who was talking, but they said they wanted him to be in like Seattle,
Yeah.
San Diego,
Oh,
any-
Oakland.
Away from his
Oakland.
homies and shit.
Yeah,
Anywhere
so he
as
could
as
just get
far away
away
as possible.
because it's different when somebody has to get on a plane to come see you versus they drive 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like he's from Connecticut.
Damn, I didn't even think
Yeah,
of
it's
that.
just
like
like-
if he got drafted to anywhere else, I think he would still be in NFL.
Yeah,
what they
but
said,
this
like, yeah.
idiot went and got after he did the drive-by, killed the two dudes. This nigga got the tattoo
Yeah,
to
to match
to match
the murder.
the
The murder, yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't
he
get
on
wait
some-
till you get to the last
He on
episode.
some shit, man.
But the
He
thing
on some
about
shit.
Aaron Hernandez, so no spoiler alert. This is
Yeah.
everybody should know that.
Yeah, not everybody.
He killed himself in jail.
Yeah.
So when they did the autopsy, it turns out he had like the worst case of CTE that
they've ever seen.
Worse
Worse than
the
Junior
worst,
Seau.
like the most severe case of CTE. Like when you look at his brain, it doesn't even look like a brain.
Yeah, so and when you have CTE, you either get like one of three things, or you might get all three. It's dementia, short-term memory loss, and depression, right? So they were trying to spin it like that's why he killed people. No, because there's plenty of NFL players that have had CTE that haven't killed
They
anybody.
just pooped themselves
Yeah,
like
exactly.
normal.
Okay, but anyway, and I'm not even gonna laugh because that's nothing to joke about because that's a serious thing. And people have committed suicide because of this. This
It's
is a-
Seau too.
yeah, like this is a very
Man,
serious
shot himself in the
thing.
chest.
Oh,
Exactly.
take the out of
Yeah.
my joke.
Yeah,
Corey.
he shot himself.
We just talked about drowning babies last week. We can't talk about CTE.
But again, he talked about he shot
What?
himself in the chest so that they could research his brain. Like that was the purpose of shooting himself in the chest. And it's just like with Aaron Hernandez, which was kind of cynical. He talked to his fiance that day and acted like everything was okay,
And hung himself.
and then hung himself.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a tragic situation because you see somebody that's so talented, and he only played in the NFL for 2 years. Like 3.
So do you not think the CTE affected him?
Not at all. Because
That's
I don't.
hard to
I don't,
say.
I don't
You know,
think so.
it's no way.
Bro, the nigga was doing drive-bys.
But he only played 2 years in the
But
league.
he was getting
Yeah, but you gotta
high
think.
school.
Just
But
because
he's
you
been-
play, yeah,
but
but he had been playing football, and
But he's
that's
been
what I'm
getting
saying.
concussions, though.
Imagine to have
That's
CTE that bad and you only been playing for 2 years. So
Yeah,
obviously
he wasn't getting concussed that much for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's
It
him
had to go
going.
to
Florida,
Florida.
too.
think he only played like, and in the documentary you seen, every time they showed a clip, he was getting fucked up.
But remember
Every
in high
time.
school they said that he got knocked out of the game.
Yeah,
Well,
he got knocked out of the-
Yeah, you gotta think, bro. People gotta understand he played tight end at Florida, but when he was in Bristol, he played running back.
He played everything.
He played running back.
He-
Like, he
well,
played
he was-
everything.
So
He was
that's
tight
what
end
we're
too, but
saying.
he
So
played
we're like,
everything.
I'm
yo,
not saying that, but no. What I'm saying is like he was just about to get like that big payday, that big check, and you're doing nigga shit. That's
yeah,
my
but
point.
maybe
that's
because
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
CTE though. Like,
That's the only way you
it's possible.
conceivably
It's
could
possible.
use something
I don't think
wrong.
it's from the CTE. I think it's from the shit that he experienced as a younger. Because
Yeah,
remember
that
when he
too.
was yelling at his mom? He was like, "Bro, you had me."
Yeah,
like,
he said you fucked me up.
Yeah, you fucked me
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. She said he literally said,
Yeah.
Dad has been dead a month. We have another man that we know who's a family member in his bed. He's at my fucking trial.
Crazy.
Like it's crazy. And then it shows the recording of his mom asking for money. Well, not asking. She's complaining. I don't know if you guys gotten that far.
I didn't
I haven't get
No,
it.
all right. So she was pretty much saying that like she's yelling at him like because what he was saying is like he was like I hit you off with money. She's like yeah, but it wasn't $1 million. I asked you for $1 million, and he's like I'm not giving you $1 million. She was like yeah, but you got $40 million. He's like that's not how that works. I signed a $40 million contract. I don't have $40 million. I'm not giving you $1 million.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm at? I'm in fucking jail.
Yeah, I got paid for a lawyer.
Right.
And the thing is, what was interesting in the first episode, remember they were talking about the guards?
Yeah.
They thought it was weird that he was acting mad normal.
He
Like
said he adjusted to prison
Yeah.
faster than anybody.
Yeah, way too well. Like he went from living in a mansion to going to like a 7x10 cell.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
He said
okay.
he was
No,
fine.
remember the conversation he
He
had?
was like, dog, creepiest shit I ever heard. He was like, I'm just standing in my cell. He was like, I just turn around and everything's just so perfect.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was like, everything is just so organized.
Who was he talking to?
I think
Was
it
he
was
talking
either
to the agent?
It was either his fiance or his mom.
I thought
And
it was his fiance.
Yeah, she was like, all you ever needed was organization.
Nah,
He was like,
this
yeah,
is when. I don't think you guys may have got that far. He's talking to Pouncey, and he was
Yeah, I
like
didn't
saying
get
like, he was saying like, what do you? I was like a therapist. He was like, what do you think you can get back? And he was like, would it be your freedom? He was like, no, because he said he was like, when I was on the street, I wasn't free. He was like, the only thing I miss is my daughter. He's like, when I was out there, I didn't miss my daughter. So he was like, going to jail is nothing for me. Like he just wasn't there.
It's crazy how he.
That sounds like CTE to me.
It's crazy how he talked to different people too. Because remember, he was talking to the agent. He was like, "You think I can get a commercial now or
See,
something
like,
like that,
bro,
or
like-
an ad?" And he was like, "What about with Smith and Wesson?"
Yeah, is that bro?
Bro, he just got
Son,
charged with
it
murder.
was crazy
Like,
because of how calm he.
Yeah.
Like even when he was cursing at his mom, he was yelling at her, but he never lost control.
Right.
Like it
Yeah.
was really, it's so crazy. Like he just didn't when he was talking on the phone to these people, he didn't come off as the person that did these crimes.
Yeah.
Like it was.
And it's crazy because like he was talking to somebody and he was like, yeah, oh, I forgot. He was like, are you friends with my fiance? And he's like, oh, we're cordial. He's like, yeah, she's mad at me because when I get out, she just knows that I'm going to be running around and fucking, bitches. And his friend was like, when you get out, you need to like lay low. And I'm like, listen, like, nigga, you're not getting out.
Getting out.
What are you talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
And it's just like I thought it was weird that he really thought he was going to beat the case. Like,
Yeah,
He
probably
beat one of them, right?
once he got that status in the league,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He probably saw Ray Lewis get off.
Ray Lewis,
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison.
Marvin
Like,
Harrison had the
What's his name? Called the body.
Oh,
The wide receiver.
something recent.
No,
Right?
the nigga from
from the Colts.
the Browns, the wide receiver, Dante Salver.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that was a hit and run.
Nah,
that was a DUI.
Yeah,
But he killed somebody. Though.
He did.
Like,
He
did.
Hey,
killed
he-
somebody.
nah,
Paid him off,
though.
Yeah, but he went damn near broke paying him off.
And then came back and played.
Yeah, they came back and played.
For the Patriots, right?
Patriots.
Wasn't it the Patriots?
Somebody.
Right
Yeah,
up on
for-
Tom Brady from the New England Patriots.
New England
He used to play for
Patriots?
the Eagles too.
Yeah, shout out to Brain.
Oh, shit.
She had a DUI too.
Yeah, she all right. The person
Yeah, she
died.
do.
Yo, chill. That's
We
crazy.
just said the same situation.
Yeah, I didn't like the tone.
Nah, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Cause you chill out.
Well, we had more sports. That was pretty much the documentary.
yeah,
I do
yeah.
recommend that you see it.
Oh, absolutely. It's really worth
Crazy.
watching.
Y'all watch
Especially,
it.
even if you don't watch sports, it's still interesting.
Yeah.
But what links into that is the retirement of Luke Kuechly.
Right,
He actually
right.
retired. He's
At
only
28.
28.
Too soon.
28.
No, it
Nah.
wasn't. It was
No,
not. If anything, he should have retired when we saw that
no.
clip from 2 years ago.
Wait,
What happened?
wait.
2 years ago.
I don't mean to go back, but remember in the documentary when they had Chris Borland? He was talking about when he was at Wisconsin and the linemen were getting the tour call.
No, wait, no. Which episode was that? I didn't see that.
All right, so
The Aaron
no, Chris Borland, the linebacker that retired after 1 year. He's
Okay.
in the documentary.
Okay.
Remember what he was saying when he got to Wisconsin? He thought they were taking steroids, but it was just
I didn't get to that.
it's
part.
called Toradol. It's like a severe painkiller. Dak Prescott took it before he played the Eagles for his shoulder. Yeah, it's not something that it's supposed to be like your last resort. Like I need it.
Yeah.
And pretty much what he was saying is when he was at Wisconsin, when he was a true freshman, he saw like several teammates getting it before a game. And he thought it was steroids because in high school we just never did that shit.
Yeah.
But it's actually a painkiller. He's like, and the point he was trying to make is that football is a culture where you're just supposed to play, like no matter how hard you are.
Okay.
And he was like, these guys are playing football for free. They're amateurs.
Yeah.
And they're taking shots that are like this big. Like, if you look at the shot, it's like this big. And they're injecting that before every game. Like, that's not
healthy
like
at all.
Tony Romo, remember when he was back? He was taking epidural before every game.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know how insane that is?
That's
Epidural was crazy. That's
Women
what you
take
They
that.
used for pregnancy.
Yeah, he was taking that before every game because he couldn't walk comfortably, let alone play football. Like,
That's crazy.
and it just speaks to like me personally. My kids playing football, but
Goddamn right.
yeah, exactly.
Goddamn right. You gotta be fucked up.
But it's just like the culture it's not like any other sport, like in basketball or baseball.
It's barbaric.
Yeah.
Barbaric sport.
Like, look, you look
barbaric,
at baseball, they pull their hamstring, they're out for like 3 months. They're
Yeah.
like playing DL. But it's just like if you have CTE, like I remember when we were in high school, and shout out to Vinny, he caught a concussion against Pemberton and he left the game. I was mad that he left the game.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
I say back then, head injuries weren't.
it wasn't taken
Like,
seriously.
bro, like, come on, bro.
Even
like,
now, like people was giving Wentz shit
Yeah.
because he.
It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yo,
some-
that was
they were like,
wild.
oh, if that was somebody else, they would have just came back in the game.
No,
and Wentz-
like,
he can't
like, bro,
have it.
My brain shook. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
like, what are you
His
talking
brain hit the side of his skull.
Crazy.
That's what
like,
happened. And you think he should just come back in? But
Like, bro,
Yeah.
like,
Have you guys ever had any? I had
I
three. I had three of like my whole football career.
nah, I avoided contact at all costs. I wasn't.
yeah, Corey didn't have- I think I might
I
have
had I had won that game.
Yeah,
That game that
same.
y'all was talking about
Yeah,
freshman
won that
year.
game.
Yeah, you had won that game.
Yeah.
I think I might have had maybe one mild one,
Okay.
but I don't. I've never been diagnosed.
I had
Okay.
one where my head, when I was in like Pop Warner, where my head really hurt, but I don't think that I would consider that a concussion. My head just
You
hurt.
never know.
Yeah, you
Even
don't
young,
know.
you can
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, you don't.
That's what's
Any
crazy.
type of blunt force to the head is
Right.
Bro, you
considered
can.
concussion.
I mean, like you can get it not playing a contact sport.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, people
like-
get concussions and cars.
People get hit with soccer balls and
Yeah,
get concussions.
yes, I know Michelle done. Sorry, Michelle. She had one.
I remember that. That was a big thing in high school because she was pretty good on the soccer team.
Yeah, she
and
was.
She was out for a minute.
Yeah, she was out, bro. She was out for weeks. And I was asking, I was like, "How do you get a concussion playing soccer?"
Yeah.
And she was just like, "The girl ran into me," and she was like, "Yeah." So I was like,
Man, I don't got no pads.
yeah, like now it makes me think of like boxing and shit. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like
Muhammad Ali.
yeah, he's the most famous one.
Shaking him.
Yeah, it's shaking. Boxing is a big one. But also what links into the CTE talk in the NFL, fucking Antonio Brown.
Oh my
He's
god.
just weird. to me,
Honestly,
bro.
I think
he's just something wrong with him, bro. Like
he might have the worst case of CTE, bro, because he
Perfect.
Yeah, Vontae is
I
perfect.
don't even think I think he just has mental illness, just straight up.
but like, why you?
So
He
want
just
him
got
to
it
lie?
honest.
This nigga,
Come on, give me my shit.
He
See, I don't
really
think it's
not-
just the money
he
and the
literally
fame that kind of
records
got
his
some.
worst moments. Like it
Feel
doesn't
me?
really
Yeah.
make much sense.
I need a
And-
white girl. No
Yeah,
more white
he
girl.
doesn't.
Like, what are
he
you
goes
doing,
on Twitter.
bro?
He'll say like stuff
And-
that's incoherent. And, like it just doesn't make sense. Like
Somebody on Twitter said it was like, "Look at me, I'm ruining my life. Like, come look." Like,
yeah,
that's how he's
literally,
acting, basically.
That's what it looks like, and,
And
it's
it's-
really bad.
I think he really acting
All
out.
right,
though.
two things. Do you think it's either this? I think it's this. I think it's he got the money, he got the fame, everything that he always like wanted when he was little.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then when he got it, like I heard this on the Shannon Sharp and Skip show, whatever it is, Undisputed. Like money makes you more of what you were before you had money. Regardless if you was a good person, a bad person, a dickhead, a polite person, it makes you more of that.
That's true. Yeah.
And we just seen his true colors, and now with the social media era, like we kind of see even more of who you are as a person,
Yeah,
as a
it's-
celebrity.
I think that in a little bit.
Yeah.
He doesn't record a video. He goes live. And
Yeah,
you can't.
it started with the Steelers when he recorded.
Yo,
The locker
yo,
room?
can we all give a shout out to Mike Tomlin for like
containing
yes.
that?
Containing
How do
that.
he keep that lightning in a
Yeah,
bottle?
Crazy.
What the fuck? Like,
I think
What? It's because he had all that special
too.
treatment too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that Mike Tomlin personally bought him what's it called, like rides to the game or whatever,
Yeah.
all that stuff. He wasn't going to practices and
Yeah.
film and shit
Yeah.
like that. He
That's
had
all I'm
so
saying.
much special
Yo,
treatment.
they
Yeah.
said he just like goes AWOL, and like he did it so much in Pittsburgh that they were like, "Oh, he should be in Antonio," but he did that shit
In
with
Oakland.
and they
And it
was like,
became-
"What
it
the
got
fuck?"
blown up.
Yeah, but
it's
and-
not regular.
yeah, that's
wild.
not, and it's like they said that in training camp he left like a week in because he didn't like his bed at the.
Wasn't the face mask or some shit too?
No, this is
Helmet.
before that.
Helmet,
I'm
yeah.
talking about when he was in the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
He left because he didn't think his bed was comfortable enough. So he just in the middle of the night.
I don't know if that's CTE.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that
I don't
he's
know
just.
what that is.
Nah, to be honest,
I think
That's
it's
called asshole.
That's
Yeah, I think it's money. Like you just got a lot
I
of
think
bread.
it's the
You do
money.
whatever you want.
and
you
the
feel
thing
me?
is, it's not like, and the thing is,
No, nigga, because all these niggas in the NFL got money.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Act
saying.
Like this
Yeah.
nigga, man.
he's a headache, bro. Like,
He's one of those people, bro. I'm rooting against him at this point. Like he just got to lose it all to come back to earth.
No,
Like,
the only
I
way,
think he
yo,
hurts,
like,
if
he
he's
just-
not,
he has to
if
lose-
he's not
he
on the
gotta lose
NFL
something.
roster by this year,
It's over.
he'll
It's
be in
over.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the end of this year, if he's not on an NFL team, he
Domestic
will be in
violence or
jail.
some shit.
yeah.
Or not even
feel
that,
bad
just he'll
because,
be in
like,
jail.
I'm
You know
saying,
what he
like, yeah,
did?
I feel like he a little butthurt because I think about it. Like he got released, Patriots picked him up. You go out and you score all those games that you played. Like I'm chilling. and you get released again out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere.
But like you gonna
Serious
use me,
allegations.
You gonna use me? Oh,
I guess
It's not out of nowhere. He had rape
But
allegations.
what happened with that? Like what happened?
They're
with that?
still
Yo,
pending.
Did anything happen with it?
It's still pending.
I feel like
It
nothing
went
happened.
away as soon as he got released.
NFL shit. That's the NFL shit.
Well, it didn't go away. Well, the thing is, if he came back to the NFL, if
They
somebody
would
else signed
revisit
him,
it.
he would have got suspended for that and other actions.
So what the Patriots did was kind of smart.
We
They
were
just cut-
Patriots.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I feel like me and Davone talked about this on Twitter, I feel bad because I don't think he has any real friends.
Yeah.
I think he just
Got a
surrounded
lot of
himself-
yes men.
Yeah, I think he just has a lot of yes men.
Yeah.
And it just sucks.
But at the same
because-
time,
Like
that's
Cassidy.
probably all he allows around him.
Yeah.
If you go
Yeah.
against his word, he ain't
Bro,
gonna fuck with
because
you.
the latest one, when he's kicking the police and his girl out, you see another grown-ass
Recording.
man recording it. Like,
Yeah.
bro, how old are you? You're older than me.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
sick. Like
That's sick,
those
bro.
are his kids, and he's saying, "Yo, you came in here, you came in the business, now you're leaving in a cop car." Like those are his
His kids were
children.
getting in the cop car.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's what is that?
Star for life.
Something's wrong. Like
That's true.
he
Yeah.
disenrolled his kids out of school, so they couldn't go to school that day. Then kicked them out of his house into a cop car while recording it, while calling their mother all types of names in the
That is
book.
Yo,
narcissistic as
no,
fuck.
yo, it
Like,
is. And at the end of the day, like,
I ain't watched the whole
yo,
video.
like,
Like,
at the end of the day,
I just thought
And it's like,
He was like,
we go through as black people, the way you talking to the cops too, it's like, bro, like,
Yeah.
it was kind of cringe.
No,
yeah.
He called them pussies. I'm like, yo, you're wild.
It was
Bro, and at
very
the end of the
cringeworthy.
day,
It was
if
very
that
cringeworthy.
happens, like it happens. You don't need to be on live with that. I'm a firm believer. Whatever
Facts.
happens between you and your girl, that is between you and your girl.
Yes.
I don't need to be knowing what happens between you
I
and
don't wanna
Erica.
know.
That's y'all business.
Yeah.
That's y'all relationship.
Once it gets to social media,
Once it
and
gets to
all
social
that,
media,
the public-
you both lose. And,
Yeah.
I said this on Twitter. I was like, if you're screenshotting your significant other, you got to realize that y'all both look crazy.
Yep.
Not just
Exactly.
he or she that you're trying to
Was
do.
anybody there,
Yeah.
like around in like the area, like?
It was in the fucking middle of the day in a
Yo,
suburban neighborhood.
No, bro, it had to be like 10 to 15 cops there, bro.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody's bound to
Like
record
at that point,
regardless.
niggas just pulling up for the entertainment. Because
Yeah,
cops
But
was in the
but that's the
background
thing, like
yo,
you said,
wow.
other people could be recording it. We got it from his live.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Like it wasn't like
Literally.
some
Like it's
random-
different if like me and Davone like pull the car over like
Yeah.
what's this
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Like no, it's we on AB's live right now.
So he keep them out of the crib. Like,
Yeah, because I think she tried to.
He claims that she tried to steal one of his cars. But
I don't ever see the bitch.
That's such a
Well,
wild
who
accusation.
gives a fuck?
That's a wild accusation.
You can,
got
I'll
20
kick her
cars.
out, sure, but kick your kids out
Yeah,
too.
kids- I would have been like, yo,
Your
your kids gotta
kids?
stay. You gotta go.
Yeah,
But
now
the
that I
kids-
might
the kids
have
were
custody. She might have
holding
custody.
hands, bro. It was so sad. They were getting in the cop car with
You
the
can
cop.
fight
No,
that.
he literally said bye, daddy. He literally said, all right, bye, daddy. And then he stopped disrespecting her. It's like, oh, I love you. Man, fuck y'all. But like, no, what?
What do you think he's supposed to disseminate
Like,
between
you
that?
don't think that he's never going to forget that. I don't care how young he is. He's always going to remember that.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking these kids. I don't care how much money you got.
the nigga's dumb. The nigga is
That's
stupid.
dumb, man.
And I've been telling
Where
you,
the kids go. Like,
I've been telling y'all niggas since this Oakland thing, yo. This nigga is something severely mentally wrong with this dude. He has problems.
Doc Rudolph was like,
That's what I said. I was like, does the NFL need to step in? Like, I don't know. What,
At this point, he has
I
nothing
don't
to do with his
need- I don't
ex
know what
employee.
needs- I don't know what needs to happen at this point.
They can't
He
do
needs
shit.
help.
That's on him.
Watch him gradually fall.
We gotta really just watch the rodeo. We
bad,
gotta watch
like,
the
I
shit
But
go
I
down.
don't really, it's like watching a car accident. Like, you don't want to
It
look
is.
away.
We gotta watch the ship go down.
Like,
But it's crazy because he's just so talented and he brings
Yes,
so much.
facts.
He brings such excitement to
he
the
was
game.
easily the best receiver in the league.
He's one of them, but
Well, we'll get a new
I
one
think he
then.
was the best.
He's the most.
We'll get a new one that's not a dickhead.
Amari.
and it's
Nah,
just,
he's one of the like he's
Amari,
he's rare.
Marion?
Amari Cooper, bitch.
You must be talking about
Hardwick?
Maybach up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Amari Stoudemire?
Amari Hardwick.
you know, Ghost died, right?
Amari Stoudemire?
No.
No.
He
What?
was over.
He's been out.
No.
He actually owns the team.
Yeah,
now.
he came. He was in China, or he was in Turkey. Then he was in the Big Three, and I think he came back for a minute.
I thought he came back.
Like he was
He-
about to, and then he just.
He owns a team. He owns one of those European teams. Now. He bought him.
Yeah, he bought his bread. That nigga.
He bought his bread.
Yeah, shout out Amari Stoudemire. He's the first. Wasn't he one of the first niggas to get $100 million in the NBA?
The Knicks gave it to him.
Yeah,
Knicks give it all to him.
finesse.
After they
everybody everything,
after
bro.
they
Come on,
said
finesse. They
I
got
watched-
$100 million. Couldn't even see.
I watched. Hold on.
Shit, barely played.
nigga was
He was
blind.
hurt for a while.
Well, no, he went to the Heat first, and Pat Riley. They did an examination on his knee, and they were like, "Yeah, nah, we're good." And then the Knicks were like, well, "We'll take you."
Right.
I watched a video on how the Knicks went from all those finals runs and nines with Patrick Ewing. Like it detailed all the moves and shit they did to where they are now, and
Worst moves in history.
It is.
When have they won though? Like, even
I
when
think they won one in like 72.
Yeah, like something.
Yeah, because
You're back in like the Bernard King days.
They was never winning. Like
They always came short.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Bills, bro.
it's a video where it just it shows all that, and it was like, wow,
Yeah, they made a lot.
they missed out on a lot of good picks.
They did.
They
Carmelo. No. He got a lot of bread from 3 teams.
No, you're right. He did.
Oh, okay.
He
For them
did.
3 from
But
OKC
I don't think he
to New York.
necessarily. I wouldn't say he necessarily finessed
Okay.
because he was.
He's a high
he's still
level player.
good,
Yeah.
but
He had over
he wasn't playing.
A nigga that
couple
finessed the
million.
league.
He had a couple $1 million
Maybe at
when
the
he played
end.
5
No, a
games.
nigga that finessed the league is like Chandler Parsons.
Yes, he finessed
Bro,
the league.
you know he's making 25 million.
Harrison Barnes. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. But yeah,
Tristan
no,
Thompson.
he
But
just
nobody
stinks.
touches.
Nah, but like, look,
80
no.
million.
Let me tell you why he's finessing. Chandler Parsons is finessing
He been hurt for like 4 years.
he's making 25 million this year, and he hasn't even played 5 games for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Nah, Jamarcus Russell is the big like that. Nigga.
Jamarcus Russell?
He got 60 mil.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
guaranteed.
He got the fuck on the back.
Yeah, but he had to give some of that back though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, they sued him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like nigga, you're stealing.
Yo, they said that.
He
Nah,
literally-
at that point, you're stealing.
He literally got there and did absolutely nothing.
He probably
Nah,
has to
but-
be the biggest quarterback ever. Like he was like 3 something.
Yeah, but
I
like,
remember I
when
was
you
so
think
high
about
on
it,
him.
That's why scouts don't like these one-hit wonder quarterbacks because like you don't even know what you're getting.
But
You
he
know?
was that nigga was gifted.
Yo,
bro.
they-
He
oh,
threw 80 yards from his knee.
Yo, you know how hard from his knees, bro.
That's got
He's super talented. But that's why he was so lazy because he's like, man, I can just.
That's why he gives LSU quarterbacks bad names.
Yeah, that's why.
Is Joe Burrow the truth?
That nigga.
Who's more ready for the NFL? I feel like the other one is ready. Clemson's court. Yeah, no.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah,
Hell no.
I like him. I like
the white boy.
He's still a young boy.
LSU.
Sunshine ain't NFL ready.
I like Sunshine.
He need
All right.
a little weight
You
on
seen him
him.
get his ass beat.
All right, he's small.
He's a little small.
The issue that I had with him
He's
is
not small.
like
6'6".
especially like when you're like an elite quarterback in college. Like I want to see you throw receivers open to an extent, right? LSU had those Clemson wide receivers in hell. They literally were not getting open. That's why you saw him
He was overthrowing.
Yeah, and then after a while he started pressing. Because remember they were up 10.
Mhm.
They were up 10,
Yeah.
and then
That was the first time LSU trailed by double digits.
exactly. And if they seemed calm the whole time, granted LSU was down 10. They never seemed like they were shook.
Never.
They always seemed like they were in control, even they were down 10. Like with Joe Burrow, granted he does have more talent on the outside because he has 2 first-round picks.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has.
And to be honest with you,
The thing is, did
That-
he make them that though? Because Chase
Nah.
had 225 yards and 2 touchdowns.
nah, he did, but they also dropped a pick 6. And he.
Oh yeah, they did.
and
He would have had 2 pick
and
sixes in a row.
Yeah, and he missed a lot of receivers. And what I think is with LSU, Joe Burrow, from a passing standpoint, this is probably the best offense I've seen in a while.
Their offensive coordinator just went to the Panthers. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just got promoted. He's the youngest.
Panthers running the NFC South.
He's the youngest OC in the league right now. He's only
Oh, he's OC.
he just
Okay.
turned 30.
I'm definitely looking out for that, especially with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, and it's,
And
it's just
they just got the coach from Baylor. Rule.
You
yeah,
think Cam gonna come back?
he has to now.
Definitely
You have to
coming
come
back
back
now.
He has to
You
come back.
think? You
Yeah.
think?
Yeah,
Before-
because-
I want him to come
if
back.
They, if they
It's
would have
like
got
strong.
some random coach, like if they would have just picked up a fucking wide receivers coach from West Bumblefuck, yeah, they're shipping Cam out and starting over. Probably would have did something with Christian McCaffrey like midway through the season.
Because Ron did get
Something,
fired,
because-
right?
Yeah, Ron
he's
Rivera.
on the Redskins.
He's on the Redskins now, which scares me a little because I like Ron Rivera.
I like
a
Ron
lot.
too. I like him as
And
a
the
person.
Redskins have a lot of talent. They just don't have. They just clearly didn't have the right coaching.
Yeah, but even with that, I think Cam stays.
You
I think
disagree?
like even like with Davone, you like Trevor Lawrence.
Mhm.
He is good. This is his first loss in 2 years. Like he'll be fine.
This is
And you
first
gotta
loss
think-
since like Trevor Lawrence. I thought it was like since high school.
No, it is. That's what.
He
But
didn't
I
lose-
mean, like
he
since
didn't
in
lose in high
college.
school either.
But at the end of the day, there are
Yeah.
going to be teams that tank for him this year because obviously he's leaving next year. Like, he's still a bona fide baller.
Yeah.
Does he got to gain weight? Yeah, of course. But like when you get to the NFL, they're going to put you on supplements.
I mean,
and stuff.
he's 6'6" though. Does he really have to?
No, he's 6'6", but he's like a slanky 6'6", though. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
brittle.
like-
That's a brittle time.
and you
Somebody
gotta
gonna hit
think
that.
Those
That
LSU
shit's a wrap.
dogs were getting after him, and so like
Burrow took more hits though.
he did, but Burrow runs more
Burrow
too.
took. Does he really?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. In the third quarter, he was the leading rusher and the leading passer. That other nigga in garbage time was killing him. That's why he got the.
But you see what he did the game before against Ohio State. Nigga had like a 68-yard run.
Nah, he did. No, I'm not saying.
Fucking took
He's
off,
bugging, yeah.
burning
He's a junior?
DBs.
The nigga from Clemson, he was junior.
Which one?
The white one from here. Is it sophomore?
Oh, he's a sophomore.
No,
No,
Trevor
he's a
Lawrence
sophomore because
is
he
a
played as a true freshman.
Yeah.
Word.
He was a true
And won the
freshman.
national championship.
I like him,
I thought he
bro.
was junior.
I think when he gets to the league, that he's going.
Yeah, like if he's got a couple years more
We'll
years.
see.
bro,
We
shit.
don't know. Though.
Yeah, he could be
It's hard
with
to
the,
say.
he could be with the Dolphins next year. He could be with the Redskins next year.
You know, that's speaking of that. That's the thing that's really
That
frustrating
shit.
about the NFL sometimes, and just sports in general. When somebody who's like at the pinnacle of their college career has to go to a team that's really bad, and it just fucks them forever.
That's
like,
why the Oregon quarterback stayed.
Yeah,
I don't think he wanted to go.
Yeah, he had his reasons, but he should have left because Justin Fields went there. And fucking crazy, but. Yeah, it's just unfortunate because what's going to happen to Joe Burrow, he's going to go to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati has good talent, but it's like...
I just feel like they got
They got Boyd. They got
they got AJ Green.
AJ
They got
Ross.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Ross. Yeah,
Like,
no, they'll be
Freddie
fine.
Freeman.
The only thing about Cincinnati, they're very cheap
And it's low
organization,
market. Yeah.
low market, and I just feel like they're gonna find a way to.
Because they
fuck
get
it
wins.
They gonna
towards the
find a
end,
way.
but, like,
Yeah.
They always
They were fighting in the end. I'll say they were fighting.
But I feel like you gotta give them a chance because even though yes they are historically cheap, but it's like you really don't have no faith in building around Andy Dalton.
To be honest with you,
Andy was good, though.
Andy. The problem. With
How
Andy,
long ago was that though?
Well, but here's the thing.
Andy was in the playoffs every year. He was losing to the Steelers because they were better.
Now, and the thing is, Andy. The only issue I have with Andy is he's inconsistent. Like, and the thing, and wait, but hold on. I think if I'm the Bengals, if I'm the GM, I keep Andy this year so Joe can learn from him. Why would I throw Joe in the fire?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh
That's an
yeah.
investment. Like,
But I'm saying, you're not building around Andy. You're building around Joe.
Well, no. If you're the
Andy
but like,
Manziel,
if you're a quarterback,
in the fire.
if you're a quarterback
Baker.
and your team has the first pick in the draft, I'm not building around you because we had the first pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
That's the telltale sign.
Like, you gotta be really nice.
Yeah.
To start you.
Come on, you're the first pick in the draft.
Do you think that's why the Browns will never succeed because they take their youngest talent and just be like, all right, you're a starter.
Well, then didn't they do that to Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson?
No, I'm talking about the Browns.
But Deshaun Watson didn't go to like
Well,
he's
he's
mid. He's mid.
I feel like
But he
that
was that
Browns-
year though, right? Rookie.
Yeah,
Browns
nah,
are
Deshaun.
hard.
You got to
Like,
think Deshaun
if you
Watson.
wanna-
Pat Mahomes didn't play his first year.
Yeah.
Mitch Trubisky's a bum. He was the first quarterback
Facts.
taken off the board.
Facts.
Winston played his first year.
Midway.
Winston played his first year. Dak played his first year. Wentz played his first year.
But Dak played his first year, and he played his first year coming to a team where he wasn't projected to start. He had to for injury.
I didn't even know who Dak really was until
You got to think. You got to think when Dak got there, he had the best O line. Oh, you got Zeke. We're gonna play ball control. Dak, if he's not wide the fuck open,
Another
don't throw
light
it.
skinned Italian
Simple
nigga
as
with head
that.
on straight.
We're not even at Zeke. You're gonna get the ball 30 times a game. Dak just exists for right now. Just don't lose the fucking game.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why it's different.
He
With
was a
Joe,
game manager.
yeah, with Joe Burrow, I'm not trying to.
Facts.
And it's just like at the end of the day, we had another round of the playoffs. We had the divisional round. We had another upset. The Titans. They beat.
I said, watch out for the niggas.
Now
I didn't see it coming. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not.
Now
gonna act like
before.
I did not
I
see
fuck
this
with
coming
Tannehill
at all.
now. He's been balling.
Wait,
Wait.
He hasn't?
No, he has not. He's a manager.
What?
In the playoffs, he's been balling.
I said the
Bro,
last part of the season. The last part of the season?
Trey, it's smoke and mirrors, bro. It's not him.
Nigga, that's not him.
It looks
Bro,
like
he don't
So
do
it's
nothing.
all just Derrick Henry. It's all-
Yes.
he hasn't.
Bro,
been
he had almost 200 yards last game.
How many yards did Tannehill have last game, Trey?
It was under.
Less than 100?
He had 88 yards. He completed 7 passes
As a quarterback.
on
the
6 yards per pass. So that
But
means
I'm
he's
saying
really
he's-
just
And
checking
he
out.
ain't running the wing.
How many yards Derrick Henry have?
He had
190.
195 yards and 7 yards. So he had over 200 yards, right?
Bro.
All right, so look.
Yeah. But
Alright,
I'm
but like-
saying though, was you watching weeks 15, like the last week of the
You
season?
talking about now when it
no,
matters.
even-
But still, like,
Even
who
so,
got
like,
him there though? Like, he helped
Derrick
get him
Henry
there.
did. Oh, yeah, he
But
helped.
I'm saying he helped get him
He
there.
helped.
Yeah, bro,
but-
he's led the league in rushing.
Derrick Henry's the rushing champ.
And to be honest, and to
Literally
be honest,
rushing champ.
and to be honest with you, they don't get to the playoffs if the Texans don't rest their starters. Because remember, they had to get into that game by beating the
They
Texans.
had to beat the
Deshaun
Texans.
Watson didn't play. DeAndre Hopkins didn't play. J.J. Watt didn't play. Granted, he was hurt. But at the end of the day, if Deshaun didn't play, I don't even think they're in the playoffs. I think was it the Steelers that were supposed to get that last slot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might have been the Steelers.
First of all,
No,
our
it was the
team's not here.
Raiders.
Yo, shout out to the Steelers for even holding it down that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Nigga
Yeah.
went through 3
Tomlin,
quarterbacks.
yo.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin.
That's
Hall of Fame
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
Hall of
he
Fame
is.
coach.
Mike Tomlin.
Bro,
He
if
doesn't get enough
he
credit.
made the playoffs this year, extension, Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
OG.
Oh, 100 mil.
I feel like he's already
100 mil. All right, but look, if they would have made it with those niggas,
All right,
Yeah.
now let's talk about the game. Now, I came on this podcast 2 weeks before, after New Year's, and I said, I want to see Lamar play a defense where they're not like fooled all the time. I just want to see how he looks, right? Because this year, like, and I highlight the Rams game. He threw 5 touchdowns, but it was like everybody was wide the fuck open, and it's just like people have complained on defenses that Lamar played that we're confused. We don't know where the ball is, and it's just like that Titans game. They just didn't seem fooled at all. It's like even with the play action, and I said this before. Lamar Jackson is not the most important piece on that offense. Mark Ingram is. They go through Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram was hurt, and he couldn't get the touches because he hurt his calf. And it's just like they're not biting on the play action. Now you got to beat us with your arm. And like I feel like that team is a playoff team with or without Lamar. I think if they get a game manager in there, you go through Mark Ingram and you play defense because their defense is good. Because look.
I think it's a great team. I think it's a great team.
Because their playoff team, they might not look as exotic and they're not the number one. I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, I think they're a playoff team with or without Lamar, and the better team lost. From top down to top.
Oh yeah,
definitely. The better team lost. They're better than Tennessee on both sides of the ball. Absolutely. I think the problem is with Lamar. Granted, his receivers had drops. I'm not saying they didn't.
A lot of them.
But for every drop they had, it was an overthrown ball or a misread or he was late on the throw.
Yeah.
I think. Hold on.
He had 505 yards.
All right, but that's very misleading.
Just like Dak stats.
When you're coming from behind, that always happens. Like you come from behind, you're getting blowed out, and like you're forced to pass. There's no more running at this point.
And to be honest, I think they wanted him to run because look.
Yeah, they did.
Look, Mark Ingram, because Mark Ingram had 6 carries for 22 yards. They wanted him to run, and it's just like defending the Cowboys. We'll give you all these yards. Get all that. We ain't gonna let you score a touchdown. They was racking up. They got a garbage time touchdown. They were racking up field goals while Derrick Henry.
He only had 2. It was 28.
Exactly. So and Tony Romo said this. This is the
great commentator.
Great commentator.
He said this. He said this is the worst team to get into a close game with because they got a good running back and they got a good defense. And what people don't talk about, they have a good kicker. This is the worst team you want to get into it with when you're losing or it's a close game because they have the remedy to beat you. I don't care who it is. And to be honest, they beat a team that they shouldn't have beat.
They just had the right people.
And it's just like that.
Coach.
And it's just like
they beat a team. So I think when you look at this,
he was smart.
When you look at this game, you can't just look at it in the vacuum of the game. I think because obviously you got to think because Lamar. There's a lot of drops from receivers. He did have some. Hold on. He had some overthrows. Mark Ingram was hurt, so your full offensive plan is not there.
Okay.
Number 2, they've been resting for like 3 weeks. Especially
they
Lamar.
played the last week because that's when Mark Ingram got hurt.
I know, but they really didn't play.
1 week.
They're not playing meaningful football. Like they didn't.
Okay, but
in like 3 weeks, and it's like I think they came out rusty. More than anything, and then you got a hungry ass Tennessee Titans team.
He's not supposed to be there.
So Sam,
that's not supposed to be there. It's like that happens all the time. Where it's like
I think the rest really fucked them up.
I get that, but they were in the same situation last year, and it's the same thing. But I just feel like
it's the same situation last year.
Because what is the key to beating the Titans? You want to take Derrick Henry out of the game. How do you do that? You build up a lead, right? Right? Because now when you're losing, what can't you do? Can't run the ball, right?
Exactly.
So. The first drive, Ravens get the ball, they're driving. What does Lamar do? Overthrows the tight end, interception. That's on you. You're already starting the game off bad. And it's like, that's on you. And again,
and we got to hold him accountable.
And look, Shannon Sharp said this. He's like, for every drop the receivers had, I could look at a misread, a late ball, or an overthrow. Well, he overthrew a lot of wide receivers. So it's just like, and it's just like, and this is why I said 2 weeks ago, let's slow down on the Lamar train. Yeah. He is the MVP this year because he deserves to be. But let's not. I don't want us to overrate him because it's just like, to be honest with you.
Why are we doing this?
Hold on, because when Aaron Rodgers don't have a run game, Aaron Rodgers can still get you a dub. I've seen Aaron Rodgers.
Nigga, that's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever touch a football,
so
nigga.
Stop comparing him to that, and because they are. They are.
Nobody's comparing him to that. I've never heard that. Have you heard that, Davone?
Aaron Rodgers not.
Nobody's heard that.
So what?
I've never
Comparing him like to Aaron Rodgers, like a great
yeah,
quarterback.
Nobody said that.
I've seen them.
But the
over
hype
Who are
is
you
real,
listening to?
though.
The hype is
The
really
hype
real.
is real.
The hype is because the nigga's nice.
Not because of
I'm not
he's
saying
nice.
that he's not nice, but I said this 2 weeks ago. I just don't think that he's as good as we think he is.
I think we just gotta
I think
hold him
that-
accountable because this is
He had a bad game.
This is the
But
second
nigga-
time
but
he's
my
in the
nigga-
Yeah, but you can't have a bad game now.
Yeah,
And it's just like you're not.
It happens,
You're not
my
the
nigga.
only one that had a bye week. You're not. You're not.
I think that really messed them up though because they sat out week 16
That usually
and then they got the first week bye. That's 2 games.
It's 2
That's
weeks
3
and not like.
He didn't sit out week 16. No, he did. He did.
He did.
Jesus
Come
Christ.
He didn't
Come
play
on.
Yeah,
You can't start
He
cold.
still won that game.
That's tough.
too.
They did. They
And
still
playoffs,
win. They're a
everything
playoff
is like
team with or without.
even like accelerated. Like everything is like, oh, let's get it. You know what I mean? Like as far as
And
like,
nigga,
the team.
it's year 2,
Yeah.
and this motherfucker's
Yeah.
the MVP. Come
It's hard to
on,
match that
man.
energy. You go
Goddamn.
from week 15
Niggas don't
to
do
the
that.
second round of the playoffs. Like it's hard to.
And how can you not be hyped off the
There's no
off,
excuse, though.
off the
I'm not
improvement?
giving him those.
Not the
excuses, though.
off the improvement from year 1 to year 2, where it's just some staggering shit.
Like,
Yeah,
niggas
he
on
did
shit.
improve crazy.
Like niggas like he can't throw, he can't do this, he can't do that.
And he came
That
back
pisses you off in a
literally
minute.
doing all of that
He
shit.
he did everything people expected him to do, and it just didn't happen in one game.
Yeah.
And Corey's defense, the regular season, like he deserved this MVP. Like
No,
you said,
definitely.
he definitely improved. And most people say that like your most improvement is from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah.
Like, and he improved, but now it's all
And
right.
and from
when you
year
get
to 1 to year
what
2.
can you do? What's gonna make you great is what you do in the playoffs. At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's where you get remembered.
All right, but
And at the end of
I
the day,
think-
he's not the only team that had a bye, and it's just like I'm not giving you that.
So who are the other teams that had buys?
Chiefs.
Packers,
Chiefs, and they were down 20.
Yeah, but and to be honest, and they were talking
24,
about
right?
the ESPN. Lamar deserves an
That won't be-
MVP,
that won't be
but
Lamar, yeah.
he is not nowhere near the best quarterback in the playoffs. Nah,
I want to say that, but like,
no, bro.
but Pat got motherfucker. You
But
see
bro,
what he
the
has
Chiefs were
out?
down
Hold on,
24.
we're
The
not.
Chiefs were down 24 and a half, and you brought the team all.
All right, but
back.
the Pats are built. They're built different.
Tom Brady ain't the same right now.
The Chiefs are built different.
Yeah.
They're built. They want to throw. Because you know why? They have the weapons to
they do.
throw.
Yeah, and the Ravens had to rely on
But
the
they also
throw.
had
and
weapons to
they
run
didn't
the
get
ball,
them
too.
far.
Because they have the weapons to run.
Nah, I just
They don't. What?
You just
Not act like Ravens didn't have
What
no
you mean, like,
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
had weapons.
So you don't like
Yeah,
Damian
won, what,
Wilson?
13 games. 14
yeah, like
games?
come on now,
You
like,
like
you're not
Damian
winning.
Wilson and what's it, LaShawn McCoy? Like, come on.
Wait, so
They don't got no. That don't mean they don't got no run game.
They don't have a run game.
They don't.
Shit.
the Chiefs' run game ain't that.
That's
They
not-
are
that's
air
their pa-
raid.
yeah.
They just got some niggas back there that sound good.
What's the matter?
Bro,
They got 2 guys,
They got Tyreek
maybe
Hill
3 that
and the
can
other-
take.
What's the bull? Harmon or
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins,
Harmon.
Harmon.
We don't know them niggas.
Yeah.
Actually, motherfucking Army plays running back. He's on a fucking bye. He plays running back for the Chiefs. But you wouldn't know no difference because they don't fucking run.
You know what's crazy? I don't know any of the receivers on the Ravens outside.
Exactly.
Hollywood.
Well,
Now they
It's
got
2
Will-
tight
they
ends.
got Will
well, they
Smith.
use the tight
Smith,
ends.
Smith.
Yeah, they use the
And
tight
they
ends
traded
more
for
than anybody.
Kenny Stills was there too.
Nah, he wasn't.
Do you know who the Chiefs got?
You said, no, who?
Let's run it down.
Tariq
They
Hill,
traded- they
Kelsey, everybody.
No, wait, hold on.
They were still
Sammy
on the
Watkins.
Texans.
Sammy
No, they traded
Watkins.
for somebody.
Sammy Watkins, who's the third receiver, is better than everybody on the fucking
Yeah, he could be number 1 on
Ravens.
the
He
Ravens.
could be. That's number 1 on the Ravens team.
They all fast.
They are built to throw.
Fast as shit
I was
on
thinking
them,
of Seth
on the
Roberts.
Chiefs.
Yeah, but if you go 14-2, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
hear
it's
about
no.
the talent.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
excuse.
because they beat a lot of good teams.
They smoked a lot of
Yeah.
good teams.
Okay, yeah, but like
Blew niggas out.
And then you
I'm
play
not-
a team that backed into the playoffs. I'm not trying to hear that.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm not.
yeah.
you caught a team.
Because
no,
you want to hear something? The team that you played, you're more talented. On both
yeah,
sides
but the
of
team
ball.
is alright. They caught the wrong team at the
The right team
at
is
the
not-
wrong time.
They got hot.
That's what it means. That
And-
means
and also-
something.
Stiff
And
arm
also,
man,
we see a
he's
lot of
wasn't
times
used.
when teams win that many games and then they shit the bed. You know, they've won how many
Cowboys.
consecutive games?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens like that. Team gets figured out.
Yeah, like
and we have a
Patriots.
And I said that. I said that if a defense cannot be fooled by what the fucking play action
But
is
you're
and
taking
and
it.
having niggas
I
run wide
understand.
open,
But then,
how will he look?
no.
He didn't- he looked awful.
But now you're taking that as you're trying to make that on some type of big indictment on Lamar as a quarterback.
I'm not. I'm just saying
You
he's
saying-
not as good as we.
I think he is.
I don't think he is.
How I think he's at least he's absolutely a top 10 quarterback.
I don't know.
In the league, yeah.
You don't think he's top 10?
I can name
Right now?
quarterbacks. I can name.
You can't name me 10 quarterbacks better than him. You cannot do it.
All right, you ready?
I want do it.
I'm just right now.
Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, I'm doing it. Let me go.
So it's 32 teams.
Wait. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Pat Mahomes.
Uh-huh.
Deshaun Watson.
No.
You're right. He's not better. He's way better.
100%.
100% better. If you're doing that, then you don't watch football.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson.
Lamar?
All right, yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Carson Wentz.
Yes.
That's my boy.
Absolutely.
Drew Brees.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Drew
Matt
Brees.
Ryan.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh! Fuck off. Fuck off. You
I
fuck
can
off.
run fast.
You fuck off.
Matt Ryan is actually
You
really
fuck
good.
off.
Yeah, Matt Ryan is
You
really
fuck
good.
off right now.
This nigga played in a Super Bowl.
Really?
And blew it.
So did Lamar's never been there.
He only had his one bad year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo,
Yeah.
Matt Ryan
What?
is really good.
What has
Think about
Matt
it.
Ryan
Besides-
done?
Hey, Russell Wilson, I'm at 7.
Yes, Russell Williams. But you got to take, man, like, I don't know.
No, bro, Matt Ryan is legit in this league.
And what
and
way?
if Big Ben,
If
didn't
you
get
give
hurt,
Lamar
he'd be
I
Julio,
like Matthew.
Yes.
Try to hear that
Yeah, give
shit.
Lamar Julio,
I
bro.
like Stafford.
come on, man.
Give
I
Lamar
like
Julio.
Stafford.
Who's your
And
7 so far?
Huh?
Who's your 7 so far?
I had Russell. I had Matt Ryan and then Russell Wilson.
You
Remember?
said, you said
Aaron,
Wentz.
Wentz, Deshaun Watson,
Take Wentz off.
Pat Mahomes.
And that's my
Fuck
boy.
And then the other two.
Fuck you doing Wentz?
Drew Brees. He said
Oh, yeah,
Drew
Drew
Brees.
Brees. Yeah, Drew
Not
Brees.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is
Tom Brady's not
Yeah,
better.
I'm not giving him Tom Brady.
Right now,
I'm not
no.
saying
Nah,
Tom Brady.
not right now.
best quarterback to ever play the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like not.
But
this
you
year,
know
bro.
the thing is, it's 2020.
And you give him any weapons in the league. and
He's on his
still
wizard
beat
shit
shit.
right now. Watch the wizard.
It was 2020, big dog.
Last year he had a crazy year.
That was
He had no one-
2019.
He had no one.
Yeah, he don't have.
And Lamar wasn't
When
that.
when he had AB.
They started off like 10 and
Bro,
0.
bro,
He had AB.
AB scored 3 touchdowns within them games. He was there.
I'll give you
He
Tom
was
Brady.
scoring every
I'll give
game.
you Tom Brady.
All right,
With
but it's
weapons. With weapons.
All right, wow, so that's 9, right?
They started
Yeah.
off like 10 and 0.
I put Tom Brady in there. Tom Brady's he's number 1. He had one bad year.
You got 2 questionables for me
I don't
on
know
that
about
one.
Matt, though. Matt
you
Ryan.
got-
Like, bro, like,
And I love my boy, but
I'm not giving you 8.
Wentz? You don't think Wentz is better?
He's wild if you don't think Wentz is better.
Dude, Wentz is better.
That
Dude,
keep
Wentz is
running
better.
shit is-
What Wentz did this year?
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's wild. Like.
What?
You think-
Wait. What Wentz did this year? Do you think Lamar would have had 4,000 passing yards to a
Well,
bunch
you gotta
of niggas
think
under
Lamar
500?
is not a better passer than Carson Wentz. Not
Absolutely
even close.
not.
It's not even close. Like that's what I'm saying. When niggas are not wide open, he struggles to throw the ball.
so keep going. You got
and,
8.
and I'm giving you 10. I'm going with my guy Dak. I wouldn't take.
Suck my
I
fucking
wouldn't
dick.
do that. I wouldn't. First
Suck
of all,
my
first
fucking
of all,
dick.
saying this, Davone.
Hey,
to be
yo.
honest with you, I wouldn't take Wentz over Dak. So, and I'm not taking Lamar over Dak. I wouldn't. Because he runs fast and he does the play action shit. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
Hey yo,
but like the Ravens.
you see what I deal with every
The
week?
Ravens are a playoff team.
We didn't
with
get
or
to
without
basketball
Lamar.
yet.
What about
We didn't even
Bro,
get to.
like
Wait,
that,
Jimmy Garoppolo?
that guy never missed a game.
Wait.
I don't give a motherfucker.
Never missed a game.
Bro,
Yeah.
Dak's resume speaks for itself. Like you
Yeah.
can't put
Okay,
him
the nigga can stay in the games and be mid. Great.
Bro, how is he mid? 30 and 11. What is mid?
Like what has Wentz done?
All right.
Give.
We're talking about Lamar Jackson.
Wait. So look, this is what they're saying.
Hold on.
30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 4,900 yards, and the 4th best QBR in the league. What are we really arguing?
QBR.
And that motherfucker lost. And that motherfucker is 8-8.
Yeah, he doesn't play for a good team. What's your point? The nigga Lamar.
That nigga's so nice. You gotta win one of these. One game,
By yourself,
put you in the playoffs.
Nigga had to win.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not jacking that
You
shit,
can
bro.
say that, but to be honest, and I said this to you,
Huh?
I wouldn't take Wentz over Dak, and I already explained why. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No, I never met a Cowboys fan that would say I would trade Dak.
Oh yeah, nigga, because you're Cowboys fans. Nigga, that's what you're supposed to say.
Cowboys fan.
But,
They're
I
not gonna
mean,
say that.
That's like asking one of them, yo, would you take Dak over Wentz?
Yeah, but you don't understand
I would
football
want
on
my
the level that
quarterback
you're
to be
supposed
so
to.
weird.
I don't understand football.
Because you said that Dak
on-
wasn't good, and then look what he did this
Do you
year.
think that?
I still don't think he's good.
What Wentz did?
Yeah, but he also beat y'all.
So what?
Do you think that
It
would have
wouldn't
did the
matter.
same thing Wentz did under the same
Not when it
circumstances?
matters.
Yeah, because look, and I said this. Look,
he beat us.
Devon, I said this.
Or
I
you
said
want a thing?
when it comes to Wentz,
Who do you
he
think?
doesn't really throw to the receivers like that. He's gonna throw the seam route to the tight end, and he's gonna throw He's gonna throw a wheel route and other routes to the running back at the backfield, right?
What is-
I understand. What do you mean? That's what he does the most. You guys use 12 personnel, the second most to who? Lamar, who in the Ravens, who do it the most, right?
And Dak is either a swing pass to Zeke or a swing pass to
We was
Zeke.
12
First of
personnel
all,
a lot though.
first of
because
all,
of
we run
injuries.
Zeke
slants.
doesn't catch
We
the ball
run
at all.
slants, bitch.
We were
We run a lot
12
of
heavy
slants.
when
Very, but
when
that,
we got
but,
when
but,
we
but
got
that
hurt,
is your,
though.
but that is
He's over
your,
my head.
that is your most dangerous package. Am I right or am I wrong? Right?
It got to be,
But
that,
it- no,
without
it is,
D-Jack
though.
and Alshon, yeah, it was.
no,
It is. So like
no
that
defense.
that being
We
said,
was
like
tight and heavy.
all right, so everybody's making hysterical about the wide receivers getting hurt. I get it, but at the same time, I was looking. I was like, Goddard's playing, Ertz is playing, and Miles Sanders is playing. He wants to throw to those
Miles
guys. the ball
Sanders
anyway.
just started acting right at week 11
I told you he was the truth. You just didn't see it because you don't understand.
Because he was
But
butt at first.
because he was. But I
He
didn't.
wasn't, but he's just a rookie.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
a with you.
Yeah.
Nigga, were you playing bad? Were you not playing
That's
bad?
the same guy that said Alfred
Stop,
Moore was better than
stop
Zeke.
hearing my shit. Stop saying about one bad take I
He
said.
said that.
So you
That's
said
a bad
Alfred
take.
Moore.
was better than Zeke.
All right, my nigga.
Really? Because he fumbled. Really?
Because I'm right about something. You want to bring up a take I had 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was-
that invalidates anything I ever said. Nigga, the nigga wasn't playing good the first half of the year. Factuals. I watched the nigga fumble, then fumble again. That's playing bad. And he just didn't stop doing that.
Fumbling as a running back is not something that's playing bad. You can coach that.
That's unacceptable as a
Nigga, he
Nigga,
fumbled twice in the
What?
same possession.
Huh?
a
That's the only
running
thing
back
you're not
fumbling.
supposed to do.
That's like a receiver missing the ball. Like it just
Yeah,
can't.
but it also happens.
It happens,
fumbled twice
but
in
it's
the
still
same
unacceptable.
It's the equivalent to like a quarterback missing a read. It's going to happen.
No,
fumbled twice.
no,
Yeah, it is.
no. It's
That's like-
not.
I'll say a throw, maybe not a read.
That's like a quarterback.
And
throwing
every
two straight
quarterback
picks.
does it every
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Exactly.
But running backs don't fumble
not
every game.
Aaron Rodgers
Fumbles are
missed
more.
throws.
Fumbles are like that's turnover, literally turnover.
That is a turnover.
I get that, but
Yeah.
quarterbacks throw interceptions.
And you
Not
get
an
that? What the
indictment.
fuck are we talking
But
about?
a misread, you can still get a sack. And get
Yeah,
the
but
ball.
what if he throws a pick six?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like Aaron
A pick
Rodgers,
six, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers don't throw pick six. Yeah, he does, but he's also fucking Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not gonna compare a vet to a guy who's just getting his feet wet. You can coach that.
But-
you see
but-
signs.
but for
you
you-
saw glimpses of him.
The only reason why I say I won't pick one, and I'm being
nigga
being
who-
fair. I don't think Dak is trash.
He's not.
Yeah,
The
I don't
people
think
that
he's
think he's
trash
trash
at all.
because they don't understand football.
But I'm just saying, like, you give Wentz, Zeke, and Amari Cooper, bro.
Yeah, but and I can also say if you give Dak a defense, then we'll talk then. Because at the same
got a
time,
D-line,
but
not a
at
defense,
the same
like-
time, but that's the most important piece of the defense.
It is.
But
when you don't
but
have
the Cowboys,
corners,
but the
and at
Cow-
any moment,
but
they can take the top
Yeah,
off.
But like,
Chop,
look,
chop.
the Cowboys were dead last
In turnovers.
No, yeah, and we're also dead last in field position.
Eighth
So like
ranked
every time we get the ball, we at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
We gotta-
Yeah.
like come on,
Field position.
that does something. Cause like and it's just like it was Chris Sims. When you start if you have to go 90 yards every time to get a touchdown,
That's
that's
exhausting.
hard. It's exhausting as fuck. You're not gonna do that. Look at the Eagles game. Bro, every fucking time we had terrible field position every time.
But
And it's just like-
you're a top 10 quarterback.
he is a top 10 quarterback.
And they had a
So,
top 10 defense.
With a hold up, I don't fuck the defense because you're
I'm about to
playing.
say our defense.
Hold on,
I'm about to
fuck
say,
that.
stop.
You're a
You're
top.
doing it.
You're a top. Hold up. You're a top. Hold on. You're a top 10 quarterback with a top 10 with a top 5 running back with a top 10 O line with a top. I would say a
Got
top
O-line.
15 receiver.
He's a top 15. Amari's top 15.
I'll say right.
Nah, Amari's
And
top
you
15.
could not give me one touchdown in 60 minutes of play. Something's wrong here.
And he missed some throws.
Nah, he did. But I also said this. And I know Mike, he's gonna discredit it, but it does
Because
matter.
it's probably wrong. Go
No.
ahead.
Dak didn't practice all week,
Yeah.
right? But all right,
But a lot of them don't.
But here's the thing.
That's the bad game thing, but you won't give back to back.
I got 1
But like-
week versus 3.
Yeah, but I also can give you a quarterback that has a playoff win, and I can give you a quarterback that doesn't. So stop. But here's the thing. Look, he didn't practice all week, right? So I'm like, all right. And then they say he's taking Toradol before the game. Like, bro, he was hurt, bro.
Oh yeah, I give him.
Bro,
I
he
know
was,
he was
on
hurt.
his throwing
You
shoulder.
can see what-
on
but
his-
I feel like the
You
great,
can't
the,
get-
the
wait,
other
here's the
people in
thing.
the top 10,
But
they
here's the thing.
persevered
Here's the
through
thing.
those
Yeah,
injuries. Like,
you
Them
said-
other
you
9
said-
niggas
but
is
look,
getting a
here's-
touchdown.
Here's the thing. You said missed throws, right?
yeah,
We also had 6 drops that game.
yeah. Y'all drop some shit.
Exactly. So it's like that.
Hold up.
It happens every game.
But here's the thing.
Hold on.
Here's my thing.
We had crazy
we just killed Lamar when he had dropped. So for every drop, I saw him miss throw.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Lamar plays for a better team. That's why I keep saying that.
What's that have to do with the fucking
What the
offense?
fuck? Your offense. I'm talking about the
here's the
offense
thing.
scoring
When the
touchdowns.
Cowboys punt the ball, to be honest with you, I'm expecting points. When the Ravens punt the ball, I'm not expecting that.
Defense.
They get sacks, they get turnovers. They put so much weight on the offense, and they don't understand that the offense on most teams, they feed off the defense. If you get a sack or a shank fumble and Carson Wentz got the ball on their 40, you don't think it does something? As a person that played,
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
And you even said, as a person that played linebacker and safety, it's exhausting when the offense has to go 90 yards every time. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, we had 6 drops.
I hear you.
Yeah.
It's one touchdown and 60
You gotta
minutes.
score a touchdown.
You can't go down the field
If
one
you're
time.
top 10,
And
You
it's
can't do it one
but it's not-
time.
it's not like they were
One
never in the
time
red zone.
makes you in
We
this
weren't in
game.
the red zone.
Y'all were nowhere near it?
No, we never got. That's what I keep saying.
Then that's
We
what's-
but and here's the
Why?
thing, huh?
Why are you not getting in the red
Bro,
zone?
to be honest with you,
Because the defense threw the ball to the opposite direction.
no, but y'all defense played really
Yeah,
well.
our D-line-
And Mike doesn't understand it, but and that's what I was trying to say. The defense that Dak played that day and the defense that Wentz played that day are two completely different defenses.
Yeah.
like, bro, like,
But
I
I mean,
you lined
Donald
up,
Lawrence
who's
supposed to be.
offense?
I
Huh?
said Donald Lawrence.
Was y'all off?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Bro,
He's supposed to be that guy.
yeah, he's also a fucking bum too. And I
When you
wanna
lined
trade
it
him.
up, whose defense? Like, y'all
Look,
offense
you know what's
has more
funny?
firepower
Oh.
than our defense.
Sean,
you lined them up.
So look, right today, and I fucking wish this video would have came out. It was Nick Wright on for First Things First.
Yeah.
Today. Did you see the video I retweeted?
No.
So he said if you was to keep the rosters today, right now, right?
Mhm.
He was pretty much saying that the Eagles, no, he said the Cowboys have to take the next step to get to where the Eagles are. And then he said, and then the Cowboys have to take another step to get to where Seattle is. And then he says, then you got to take another step to get to where San Francisco is. So I don't want to hear nothing about no Super Bowl shit.
Some of that's valid,
That's
but
why
like-
in August I said this is a 9-17. That's why everybody's like, well, the Eagles made the play. Yeah, y'all were supposed to. And I said this: the better team won, the better coach team won, and the to me, and I'll say this, the more talented team. won.
Only thing I'll give you is before the season, we were ahead
Exactly.
of you guys. I'll give you
were.
that.
Yeah, but what happened at the end?
Y'all were just 13-3.
We had everybody was fucking hurt.
We were
had
10-6 the year
we had
before.
11,
We were
12.
10-6 the year before.
Oh, the year before.
Yeah, we were 10-6.
Okay, so
And y'all, and I think
10-6.
y'all were 11.
Yeah, we
one game
lost
back.
in the
Yeah,
wild
y'all were
card.
one game back. Yeah,
But I'm saying like, all right. Again, Dak's not trash.
he's not.
But 9-17, you can't get a
That's what I'm saying,
touchdown.
like, yeah.
Like when we played,
I
when we played
can't
the
ride.
Saints,
I can't
not the Saints,
roll.
When we played,
Yeah, but here's the
who
thing:
we playing?
if he played mediocre against good
Seahawks.
defenses, I would be like, all right, you got
when
it.
we just played the
But I've seen
Seahawks.
him play well against actually better defenses.
when we just played the Seahawks,
Yeah.
we got in the red zone about at least 3 times with
Yeah.
Josh McCown.
But
With half a hamstring.
Yeah, but who was he throwing to? The tight ends and the running backs. He played within
Yeah,
the
but
system.
who else
he
He
gonna
played.
throw to?
He played within
He
the
gonna throw it
system.
to our wide receiver.
But I
our
keep
star
saying
wide
Throwing to our
receiver,
we're throwing to our
Greg
receivers too.
Jr.
No, I get that, but to be honest,
I'm
Carson
saying-
Wentz,
I'm
does he-
saying
what
if
is he
Carson-
doing?
if Carson's
Shelton
there-
Gibson had a catch.
Yeah,
Like,
How the fuck is
he
Shelton
just got
Gibson on
drafted.
the
He
field?
got drafted. He
can
just got
say-
picked up. That
You
week.
can
the
say
Browns
that,
practice
but
squad.
McCown played within the offense, and Nick Wright said this, and I don't agree, but he was like, McCown's stats looked identical to Wentz's stats to what Wentz played. Now
Yeah.
it's a different time,
Yeah, 'cause
different time, and I
there's
do
been a lot
believe
more touchdowns
Yeah,
in
no,
the last year,
a lot more. I firmly believe that, but at the end of the day, I just feel like McCown played within the system. The only difference I saw was he took sacks that I know Wentz would have got out of.
Yeah.
And obviously he's a better thrower of the football, so there's gonna be plays.
He's
There's gonna be
just a
more
better
plays.
athlete.
Yeah. He's a better quarterback. It's not even that. But at the end of the day, I think that Wentz plays within his system that helps. And to be honest with you, I think it.
Dak's just got everything going against him.
I'm just
man.
saying,
He doesn't
Dak-
have everything
no,
going
like,
against
y'all
him,
game
but
against
and
It's
I say this,
Dak, man.
y'all remember we had Tony Romo with the same roster not making the playoffs? Tony Romo was the best quarterback in his division for damn near the entire time he played. And he was going 8-8 with the same team. He can't.
I didn't say
He
that.
was the best quarterback in the division
We never said
when Eli was winning Super Bowls. Was he making the playoffs? No. You need a defense. Yo, Jerry Jones and Will McClay have neglected defense, and it's bit us in the ass.
When y'all played us, that was a playoff game. It
was.
Our last 4 games were playoff
No,
games.
definitely. But at the end of the day,
And he didn't get it done. I'm saying if Wentz didn't get hurt,
If
he
you
would
a
have got it
top
done.
10 quarterback,
I think he
you
would've got it done.
telling me this nigga is this caliber of player.
And I know he hurt. They all hurt at this point. You know, at the end of the season,
At
they
this
all hurt.
caliber of
And
player.
I know he got the shot. Trust me,
bro,
I know.
and his
But
throwing
I'm-
shoulder.
I know, but I'm
Like,
just
I'd
saying,
rather
like,
it be
Oh,
like a fucking-
nigga, it's one touchdown.
Yo, he didn't even have to be pinpoint accurate on that Tavon
His
John.
QBR,
Just
Davone.
throw it, give it some air so he can run
He
under.
had 2 of them back to back,
Trey.
bro.
Nah, it was, but I can show you some shit that,
Even Trey
that
like it.
Amari
Nah,
tried.
Because, like, bro,
Like his
I know what you're saying.
I hear you, and it's
I know what
funny,
he's saying,
but, like, yo,
that is
like-
too inconsistent. Like, how you gonna score about?
you're telling me,
30
you're telling
He
me,
had a good season though.
yeah,
He
30
did.
touchdowns
He
and
had a
11
good season.
interceptions.
But
Come
it's
on.
like we're playing like the Eagles.
That's a good season.
Why-
Bro, that's why I keep telling him, like, stop talking to me about that.
look at the first of all, let's observe the context in which most of those touchdowns and interceptions come. Let's observe that, but we'll get that. That's
What do
a
you mean?
different time.
Amari made the Pro Bowl this year. This was his best year in the league.
Couldn't score a touchdown against us, though, huh?
Hey.
Whatever.
ADA what, nigga? What is
You don't
ADA?
want to catch the ball, you're not going to catch the
With
ball.
Over
a
the
block
block,
and
little
fucking
strap,
Russell.
Lestrade was just locking his ass.
Yo, I actually
up.
look.
Oh
like
boy,
him. Like, I like his-
Cravon LeBlanc was
But
giving him
what helps
hell.
bad DBs? Pressure, and Dak was getting hit. He was.
Yeah.
He was. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're
But
top
everybody
10,
get pressure.
and you need to get 1 touchdown. It's 60 minutes. I'm not trying to hear
we
it.
score a touchdown,
I don't give a
do we
fuck
win?
if that nigga had knives in his legs.
Oh,
You can
still
get
losing.
one.
Yeah, we are. We're still losing if we score a touchdown.
I don't know.
In the fourth quarter?
We lost by 8. You really expect us to score a touchdown, then get the extra point, then score again with that team?
See, the interesting thing
In
about-
overtime, maybe,
the interesting thing
yeah.
about-
You scored before that.
The interesting thing about the Cowboys and the Eagles, we play each other twice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on a limb here and say Dak fucking folded because y'all
That
beat
nigga
us
folded
before.
like a lawn
Y'all beat
chair.
us the first time, which proved y'all can beat us.
Beat our
But
ass.
when it mattered,
Beat
y'all
our ass
couldn't.
with a
Yeah, but
healthy
at the same time, in a division
And the
game,
team
same
was
division-
better then.
Huh?
The team was better then.
Y'all beat us.
Y'all beat us with a better team.
Y'all beat us better than we.
So I'm not trying to hear any of that shit.
I'm not
The
trying to hear
better. All right, let me ask you this: did the better team win the division? Did the best
No.
team win the division?
Bro, we had 3 undrafted
Did the best
receivers.
team without
Boston
all the
Scott-
injuries? Absolutely.
Yes, if you're looking at the
If we would have had
beginning,
no injuries,
with the-
absolutely
with-
we're a better team.
with-
Yeah, with no
the
injuries.
injuries?
With the injuries, I think y'all were
would
the better
Greg
team.
Ward
No,
be
I
the
don't
starting receiver on
For
your
every
team?
good player,
No.
for every
Would
good
Shelby
player,
Gibson have
for
a
every,
catch on
for
your
every
on
good
your
player
squad?
you
No.
name, I can name
So-
for every player you name, I could give you a player just as good, if not better, on the Eagles.
only niggas you can name is probably defensive lineman and the tight ends.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
Safeties, too.
And one
Both-
safety.
Both of them. Both of your safeties are better than both of them.
Linebackers, no.
Yeah.
Cornerbacks, fuck no.
Jenkins definitely is, and I hope they pay him.
Our quarters
We're
aren't
not
good.
paying Malcolm Jenkins. He can fuck off.
He can suck a dick.
I hope they do.
Several
He
of
can come
them.
here.
Yeah, he deserves.
We
it,
need
bro.
somebody like that.
Yeah, exactly.
On the real?
We need
You don't
somebody
have anybody that
On
can
the
do
real?
that.
We got Jeff Heath.
Yo, that would be a great.
Yeah,
That would
they
be a
thought he
great-
made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Why?
that'd be a
I
great
hate
pickup
that.
for them.
Like I hate that nigga. Like
Oh
he's
yeah,
a
because
great
they got
leader.
Jeff Heath, nigga. Motherfucking Quashe would be a good pickup for them at fucking safety.
No, but all I'm saying is, Dak is 30 touchdowns, 11
That
interceptions.
nigga-
I'll
He
give him
proved
top
the doubters
15. I'll
wrong.
give him top
He
15.
proved the doubters wrong this year. He had a phenomenal.
No, you
year.
You know
didn't.
what it would've
How?
proved?
He
You
wasn't
know what
supposed to make the
proved- You know what
playoffs.
would've
You
proved
wasn't
the
so-
doubters wrong?
you
If he had
sup-
31 touchdowns.
Yeah, that would help.
It wouldn't have.
Maybe.
And to be honest, I would have been mad if we would
I'm
have
trying
went
to
to the
think
playoffs.
who's left on that list. that
Nigga,
is better than him.
please. Nigga, please.
Like squad for squad.
Nigger.
That wasn't named. Like out of the
Please.
top quarterbacks.
Yo, I like Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
What?
to be honest with you,
First of all, he got hurt. So
It's
he don't
hard.
count.
It's hard.
Hell
Matt Stafford is
no.
a weird case
He got
because
hurt.
he's in a
But we're
shitty
saying like,
situation.
what about
Matthew Stafford?
He's in a
Not better than Lamar Jackson.
yo, who do you think Lamar is, bro? Like,
I think he's better than Matt Stafford.
I think
he's better out of
Matt Stafford
Winston.
he's just a chucker. Like,
Who?
Who?
Who do I think is better?
what does Lamar do
Wentz
better
is
than
better.
Dak besides
Oh,
run
Wentz
fast?
all day.
Why?
Because he's better.
Why?
But look, wait. No, and I was about to eat his ass up with that because somebody, and I ain't gonna put the video out, but somebody said, "What does Wentz do better
What has
than
he
that?"
done in the
He does one thing better, and I'm not gonna say. It. I want Mike to say it because I'm gonna get in his ass.
Probably
But say it.
scored a touchdown.
But
What?
wait.
Wentz is
Probably just wins,
Wentz is
man.
better.
Oh,
Oh,
that was crazy.
you
Get his wallet.
need to see it.
All the, oh.
Oh,
Get in my pocket.
Did you head over?
Did you
Get in my pocket.
Your power's out your house?
Yeah, now it's back on now because of. Oh wait.
Those lights.
Is that one still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
All right, so
Lights just went out.
sorry,
So
fans.
dark session.
Lights just went out.
Lights-
Yeah, this is it's an after dark session.
Yeah, that's
All right, but no, but Mike, what
Wentz
does
is a
Carson-
better overall playmaker out of the
No, it's not
pocket.
still recording.
Wentz is
No, the power in the house.
he has a
It's
better
moving.
he has a better deep ball.
That shit's
He throws it better. He definitely has a better default. He's a
Not
better
recording.
playmaker out of the pocket. Better yeah.
All right, so I'm about to kill
We're
his
not
whole
recording.
horse.
So it's on
He fell for easily.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dak is the most
you
accurate
sure
quarterback
this
out of the
recording?
pocket.
It's
in
not
the league.
recording.
He's not more accurate. It is recording.
On for what?
Look, this is not
Nigga,
on,
this
bro.
is not plugged in right now.
This is not on.
And you can look this up. I have stats to back it up. Outside of the pocket, Dak is the most accurate quarterback in the league. His deep ball is not better because his deep ball accuracy is better and his yards per throw is longer, so he actually throws more deep balls. He's more accurate on his deep balls. The only thing that Carson Wentz is definitely better at Dak at is breaking tackles, like breaking sacks. Cause he's better.
Improvise,
Yeah, improvise. Yeah, because that's
Better playmaker.
Yeah, because he's just more accurate. I mean, no, he's more athletic.
Yeah.
He's more athletic. Which
Better
is,
playmaker.
yeah, but I'll give you that.
The height
But-
helps too. Is those inches.
Yeah,
Like
nah,
6'6".
how he gets out of that shit, that's just
Crazy.
like, that's just God given ability. I give him that.
Ducking
But
niggas.
as far as accuracy goes, that you're harping on, you can't prove that he's better than Dak. You can't,
I think that nigga's better.
and that's fine.
Everybody knows that nigga's
But the
better.
fact that you can even have a debate
you
shows
you
that
you giving me a bunch of numbers tells me that nigga's not better.
like it is because you
No.
just giving me your opinion. I'm giving you.
I'm giving
shit.
you-
Wait, so you're saying that he's the most
Stephen A.
accurate
style.
in the pocket
outside of the pocket. Outside of the pocket on the
Oh, outside of really?
yeah. That's why him and
bro,
I don't believe that because I definitely
You
saw.
won bread on that before.
him and Amari,
Beasley.
have the highest QBR when throwing. Like it's crazy. They said when Dak is throwing to Amari, it's almost literally perfect.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's like wait,
Aaron Rodgers. Like,
Oh,
no, it was like
routes.
I think it was like his QBR with Dak and
Straight
Amari is like
slants.
153. It was like damn near perfect. But like
I don't know. I just don't. I respect his game. I just don't like that. I don't know. Maybe it's
respect
because
that
of
nigga game.
Miami
Too
when he got
inconsistent
jumped
for
from.
me,
I don't respect that
Like,
nigga
he said the
game.
same thing.
Panama City, like maybe it was that.
No, I don't respect that nigga game because I know who runs the show in that bitch. We all know who runs the show in that bitch, and we ain't trying to act like we don't know who runs the show in that motherfucker.
no, Zeke is our best player. Right?
So
Ain't nobody
when you tell me none of that shit goes down unless he's there,
yeah, but I can also say the same thing when Fletcher Cox ain't playing.
shut the fuck
That's the most important position on the team.
defense, bitch.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah, defensively, yeah.
It is.
But
Mike doesn't.
Wentz,
Mike don't listen. He don't watch.
Wentz is the difference, though.
I'm not saying he's not, but
he was
I'm just not saying that he's better than my guy because I don't definitively besides
Zeke
tackles.
directly impacts the type of throws and different things and
I can also say having a defense puts your offense in a better position to thrive.
you know what a defense
You
is.
still got to score.
You do. Yeah, but it's easier to score when you're going 40 yards versus 90.
It's not 40 yards every time.
I'm not saying it's 40 yards,
Yeah,
but it's
it's
a
like-
lot more. It's a lot more. Yeah, way more. We're last in the league. The Dolphins had a better.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not the Eagles' fault. It's not.
It's
Wentz'
not.
fault.
I'm not blaming. Just like I'm not
But
gonna
like
blame. I'm not gonna blame
drove
Dak
the
for
field 80, 90
But
yards
you
before.
telling me that
Maybe
this
not as consistent as the
motherfucker
Cowboys.
is top 10.
Yeah,
He's
I am.
in the.
I
You're
said
telling
it
me
before the
You're
league,
telling
and he
me.
proved it this year.
I'm taking Phillip Rivers over
You
that.
have to put that.
Yeah, that's why
I
I'm
don't
saying.
put.
He had a better year.
I don't put Wentz in the top 10. That's the thing.
The fact that
and
you
I'm
would-
okay with
but like,
doing that.
But like, look,
So
look,
if
watch
Wentz
this.
is in top 10, I know for sure that happens.
Besides running faster, what does Lamar do better? He's not more accurate because accuracy is really not his thing.
Nigga's a baller, nigga.
Exactly.
The nigga's
So
a gamer.
exactly. So
The
nothing.
ball and
All right. Yeah, he's more dynamic than.
Yeah, and I said he's faster,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But he's more. I won't just say faster. He's quicker.
He does everything.
Yeah, but my problem is
More
He's a better
explosive.
ball carrier than Dak.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's-
but his-
but throwing the
You
ball,
can't
not
just-
taking
but
him
how,
over that.
as talented as he is running the ball, you can't just say that's it because he's so effective.
No, I'm not
running
saying
the ball.
he's not. But when he's not,
He in
Because
totality
they both run.
affects a
they
game.
do. But they do, and that's why defenses are confused. My issue is when they're not confused, how does he look? And when they weren't confused, he looked like
And what Dak didn't score.
And when Dak don't have no Zeke.
But I can show you games where Zeke had 33 yards and Dak had to put the team.
But the fact that he's there, it matters. It matters. When
This year, I don't know if that's true.
Zeke didn't have a good year.
Really?
He didn't. He
didn't. He had three. He averaged 3 yards a carry versus Philly. Three.
And guess what?
He really snapped
The
against.
motherfucker,
And that was
you know what happened?
Because the second time Dak had to get us out of a fucking jam. His defense stinks.
You know what? The Eagles the Cowboys were what? 8-8, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be 8-8.
No, that means I'm talking about your success depends on that nigga. And when your success depends on that nigga, you can't tell me this nigga is top 10.
Okay, wait. And I said this earlier. When you play through a quarterback and you're relying on a quarterback, what happens more? What are you gonna do? Obviously more. You're gonna throw the ball, right?
You're gonna turn the ball over.
Yeah, but you're gonna. And he only had 11 receptions, which is like phenomenal for that amount of yards. But on top of that, when you throw the ball more, what happens, right? It's either you're gonna get more incompletions or more interceptions, right? Mm-hmm. So that means what? Your defense is going to play more. Our defense is probably one of the worst in the league. When they're on the field more, bad things happen. Bro, we got lit up by a second-string quarterback.
The Lions.
No, the Lions, bro.
The Lions.
He got cut from the Bengals.
The Lions was wild.
Sam Darnold. 95-yard touchdown. Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bro, that's what I keep saying. Like, come on, bro. Like, no. But when you have a defense that bad, every game is a fucking shootout, bro.
So the offense is so the defense is trash.
Our defense was no better.
Hold on.
Darby was getting bombed every
Davone, what I'm gathering from this is when the defense is trash, the defense is trash. But when the offense is trash, it's because the defense is trash. Sounds like sound like when a woman says, he's no accountability.
Then how the fuck did you niggas put up 34 on us that first game? Because you guys
that's
fumbled
what
on
I'm
the first
saying.
2 possessions.
Bro,
you did though.
At the end of the day, y'all scored 34 on us.
Gotta
and
give
then
me
when it mattered, y'all couldn't score
one touchdown as a top 10.
Everybody's talking about Zeke.
That first game also mattered. You can't just wipe that away. If y'all beat us that first game, that second game doesn't matter.
It doesn't. That's what I keep saying.
So you can't say the second one's the only one that mattered.
But at the end of the day, look.
This one matters.
All right,
Zeke versus the Lions.
Going to the playoffs.
2.8 yards a
If y'all
carry.
beat us the first game, there wouldn't have been a conversation.
True.
Right. But that supports my argument. I'm saying y'all.
And you act like it's not. You act like it's easy to sweep a team in your division. Like, come on.
It's been done.
I'm not saying it hasn't been done, but is it not hard to do that?
Oh, you come.
When you got the Dolphins beating the Patriots,
every second is excuses out your fucking ass. The nigga folded like a lawn chair. I'm not trying to hear that fucking shit, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm not saying the nigga's trash. You know I be joking when I say the nigga's trash. I don't think the nigga's that good. I think he's okay. I think he's cool. But you're not going to tell me he proved the haters wrong when a nigga folded like a lawn chair in the game that mattered the most to your season. You can't tell me that.
And to be honest, that game, you even said it. We didn't lose because of Zeke. We didn't lose because of Dak. He didn't fold. He just didn't play like
he didn't win.
Like you thought, like you.
But to be honest, I don't think Wentz won the game for y'all. So it's like, go on.
Bro, you didn't see
I don't think that nigga's a top 10 quarterback either.
To be honest with you,
the last game. Which game did you think we won?
No, y'all beat us, but I don't think it was because of
all them niggas he just named, except Matt Ryan, I would put over my son.
Nah, against y'all, I would definitely give it to the defense.
Yeah, he had
that's my whole point. We're under pressure all fucking day, and then I got that. Then I got Amari.
You top 10 quarterback came through at the picture.
Yeah, that one.
Bro, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
But he's still like
one touchdown, and you're a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, yo, my guy had a good year. This was Amari's best year in the league. It was.
I think Dak had a good year. I just don't think he's top 10.
Huh? I think he's on the outside looking in, or he's 10. Simple as that.
He's 11 or 12.
He's on the outside looking in right
now. That nigga's outside looking in.
We have a franchise quarterback.
Like he had a great stats, but like big time games he folded. Like bro, we lost to the Patriots 9-13. We lost to the Dolphins or Vikings by 2.
Yeah, but Dak balled that game.
He did, but we didn't win.
Yeah, but bro, we have DeMarcus Lawrence rushing the fucking passer. What do you expect? That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. The Vikings was the best defense we played, bro. Bro, 3 touchdowns. Straight ball. Like,
but it's like, bro, like he only scores the second half. Why?
No, we do start slow. I hate that shit.
Like, bro, we run the ball with Zeke to start the game off, and we get 2 yards.
Yeah.
And then we start working.
Zeke didn't have a good year at all. To be honest with you.
Zeke's at training camp from the beginning. It's gonna be a whole different.
I mean, I guess, but when you're making.
Oh, you're a Cowboys fan too.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we
At
is.
the end of the day, call spade a spade. Runs is not reliable.
And Dak is?
No, I'm just saying.
No, Dak gonna play every game.
Dak's play
if you're
every
getting tore off.
Oh, that's what they leaning on. Here we go.
A weakness is a weakness.
Now it's
Not being reliable is a weakness. At the end of the day, it's a weakness.
Like to be honest, but like this, no, Javon.
So Dak is healthy and not reliable.
No,
and-
I wouldn't say that, bro. He has a playoff.
He
win.
show up,
He has
yo.
Two
He gonna be-
appearances in the playoffs, and he has a playoff.
He don't go to.
He gonna at least he gonna show up and fold.
No,
Nigga,
Like,
so
I
what?
can't-
Dak has his weaknesses. I'm not denying that. But
Yeah, he comes to work, but he don't do shit. But at least he be at work.
He clock in. He be on his ass.
I'm not gonna say that. He has 2 playoff appearances and 1 win. Come on.
All
Now.
right, 50%. That's an F, bitch.
Huh?
his best season was saved from fucking Foles.
Wentz
Take
would've had-
Foles out of the equation. Wentz is a little shaky. His best season was saved by Foles, bro.
Huh?
Bro,
And any
he
team
was
that
going to win the MVP that year.
he was.
Don't be ignorant. Don't do that.
Best season
He was
saved
literally.
by
Bro,
Foles.
he
It's an MVP
He
season.
led the league in passing yards and touchdowns and missed 3
He
games.
got hurt.
And what happened last season? He got hurt. What
He was
happened
hurt
last
from that season.
He got hurt.
He was.
Nah, but
He only missed 8 games. First of all,
That's half the
That's half the season.
That's
What are you talking about?
out of all the games he's played, out of all the games,
She only missed 8 games.
no.
He missed 8 games in his
Out of
career.
64, Trey.
That's not bad.
Out of
8
64,
games in his career.
that's not a lot.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. I put the whole of your fuck theory up.
That's 56 games.
His problem is that he plays hurt a lot.
It's more.
No, it's not.
Anyway, it's 8.
It is. Isn't it splendiferous?
How many has he played in?
56.
Nigga, subtract 64 minus 8.
Has he actually started in 64 games?
56.
56.
Yes.
I don't like it.
No. See, now we all understand each other. Let's not act like we're fucking fucking.
No, but my point
We're
is
gonna
that
wrap this up, right?
He played every game too, by the way.
Dak is a 2-time Pro Bowler before coming
every
into the
game this
season,
year.
and this year was his best year.
He got hurt.
I'm not gonna fault him.
This year, wow.
What you mean? You got.
That never missed a game.
What have you done for me lately? He played all 16 games.
Who's your Super Bowl? Yo, that Super Bowl is based on Nick Foles, bro. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Nick Foles.
Devon.
Keep it real.
I think
I'm
it
gonna
would
keep
have
it real.
looked better.
If
No,
Foles played that whole season, I don't think we would even fucking made it to the Super Bowl.
Hell no.
I don't think you make it to the
Because
Super
when
Bowl,
Foles ain't no
but you win the
MVP.
division. But I think y'all winning the Super Bowl, it hurt.
It definitely
hurt wins.
Definitely.
Because it's just
Especially
like,
Philly
anybody can
fans,
act
like
like
they're
that.
always gonna compare him to Foles.
yeah,
Like,
but
looking
not
I'm
even that.
comparing
But
this
it's like,
back up. That nigga got benched for Gardner Minshew. That motherfucker got hot for 2 games, and it's called a spade a
you can
spade.
say that, but it's just like, bro, it's his first year playing in this new system.
It was a debate whether who was going to start the next season.
not really.
No,
Nah,
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was dumb
No,
niggas
look,
debating.
look,
Nobody was
Maybe for
debating
like 2
that.
days.
Not a soul.
Nah, if you was
They
a
made a
troll,
decision
if you was
fast
a
as
troll,
shit.
if you were a
It was
troll,
a debate on Twitter.
yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, if you were a troll or a genuinely stupid
never
nigga, you thought that.
But like, here's my thing, like.
Because he had an
Wentz-
MVP
No,
type
but like,
season
yeah, no.
before he got
Carson
hurt.
Wentz, if he didn't tear his ACL, he was gonna win the MVP, right? I think not
He
that.
still should have won this shit.
Yeah,
For real,
I
for
agree.
real.
Nah, you can't.
He only
do
missed
that.
3 games and he led the lead in passing yards.
Nah, I
and
get
And
that.
still led that bitch.
I get that, but it's just like that team went on to win without you. It's like,
But it's a regular
Oh.
season.
no,
Oh.
it is, but you can't.
Team with the Super Bowl without you.
It's a
Yeah,
regular season award. Yes, you can. It's a regular season award. So you have to count the regular season.
If you all right, so let's dead this whole shit right now.
13 out of 16 games.
If
he still led the lead.
Yeah,
in
but
passing
Devon,
yards and touchdowns.
It's the regular season, so dead that shit right now. If it was Nick Foles, was gonna.
So James Winston. He had
What
no
the
such
fuck are you
season.
talking about?
Yo, get the
Trey,
fuck
stop.
out. Yeah.
All right, but no, but
Don't
nah,
ever listen to that
nah,
nigga.
but nah. As an MVP, I think you got to play 16 games. Even if you play 16,
Why,
you
though?
get bumped the wild card. Like I'm still giving it to him because he deserves.
Lamar played 15.
Huh? Who? Yeah, but it's a difference when you're hurt and when your coach is literally saying you're fucking bench.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go by the numbers. Like,
But here's my thing. But it's
Niggas,
like you two, you're gonna look at him differently if that team is like. It's like, oh, they win without you. They don't really need you. That team is that good. It does because it's different. Because like if he
I see what you're saying, but
if
I'm
he
saying
would have went to
it's
Super
a regular
Bowl,
season.
yeah, no. Because look, but
And remember, Nick Foles in those last few games,
he was struggling.
fucking shit up.
But like, here's the thing. I agree with Mike. You guys are not the number one seed with Foles. I get that, but here's my thing. If Carson
We
wins,
probably don't make the playoffs with that
you
nigga.
win the division. Stop it. You win.
Oh, man.
No, who? Wait. Who wins
He's
the
very
division?
streaky.
Unbelievable.
No, that's what I'm
the
saying.
best Eagles team we've seen since.
Hold on. Are y'all high?
Every time they say that, I say who was supposed to win the division. Nobody says.
Or
Yeah, was it 13? Was it 13 games?
Y'all talk how many games y'all win that year?
We win 9-7. Zeke missed 6 games.
Y'all absolutely are winning.
More than like 3/4 of that season.
Wrap it
was
up.
wins.
I don't think we understand how like mid Nick Foles really is.
I don't think you understand
Gum
how.
stales.
I don't think we're really getting it here.
Like, here's my thing.
Yo, he got benched for Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
Yeah,
bro.
but no, it is what it is.
Andy Reid's system
hurt,
is
wasn't he hurt?
quarterback.
No, he just sucked.
He doesn't. All right, bro.
But he was hurt, wasn't he?
He
hurt?
do. He, like,
think
yo,
you're a product of the system.
He
Do y'all realize that Wentz was behind Alex Smith in Kansas City before he came back to Philly?
me Foles.
Foles.
Yeah.
He was a backup.
Yeah, he almost quit. I'm not acting like he's a senior.
And then,
Been a backup.
right.
I'm not saying he's better than Wentz. No one thinks that.
I just think he can. He's like the NFL.
He
Judge
came
Smith
in at the right time.
Where he can-
They changed the
when he get
system
hot-
for him, and he got hot for
But when
two
he's
good
bad,
games.
he's bad.
I think he's like Delhi. I think he's like Delhi.
Dellavedova?
Yeah, I think when he's really good, he's really good. When he's bad, he's really bad.
Yeah, that's like if they
That's-
win
that's
Game
how
7
they
with
are.
Delhi.
Nah,
Niggas-
but like Delhi was the backup.
But you
I'm
know
saying,
what?
when Jalen is hitting, he's
Remember
more
when he
effective
locked
than
down Curry? Like,
Yeah.
But you know how crazy that sounds? Like if they won Game 7 with Delhi, and then next year they're talking about, well, is Delhi going to start over Kyrie? You know how fucking stupid that sounds?
I never said he should have started.
That's the same
And
thing.
then they're like,
that shit like
well,
that.
Kyrie just can't stay healthy, man. His knees just
He can't now.
So should we really see what Delhi can do?
Not that far.
Should we
Nah,
really give
you know,
Delhi a
I can see
chance?
like Kyrie being like Wentz extremely talented, he just can't stay healthy. Like Carson Wentz is good. I think Carson Wentz is a top 10 quarterback.
But Kyrie is a loser.
And I said that. Yeah, but no. Wait, we want to
Let's-
talk about that? Wait.
We're actually not talking about that tonight.
Okay.
We're about to go.
All right, no, but what I'm saying is, like, I think, like,
He's a loser.
and this is my opinion.
Who? Kyrie Irving, yeah, the nigga from Orange, the nigga from
He's
West
a
Orange.
champion, bro. Let's wrap it up.
That nigga's a
Champion.
That nigga's a champion
All
with
right.
LeBron.
Kyrie Irving? The
Yeah, no,
Yes, motherfucking Michael Redd with a dribble package. Yes, we get it.
But y'all know why he's a champion.
that shot, boy.
because LeBron.
No.
There we go.
LeBron.
I am the biggest LeBron fan
The
ever.
GOAT. Yeah, yo, I didn't say nothing about LeBron on this joint.
I kind of wanted to talk a little.
Yeah, like LeBron's my guy. Look,
LeBron's my guy. He is not a
You're not-
champion.
Man, fuck that 3-6 loser ass nigga.
come on.
And let's do it. God damn it.
Nah.
Fuck that
How
nigga.
long is this episode?
Fuck that nigga and his hairpiece. We had 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah, we're
And
done.
fuck LeBron.
We're outta here.
LeBron can suck
Zero.
a dick.
We're out.
Champion.
He's a LeBron hater.
Oh my
Yo, that's
God.
crazy.
Fuck that
I didn't
nigga.
even know that. I wish I would have knew that earlier.
Nah,
bro.
he hates
No.
All right, everybody.
I wish we didn't get on football so much as we got.